We gotta keep that same energy. We gotta keep that same energy. We're gonna have everybody on the show today. We're gonna talk and separate facts from feelings. So today, expect a few things. The first thing you need to expect is for me to explain the situation. The second thing you need to expect is an epic Hit Kid rant. Yes, Hit Kid is here in the building today. I know you didn't see him the other day. Hit Kid is here, fresh off of a 20-hour tour of Yo Mama's house. Hit Kid will be in the building today. My brother, round one, Fight Sports, Edgar Moreno, Carlos 721. You know, everybody, Clavo, we need everybody in the building, all hands on deck. Feel free. And solid as team, my brother, Big E. Big E, if you can get rid of Boost Mobile, go ahead and get up here and we can talk that shit, man. And look, let me get into it. And my brother, El Caesar, salute, my brother. I seen your comment earlier, El Caesar. Salute to you, my brother. I feel you on that. I feel you on that, man. Salute to everybody. Ashy Knuckles is in the building. Everybody calling Ashy Knuckles a bitch. So salute to everybody, Ashy. You can click it too, man. Everybody can get it. The invitation is free for everybody. Everybody can say what they need to say. I definitely know Fight Sports has a lot to say. And let me just get through this real quick for 1 second before I let everybody on. The first thing I just simply want to say is everybody all over social media has been trashing Eddie Reynoso, trashing Team Canelo, and they've been basically saying that, you know, these guys are a bunch of cheaters, they're a bunch of frauds, these guys are trash, they're garbage, they're this, they're that. And I just want to clear up a few things. First off, Eddie Reynoso had 4 fighters under him pop dirty. He had Canelo, Oscar Valdez, Jaime Munguia, and Julio Cesar Martinez. So he had 4 guys under him that popped dirty. He had 6 fighters that he's been associated with that popped dirty. And you're adding Luis Nery and Ryan Garcia. But they did not pop dirty under Eddie Reynoso. But they were associated with Eddie Reynoso. Another thing is Eddie Reynoso has been convicted of nothing. No one has proved Eddie Reynoso is a bad trainer, dirty trainer, or anything like this. And Eddie Reynoso is not giving his fighters supplements of any kind. That's not his job. So he hasn't been proven guilty or wrong of anything. People are just automatically assuming that he's fucked up and he's causing all of these tests. Another thing is when you compare Eddie Reynoso to Victor Conte is a convicted felon. He should not be allowed in the sport of boxing. He's been giving out supplements. Eddie Reynoso has never been convicted of a crime, never shown to be a guy that's given supplements or nutritional advice to anybody. He's only exclusively been a trainer. He does not give supplements or medical advice. That is not what Eddie Reynoso has ever done. So I do think a lot of people are a little hard on Eddie Reynoso. Eddie Reynoso said a few years back in a statement, he says, I've been training for 20 years and I've trained 15 world champions. He also went on to state that my job is just to train them, not give medical advice. That's all he's saying, not to give medical advice. Eddie Reynoso said, I feel disappointed that I'm being criticized. I'm the trainer. I teach boxing. I teach technique. I prepare fighters to fight. That's my role. Unfortunately, there are some people in the press that are trying to take me down and attack me for something I'm not responsible for. Eddie Reynoso said he's not responsible for any of this. And one more thing, you actually seen a statement from Jaime Munguia today where Munguia stated that throughout my boxing career, I've undergone numerous anti-doping tests. I've never tested positive. I was tested twice during training camp. Both results came back negative, which is why receiving this notification of an adverse finding has been a complete surprise to me. Several experts have explained that there are multiple ways of contamination can occur. I'm fully willingly to undergo any retroactive, current, or future testing to demonstrate that I've always been a clean athlete. I will not make any further comments on this matter until the process is concluded with the results of the B sample. So he does have a right to have the B sample and have that brought out and try to clear his name. So I'm just going to let everybody know that's what it is and that's what's on the table. for Jaime Munguia. We also have some David Benavidez news, and I'm going to be dropping that later on as well. So look, I'm going to let everybody on, and let my brother Round on. What's up, Round One?
What up, my man? Hey, man, there's a lot of things coming. I'm getting hate because I'm backing up Eddie, but we're gonna talk about it, man.
We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. We're going to bring on the world famous, the one and only Hit Kid. My brother Hit Kid, what's up, Hit?
Oh boy,
Yeah,
this is a mess
I'm gonna need a
from
drink, guys.
Jaime
I'm gonna need a
Munguia.
drink. I'm gonna need to pull me a
I
drink real
mean,
quick.
the truth is, it's not a good look for Eddie Reynoso because this is, I believe, as you said, it's like his third or fourth fighter, isn't it?
The
Who's
fourth fighter,
caught?
No,
yes.
no, look, and I'm gonna get back to that because I've seen so many fighters that have been in the same gym, tested positive. Some fighters
Oh
test positive and some don't. So I can't say just because they have a
no,
random
it's no,
fighters.
no, 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 Ramon. Before you jump off, here's the thing. I agree. I think it's a bad look for Reynoso, and let me be clear. I think Eddie Reynoso knows. Eddie Reynoso probably hates this news. Can I be clear? He's
Oh
probably
yeah, I'm
he's
pretty
probably
sure.
pissed off to high heaven because pretty much here's the thing: Eddie Reynoso is the trainer. Your trainer is not your nutritionist. Most professional fighters, if you're a proper professional fighter, whether it's mixed martial arts or boxing, for a nutrition plan which is set by the nutritionist, a part of the team, correct? Who they usually hire.
Yep, they
They
buy their
usually
Correct,
own
hire
correct.
their own
nutritionist.
personal
Yep, correct,
nutritionist.
correct, bro.
So pretty much that's where. So pretty much most of the time when you see these things happen, I don't get why it goes on the trainer, but instead should go more on. In my opinion, it should be. We should be more on Munguia's fault than Team Canelo. If you get where I'm coming from,
Yeah, and
because
Munguia
this is
is
your own. This
maintaining
is
his innocence. Hold on 1 second, fellas. Munguia is maintaining his innocence right now. Munguia is saying he
innocent till
needs that
proven
B
guilty.
sample out. So we will find out what's the truth and what's a lie here as well.
Yeah, innocent
Um,
till proven guilty as well.
that's right.
Like,
That's right. Fight Sports. What's up, my brother? I know Fight Sports definitely has a lot to say.
What is up, guys? Thanks for having me on. And man, yeah, I got a lot of shit to say about this. Now, I don't know if Jaime Munguia is guilty or not. We will wait and see. But and this is where I'm looking. I'm really glad I'm going to be start doing lives on my channel soon. I'd love to have a bunch of you guys on to talk about this because fans don't realize, especially the casual fans, just how broken the system is when it comes to the sanctioning bodies, the commissions that these guys fight in. Even the testing is bad, and it's not just that the sanctioning bodies don't do good testing, which is why you need to bring USADA and VADA in. But there's just so much convolution. It's almost impossible to actually catch guys when they are guilty. Munguia will wait and see what happens. There was nothing in the Suarez rematch that made me convinced that he was guilty, but we'll wait and see. Yeah, I wouldn't put all the blame on Reynoso, but people do need to start asking questions. Why do guys keep testing positive in your gyms? Same thing goes for Dominic Ingle, who had, for those who don't know, British trainer who had Kid Galahad fail the test, and
oh, I
Billy Joe
remember.
Saunders. And
Oh, I
Billy Joe
remember.
Saunders was, I mean, Kid Galahad was just so bad. It was like that was a concrete, no question failed. And Billy Joe Saunders was so dismissive and just so arrogant after his failed
Oh,
test
he was a
that people
cunt.
exactly Head Kid
I
knows what's
hate
up.
I
So
hate Saunders.
yeah, Head Kid.
Listen. Nuke will tell you that the weekend when Saunders was fighting Canelo, and I'm a British man. I'm supposed to cheer on my countrymen. Nuke will tell you that entire fight weekend I was wishing Canelo was going to absolutely destroy him. If Nuke remembers when we were
Yes,
talking
yes,
back
yes.
then.
Yeah,
And
okay, yeah. So last points IBFP. Before everybody else goes. Yeah, Head Kid took the words out of my mouth because of how Saunders failed. People started looking at Dominic Ingle and saying, "Well, why do your guys keep failing tests?" So yeah, it's all bad. The last thing I'll say is when I was a teenager, I thought, oh, you guys and your conspiracy theories. Then get to my 20s, I'm like, okay, a lot of these guys are probably juicing. Now, including my favorite fighters, I say no one is beyond suspicion. We just have to wait and see how the legal system will play out.
yeah, absolutely. And I want to read this real quick. Ashley Knuckles leaves a comment in the chat and he says, "You think Eddie Reynoso is going to come out and say he's giving out the juice? Of course not. Everybody knows they got to find the proof. He's not going to tell on himself. So stop it. They juice
Oh,
it.
I'm
So,
sorry. That
That's
is
like
su-
saying, bro,
that is such. Listen,
that's such stupid. That's what I say. I
listen.
back up
This
Eddie,
is
bro.
idiocy because and I need to rephrase my point again here. Let me be clear. Yes, Reynoso needs to get in the loop and he needs to be a bit more responsible. I'm not denying that, okay? Because this is now for your fighters. But the fact we're trying to solely blame this on a fucking trainer when all these fighters hire nutritionists. It's like a boxing 101. It's been happening since the fucking 90s and early 2000s, has it not? Am I wrong?
Yep. And
Like,
here's the
that's
hold on.
idiocy.
Here's the thing with a guy like Ashy and his take. Ashy's not a guy that keeps the same energy. I mean, let's just be real. And when you look at it, there's zero proof that Eddie Reynoso has done anything wrong. So to just automatically saying that Eddie's giving out the juice, where's your proof, Ashy? What proof do you have? That's an easy body bag. There's zero fucking evidence that any of this is Eddie Reynoso's fault. Zero.
I do have a question, if I don't mind, if you don't mind me
Yeah,
asking, bro.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, I know this morning when you dropped your video, I believe it was this morning. What happened?
Sorry, I'm laughing at something I've just seen.
Oh, okay, got it.
Well,
I know you mentioned the list of fighters that under the Reynoso camp that have popped for juice or something. My only question, does Ryan Garcia fall in that category? Because if I'm not mistaken,
No.
he got
no.
it during his
No,
fight
that was
with
the Derek that was when he was with Derek
I cleared
James.
that. I cleared all that up in my video when I said fighters that were associated with Eddie Reynoso.
Okay,
So he had
got it.
6 fighters that were associated with Eddie Reynoso that felt fights. He had 4 fighters directly under him in training
Got it.
that popped dirty, and that was Canelo, Valdez, Munguia, and Martinez. Luis Nitti and Ryan Garcia did not fail a test while under the tutelage of Eddie Reynoso. And the interesting thing about all this is there's no proof that any of those other 4 fighters had anything to do with Eddie Reynoso as well. My brother, the boxing realm, makes a great point, and he states snack gym athletes that have tested positive is Luis Ortiz, Willie Monroe, Shane Mosley Jr., Andre Berto, and Nicholas Adams. Those are at least a few of the snack athletes that have popped dirty. And here's the thing. People don't like to keep the same energy. And I even believe Ryan Garcia was a part of the snack program at one point, and nobody brings that up. So I think you got to all kind of keep the same energy. Let's not shit on Eddie Reynoso. Let's not throw him under the bus because there's zero proof that Eddie has done anything wrong. Zero.
I mean, I'm sorry to be so vocal on this, but pretty much. It's like, if you remember, and by the way, people will not only use this to bash Eddie Reynoso, people are going to bash this to be like, oh, Canelo will still be on the juice and all that. You will see idiots do that, by the way. Garen fucking teed. Like, I think Nick said it in his video earlier on, if I remember correctly.
they will try to mix this and they will bring Canelo with this shit.
Canelo had most of these fighters. When I see a PED case, you look at most of these fighters wanting proof. Canelo had proof, okay? One thing we can say to him is he had proof, with the meat and all that, okay? People don't like it, but it was proof.
Yeah, and it's just
the one which was like ridiculous, and Fight will remember this, the Conor Ben situation. You remember the fight?
One quick thing, Hit Kid, is that that was one of the worst, but there are a ton of those situations. I mean, a lot of people overlook this. Luis Ortiz, when he failed his first test, it was actually for a steroid. It wasn't for high blood pressure medication, which postponed the Wilder fight. But when Luis Ortiz failed for, again, a proper steroid, he didn't really get suspended. So there are plenty. Jarrell Miller, he didn't officially get suspended. He just didn't fight for 4 years because he kept failing more tests. So
he was juiced up to high heaven.
Conor Ben is not the only guy to fail a test and get away with it.
And what I can say with this, I think all of y'all hit good marks. It's just a bad look at the end of the day, because you see Jaime Munguia, to have that revenge win against Bruno. Now it's a stain. Now everybody looks at it differently, and it just trickles down to Eddie Reynoso. So it's always a bad look, and I can't judge him right away. We gotta wait for the B sample, because Jaime Munguia never had like a failed test before, so this is out of the blue for me.
Yeah,
Go
I think
ahead.
it's more
It's
Victor
Conte, guy.
1 second. And not only that, not only did he not have a failed test before, but he passed 2 tests earlier during the same camp. So we at least owe it to him to hear him out, see what happens with that B sample before we make a judgment. But I will tell you, in my opinion, looking at everything, it seems like there's guys cheating all throughout the sport.
Agreed.
That's just me. And I'm going to be honest. It feels like the snack athletes, Team Canelo, and people all outside of that. If we got to be honest, it appears that almost everybody's cheating all over the face of boxing, and all over boxing, all over the world. I even think that maybe Triple G could have been dirty. I think that maybe Floyd could have been dirty. I think that Errol Spence and even Bud Crawford could all be dirty. But just because a guy doesn't pop a test doesn't mean you can prove he's dirty. But the point is, do I believe they're all cheating? Likely, yes. And the reason why, I've seen Bud Crawford. Dude's almost 40 years old, and he was standing face to face with Canelo. They got a clear camera shot. Dude has acne all over. What does a 40-year-old fucking man have acne on his face? That's from most people would look at that from kids. Hold on. But I've never come out and put a video and be like, "Oh, Bud Crawford's dirty. He's a cheater. He's this and that. Look at all the steroid acne over his face." I held back on that because look, I don't really want to accuse anybody because it looks like I would have to say almost everybody in the sport is dirty.
Yeah, you don't want to accuse without evidence. That's the one thing you cannot do. Is guilt charge someone without proper context. Like
man, they juicing, man. The Juice Crew. That's their new name. The Juice Crew.
Oh my God.
That's who they are.
Let me say.
Y'all ain't here capping. Y'all ain't here capping for the juices, man.
Bro. Bada always do some sketchy ass shit. Bada always be doing some sketchy ass shit. Man, bro, Bada always be. Bada, yeah, always. Even Ellie said, bro, Bada is somebody you can trust. Why some PBC fighters don't fucking go with Bada, bro?
Hey, bro,
why some PBC fighters don't go with Bada?
Don't bring up Ali. Sorry, bro. Don't bring up Ali Sekbak. Ali Sekbak is a cretin and a zealot.
No, but he even said it. He even said it, bro. He even said it. But Bada was in that sketchy ass shit. Victor Conte, bro. First of all, why Victor Conte is in the sport of boxing, bro? And then first of all, him and Memo Radio, they cannot belong near no fucking sports. No fucking sport.
OD, the reason why he's in the sport is because there's no, to quote Teddy Atlas, there's no oversight board in boxing. So anybody can get involved. And Victor Conte, a lot of people say that even though he knows the sport, he knows the game because he was part of the game.
He was part of the game of baseball, bro. That's what he was.
But he hasn't.
Yeah, but look how many baseball players. Look how many baseball players like Clemens, Barry Bonds, and all those motherfuckers cannot make it a Hall of Fame because of his ass.
Hody, calm down. His snack fighters, they don't test positive. So that is one thing that it's a valid criticism, but he does know. I mean, he'll be able to find out, hopefully, as well as the other commissions, whoever tested them, why this came back so late and why this wasn't done before the fight.
Let me say this real quick. Like Shane Mosley. You know he worked with Victor Conte, right? When he fought with La Hoya when he got popped.
Oh yeah.
He didn't give him cash. He didn't give him cash. He said, "I give that man a check. That will save his ass." It was because of a check. If it was cash, you're like, "Man, motherfucker, you dirty." He was like, fucking Victor Conte say, "Here's the example, bro. Here's the example, can help you out and everything." And that motherfucker got caught. And what happened, bro? With that check, if it wasn't for that check, bro, he would have been fucked.
Okay.
He would have been fucked.
Hold on 1 second. We're going to go around the room, let everybody get their thoughts off. Ashley, we're going to start with you. Ashley, what's your thoughts on everything that's happened?
I kind of roll with you, man. It's a lot of people juicing, man. That's why I say they juicing. Hey, listen, man. This is a business. Everybody know this, man. Boxing is a business. If you break it in a whole lot of cash, man, if you get caught, if they find out you juicing or you done juice, they're not gonna put you on forefront and you making all this money for them. You on a roll, you knocking out everybody, you the face of boxing. They're not gonna put you out on Front Street and suspend you and make you look bad and fuck up their money. So they're gonna pop and knock off who they want to knock off. They only gonna knock off the motherfuckers who's not bringing in the good money, and the ones that's cashing in for them, they're gonna let them slide or give them a little slap on the wrist, and they back in the league.
Who's the Juice Crew, Ashley? Tell me who the Juice Crew is.
I just tell you, your boy Ray. That's the Juice Crew. Think about it, man. Look, Munguia never got popped until he started fucking with who? Boy, where there's smoke,
Okay,
there's
bro. John
fire.
Jones is like the greatest
There, where
UFC
there's
fighter.
smoke, there's fire.
Plenty of times, bro, and we
Munguia
have
had
to
no
give
I
him
can't
problems
I
credit.
can't
before the
hear.
cab driver beat him up that first fight. Soon as he got in training for the second fight with Ray and them boys, what happened? Boom, pop for PEDs. Too much testosterone in your piss.
Do
Something
you
ain't right. Like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire.
do
So
you do
yes,
you
that's
think
my belief.
do you think Eddie Reynoso? A lot of people all over social media saying Eddie Reynoso should be investigated. He had 4 active fighters under him that popped hot, and he had a total of 6 fighters that's been associated with his brand that have popped. Do you believe he should be investigated at all?
Yes, because if he's not giving it to him, being that you're a trainer and you know you're a fighter, if you're not giving it to him, you know they taking it. So if you know they taking it, you're just as guilty because you're letting your man get in the ring and could hurt somebody off them PEDs. So yes, he's just as guilty. He need to be investigated.
All right. Carlos, do you have anything to say to any of this, my brother? What are your thoughts on everything, Carlos? Carlos, are you there, my brother? I think Carlos left. So round 105. What's up, my brother?
How you doing, guys?
What's good, my brother? What do you think about all this? And you agree with Ashy? Is this the Juice Crew? What do you think about everything?
Well, it's pretty. I don't want to say the Juice Crew because Canelo is exonerated.
And why
Ryan
you think he
Garcia.
got exonerated?
Well, Canelo got exonerated because they had a hair follicle test right after, and he was very low doses of clenbuterol, which isn't a PED. And
But
Ryan Garcia
it's a
popped
banned
dirty
substance.
after he left Eddie Reynoso. So I don't know. It's just
Think
like
about it. At that time in the run that Canelo was on, do you really think the WBC and all of them was going to come out and fuck Canelo over
they did fuck
and
him
put
over.
out
They
that he was
suspended
dirty?
him. They suspended him.
And he's the face of boxing because at the time he's King Nello.
But he did get
Oh,
he
here
did
we
get
go.
He
punished
got
for that,
suspended.
Ashy. Hold on, Ashy.
I
He did get
understand that,
punished.
but
I know. I just want to say he did get punished, but his name was ultimately cleared.
yes,
So
but not clearing, but by not clearing his name, that was going to tarnish him with the people. Because you know, if that stain would have stayed on Canelo for him cheating, if he'd have never been exonerated, that could have fucked up his career. We all know that.
most
It
people
still
still
fucked up
think
his
a
career.
He'd have
lot of
been known
people
as
on
a
social
cheater. Am I
media
right
look
or
at
am I wrong?
Canelo as a cheater. Once
No,
people see you fail any test or see anything go left, they think of you as a cheater. I mean,
Yeah, but it'd be even worse if he never would have been exonerated. Am I right or am I wrong?
most people don't even know he's been exonerated.
But
Most people don't even
that's the
know.
casuals. I'm talking about for those like
People,
everybody on this panel and for those who know.
Are you including yourself there, buddy?
Listen, I'm not listen. I just know that I just know he got popped. I don't have to know the ins and outs on it.
He
There's no
popped,
need to
but
get
no
mad at
one
me.
reads.
Get mad at your boy. He the one
I'm
who
not
fucked up to say
mad.
he had tainted meat.
why,
No,
okay,
I'm
You feel
wait,
what I'm
not.
why are
saying?
we why are we
And think
turning
about it. Think
why are we
about it.
turning
If
hold
there was
on, hold
steroids
on. I
and
have
beef,
to
then why
interrupt.
everybody in
Why are we
Mexico
turning
who
this
ate that
into a
meat didn't
Canelo
have it in
hit
their
piece
system?
from Ashy Knuckles?
Yeah,
Why are we
I have
trying to
no
turn
idea.
this into a Canelo hit
Hey,
piece?
y'all can
He
get
got
mad at
popped.
me.
We're
Hold
talking
on. He
about
got.
Munguia,
I just
Reynoso.
deliver the
We're
news,
not
man.
talking
Don't
about
get
Canelo
mad at
Alvarez
me.
the fighter. So why are
Okay,
you trying to turn this into a Canelo Alvarez hit piece?
Hey, I'm just
Like
listen. Where there's
seriously,
smoke, there's fire, man. That's all I'm saying.
there's talk about. Well, what the fuck's it gonna do to Canelo? He was
Just like the
exonerated and
snack
all that.
fighters get it.
What the
If
fuck
the
has it got
snacks
to do
fighter
with
get it,
Canelo?
if the snacks fighter's gonna get it, then the
It ain't
juice
his
crew gotta
fault.
get it.
Fucking Munguia
We
did
gotta keep the
this.
same energy.
well,
Like
hold on.
that's the name of the
Let's
show,
ask
right?
the
The
question.
same
Let's
energy.
ask the question real quick. Do you think that Canelo's juicing right now, Ashy?
Right now, I really couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you.
He's been passing every test he's been taking, and he's probably one of the most, if not the most tested fighter in boxing right now.
I would
I was
hope
about to
not.
say
I would hope
after the
not
Triple
because I
G
feel
fight, he already passed all his
I would
tests.
hope not because I feel like I always told you, it's not that I don't think Canelo's not great. I think he's a great fighter. I don't think he would need PEDs. So no, deep down in my heart, I don't think Canelo was fucking on steroids. No, I don't think that.
Well, I mean, clenbuterol isn't a steroid.
Well,
It's a
whatever,
fat burner.
it's a banned substance. I don't care what it is. It's a banned substance. You don't supposed to have it in your system.
Yeah,
Just like
And he
David
said
Benavidez wasn't
that. And
supposed to have
Canelo
cocaine
even
in his
admitted
system.
guilt
It
on it.
don't supposed to be in your system.
Let
All
me
right,
go
but
to.
look, John Jones, he
Hold
talked
on, one
dirty,
second,
bro.
one
It's
second,
the
fellas.
biggest drug cheating fucking
That's why I
fighting
said
in
we got to
general
keep the
and a
same
coward.
energy. When it's
We
caught
got
in
to
your
keep it.
system, you're a
And look,
cheater.
and
I
look,
don't care about none of. Oh, I was exonerated. No, we ain't trying to hear that shit.
and here's my thing with Munguia. If this B sample don't come back right, he's cooked.
Yeah.
He's cooked. And it,
Oh
it
yeah,
looks like
he's
you
done.
got on some shit because you got your ass beat the first fight and you took something. Now Munguia is denying this, said, hey, the test got to be contaminated because I was clean on my other two tests and I've never taken anything. I don't know where the fuck this is coming from. So we will
Well,
find out with that B sample.
I
Yeah,
And
mean,
here's the thing:
I
we,
mean,
we
we
all
just got
talk
to use
about our
common sense,
favorite
man. Ain't
fighters.
nobody gonna come out and be like, yeah, y'all got me. Fuck it, I'm caught. Yeah, I took it.
bro, we seen
I,
TJ Dillashaw have the balls and do that, bro.
So
Everybody in the
let's just
oh,
be
category
TJ
real, man. That's why I
Dillashaw's
did
said,
a
man,
that,
can we
bro.
be
prick.
real?
Everybody
look at Ryan
in the
Garcia's B
sample
sample was very
he was
low,
losing.
and he's still getting shit over it.
Well, like Ryan
It don't
deserves his
matter. It
shit.
don't supposed to be in your system.
The way Ryan acts and all that, and then to fucking,
You
saying, "Oh,
saying
I'm
that
still,
is like
I'm still
you
the
saying
same."
Okay,
that is like
okay,
Benavidez saying he
I'm
had a
sorry.
Lubin
There's
I
script.
one
don't
thing
know.
that Rolly fight did prove. There's two things. It's either one, Devin Haney is really fucking shit, or two, Ryan was on that shit. Let's just be honest.
Well, look,
Yeah, that's it.
let's be honest about one thing. Hold on. Ryan couldn't have took nothing. According to every expert, there was no level of ostarine in his system that would have made any difference. Any difference
No,
in that
I
fight.
agree, but you see where I'm
Hold on.
coming from
In that
there.
fight, two, Devin Haney dropping his hand was his own fault. And three, Devin Haney probably is the biggest fraud in boxing. I don't understand how anybody has how he has any fans. I
Why the
really
fuck are they
don't.
trying to make him and Teofimo Lopez a fight? By the way, what the fuck?
I don't even want to see that shit. And I'm gonna be
No.
honest with
Why?
you, I don't want
Why?
to see
That's
any.
gonna be boring. That's gonna be an undercard.
Hold on,
Hey
Talk
kid,
Sport. What is it?
are you? Oh, hey kid, are you saying you don't want to see Teo versus Haney?
I
Really?
don't.
Yes.
I don't.
I don't.
Nobody does, bro.
I don't. I don't want
Wow.
to see a Devin Haney
Wow.
fight.
Okay.
He needs to fucking retire. Nobody wants to see
First of
that
all,
shit.
I don't want to see
No.
Devin's boring ass in a boring fight again. You know that's gonna be an undercard of some other
And then his
fucking
dad's
pay-per-view
gonna hype
fight.
him up like
And
he's like a
then I
knockout
don't
artist.
care about watching Teal bigot ass,
Round
bro.
one. Round one. This is what's gonna happen. Devin Haney's dad's gonna come out, kiss his ass the whole fight, talking about how dangerous Dev is, and Dev's gonna run like a bitch the whole fight. I don't want to pay for that shit. But anyway, hold on.
Exactly.
Let's get back. Hold on 1 second, fellas. Let's get back to it. We got to go to Park Street, Solid as T, and get their thoughts on everything. Park Street, what's your thoughts on Jaime Munguia popping? What's your thoughts on this?
Niggas be dirty. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to see what that B test do, because you can have some irregular findings, but that B test gonna let us know what we need to know. But yeah, I don't think we should be coming at Reynoso the way we should. Definitely got my eyes open, because I don't believe in coincidences. But like he said, that's not my responsibility. What those niggas eat. Listen, I'm here for technique and
Yeah.
IQ.
Yeah.
Not what they eating. So I think there's a lot of validity to that. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that and see what the test come back. Now I will say, if he does know about it, then he's just as guilty. But if he has no clue about it, then what he says stands. He's just a trainer.
Yep. And they're gonna have to prove he knows something about it for me to be like, okay, well, fuck it.
Exactly. And how the fuck are they gonna do that?
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
Not knowing.
And Solidus, what's up, my brother? What's up, Solidus?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Man, it's
where that
good to
nigga
see you,
Andrew Tucker
Solidus,
at?
man. Good to see you, Solidus. Give me your
Yes,
thoughts on
sir.
everything, my brother. Break it down.
Well, I'm kind of disappointed because, like, I think I told y'all before, I actually like Munguia. He's a good fighter. I like him more now because he finally worked on his defense. But this news is disappointing. But I usually don't want to be a fan of a fighter that do some shit like this. However, I'm going to wait until the B sample comes out to find out if it's really true before I do that. But this is disappointing. I would never suspect he would do some shit like that. So it was kind of left field, but we'll see what's up with this B sample. And also, if you don't mind,
No, go ahead.
Devin Haney, you said you don't like him, and you were saying that. I want to ask, you're willing to say fuck all his accomplishments because of one fight? Like fuck everything he's done, the undisputed, the 2-weight division, beating a Hall of Famer. Fuck all that because of one fight. That's what you're saying?
Well, the only thing I'll say is, what Hall of Famer did he beat? I don't believe he beat Vasil.
Lomachenko.
Yeah, I don't believe he beat Vasil Lomachenko.
He didn't beat him
I
But if
believe
you
he
go
lost.
on,
Hold on, Silas. Let me just respond to it.
all
I
right.
believe he lost to Vasil Lomachenko, and instead of rematching him, he ran away from the division. Said he'd happy to fight Tank, but he knew that fight wasn't going to fucking happen. So you ran away from the division. So you ran away from the division. You pump faked everybody. To me, I'm just not feeling it. It was the weakest run to undisputed ever, and you really lost to Lomachenko. Yeah, fuck him. Like I don't like anybody that moves like that. He talks like a bitch. He acts like he's willing to fight anybody, but he wasn't going to give Loma his rematch when we all know Loma got fucked. We know Loma got fucked. And then you went on the weakest run ever, and you're talking like you went out here and beat all these champions and killers when we know you haven't. And then when you turn around, you lose to Ryan Garcia. Oh, it's the PEDs. We know, scientifically based on all the experts.
Yeah, he lost that fight.
No drugs made a difference in that fight. Yeah, that's fine that it's a no contest, all that. But like, bro, take some accountability to your fuck ups. And then you go around and say, hold on, and then you say, well, oh, it was the drugs and Ryan. So if it was truly the drugs and Ryan, and that's why you lost, then why'd you fight like the biggest pussy ass bitch I've ever seen against Jose Ramirez, who's washed? Like, I don't understand it. And I'm supposed to pay for this shit? I can't do it. I think he's a fraud. If Devin want to win me back, if Devin want to win me back as a fan,
let me respond to that. Let me respond to that.
Devin gonna have to show me something else. He gonna have to show me something else.
I hear all that. I feel like that's an overreaction because I get the last fight, yeah, it was lackluster. We all didn't like that. But at the same time, it's like when you look at his career, overall, he's been a great fighter and he's done great things. And he lost to Ryan. I understand that.
Right.
And then it's like he had one little thing go left, and it's like fuck his career and all that. If you go on boxrec.com, it says he beat Lomachenko. So go off of that. So it's like I don't understand. I don't agree with disregarding his career just because he had one thing you don't like. That's not real. That's not real.
Guys, can I have
that logic solid? Do you believe that?
Go ahead.
Say it again. What did he say, Part 3?
I'll let Pat go, and then I want to respond.
With the same logic, my fault, hey kid, you coming right after. With the same logic that you just said, solid is, do you believe that Devin Haney is undefeated?
No. I said he lost to Ryan. That's just one loss, though. But during the course of his career, he's been a great fighter. So I'm not going to say fuck all that because one thing I don't like. That's like me saying fuck Canelo because he won't fight Benavidez. No. I don't like the Benavidez. No. I don't like that situation, but I'm not going to disregard what he's done, and I don't feel he should do that to Haney. You can't tell me. You can't tell me. Let me say this real quick. You can't tell me. You can't tell me you're a real boxing fan and say Devin Haney's not a good boxer. Anybody saying that is trolling. That's not real. So I don't agree with that. Like, I understand there's some shit you don't like. Okay, that's fine. But you can't just say fuck dude and fuck his boxing ability because something you don't like. That's not real.
Okay.
And I don't believe you feel that way.
Let me say this. For me and Devin Haney, it's never been one isolated thing. Never one. I've always praised Devin Haney. I supported Devin Haney, but he moves like a bitch. And he continuously does it. And what I mean, hold on. What I mean by this is, if you know you beat Lomachenko when the whole world said you didn't, if you know you beat him and the whole world said you didn't, you should have ran that shit back.
A lot of fighters don't rematch.
Let me finish, Solidus. Let me finish. Fine, you got the win on BoxRec. If you truly believe you schooled him because you were willing to fight Tank and then you ran away from the division. So if you truly believe you fought him, you should have ran that shit back like Floyd did with Castillo, like Floyd did with Maidana, like Canelo
a lot of fighters
did with
don't
Triple
rematch.
G. Hold on, like Canelo did with Triple G. So, great fighters, guys who are trying to make a legacy.
Bro, that doesn't make or break a career, bro.
Solidus, let me finish. And so the fact that he walked, that was his big test for me because it was the most competitive fight he'd ever had in his career up to that point. And not only was it extremely competitive and controversial, Devin Haney still came in the fight 30 pounds hydrated over Lomachenko. So you had you were younger, had a bigger reach, had the height, and had a massive weight advantage. You should have ran that shit back. but you didn't, and you ran away from the division. So then that had me looking at you funny. Then you also said before that fight, you were talking about, well, I beat George Kambosos. I'm the youngest. And like, you beat a nobody, dude. Why are we
Man,
sitting up
y'all was
here?
praising George
Hold on.
Kambosos.
Let me finish. I'll
Man,
let you
come
talk.
on, man.
My whole thing is, you beat a nobody.
Man,
You
y'all
can't even
praised
name a
him.
resume that Kambosos has. Kambosos' resume is shit.
Wait a minute.
Let's just be
Whoa.
honest.
Kambosos
Let
has a good
me
resume.
finish,
He's not a
Sauce.
good
Let me finish,
fighter.
Sauce. Let me finish. And so my whole thing is, Haney moved like a bitch. He beat one
Nah,
guy
bro,
and
that's
thought,
bad.
hold on, he beat one guy and thought he's a Hall of Famer. He's trying to stack up his accomplishments compared to to everybody else. He fought a D-level fighter. If Tank would have fought him, he would have beat him. Anybody else that would have fought Kambosos would have fucking beat him. Let's just be real. And not only that, then Haney ran away from the fucking
Nah, that's
Lomachenko
bad.
rematch. Hold on. He loses to Ryan Garcia, and then he bitches and moans like he wasn't responsible for that. And then he fights like a pussy-ass bitch against Ramirez. So it's not one thing that Devin Haney did where I'm like, fuck Devin Haney, I don't like this. No, it's not one thing.
Nah,
It's
that's
the
over. You
way, hold on.
overreacting, bro.
Hold
You
on.
overreacting.
Hold on, let me finish. It's the
Let me
way
have the
he's
floor
Overreacting.
after this.
consistently moved for years, bro. For years, Devin Haney's moved like this. And look, if Devin start moving in a different light, then sure, what's the point of calling out Teofimo just to run? And
I
you
think
only
Hit
calling
can
out,
said
and you're
something.
only
Yeah,
calling out
I want
Teo
the
when you
floor.
know this guy want to fight Boots. Like, that's what I'm saying. Everything from Devin Haney's a pump fake, and that's what I don't like about him. His daddy's fake. He's fake, and if Devin want to win me back as a fan, if you hold on, so let me ask you this: would you feel comfortable paying for a Devin Haney pay-per-view?
I'm going to pay regardless. As I'm watching boxing. It don't matter. If I'm not broke, yeah, I'll pay it. It don't
Okay, so
matter.
you
I'm a
would pay.
boxing
So
fan.
that,
I
hold
watch
on. So
fight.
that's all we got to say then. Me and you are two very different consumers. I'm not paying for a Devin Haney pay per
You
view.
don't
You
have
will.
to.
We're
That's
very different
perfectly
on how we
fine.
approach that. So I respect that. I'm gonna leave that there. If you
Can
want
I
to
have the
pay for
floor?
that, I will never pay for it.
And
That's
Devin, he had
fine
two
with
fights
me.
with
Guys, can I have the
Kambosos.
floor? I've been
Loma
waiting.
had one and
I have no problem.
Let him get his off real quick.
Can I have the floor?
Yeah, yes,
So
yes.
here's the truth, Sordus, and this is me over Devin Haney and my problem with him. I actually was a Devin Haney fan. Nuke will tell you this early days of me on this channel. I actually really placed Haney. Nuke will tell you this straight up.
Yeah.
But suspecting the Linares fight, if you all remember that, when he got rocked, but still clearly won the fight. And I was bigging Devin up. Nuke will actually tell you this. I was bigging Devin up. I'll fully admit it. Absolutely beats the shit out of Kambosos because when Kambosos beat Teofimo, we all called it an upset and we all said Teo fucking, in my opinion, Teo overlooked Kambosos. You can't tell me twice on that. That's not, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but Teo should never have lost to Kambosos. But he overlooked him. And when you do that as a fighter, it's the most criminal sin. You get beat. Haney versus Loma, it was like, I could maybe see if you want to try and score it, but for me, I had it 116, 112, and I could justify 117, 111, you know, to Lomachenko.
You had Lomachenko winning over at Devin Haney.
Yes,
from no
116,
scores.
112.
You're serious?
112.
Correct. That's an accurate score.
Serious.
Bro, I
That's
swear,
an accurate
man.
scorecard.
Something wrong with y'all,
serious.
man.
As long
It's
as you're
like when
not
y'all
wearing
don't like somebody, y'all say a bunch of bullshit like
have
that.
nothing
He
to
did
do with
not beat
liking,
him like
bro. We
that,
all
bro.
support
That's cap,
Devin.
bro.
But Devin
I
moves
will
like
watch
a
that
bitch.
fight with y'all, bro. He did
Bro,
not beat him like that.
Loma,
That's
Yes, he did,
bullshit,
bro.
bro.
Loma,
He did not beat him like
Loma
that.
He
was
did, bro.
banging him
He
up
was
the
making
fight.
Loma reset over and over again
Did
the
you
whole fight.
really?
He
Did
did
you
not
not
beat
even
him
hear
like that,
Devin
bro.
talking about he figured me
Are
out?
you
I don't know
serious?
what to do.
Devin was
That's
saying
the
in the
king.
corner he
What
was
are we
Hey.
figured
talking
out.
about?
Oh my
Like,
Hey,
did
I'm
you
gonna
really
God.
just come
I'm gonna
out of his
check y'all
mouth?
out. I'm gonna check y'all out later. Something emergency
Check that
came up
shit
on my
out.
side. I'll get on the next live. I'm shout out to let me on. I got to do something. Something came
All
up.
right.
Hold on.
I appreciate y'all though.
All right, salute Solidus. And
Yep.
Still Mills said this. How can you ask him to explain how Haney beat Loma? I'm sorry, can you ask him to explain how Haney beat Loma? That's gonna be the salute to Still Mills.
Well,
still, for
Go on,
real,
fight.
man.
What did you score that fight? I had it 116, 112 Loma. At the very best for Haney, you could score it a draw.
The worst part is that
I'd love to have it live on.
No, go ahead.
Go on.
I'd love to have it live on my channel and we all talk about this because that's one of the. I felt Loma won 7-5. I thought it was fairly clear, but I still can't bring myself to call it a robbery.
That's fine. That's fine. My thing is, if you know it's the closest fight of your career and it's a legacy-defining fight, and everybody thought you lost except for fanboys, you should have ran that shit back. And you should have
That's a
said,
good
let me
point.
get that get back.
And that's why
Because,
my energy with Haney is coming negative. It's like, I was a fan of Haney, but even I said he robbed Loma. And then, worst of all, he's not ran it back. He ran up to a new weight division. And then the fight against Prograis, I thought he beat Prograis because I thought Prograis was, not that good. I thought he was done, after the Taylor War, if you all remember. I said I think it took too much out of him.
And I'm
the last two fights, the Ryan loss where he got absolutely battered, that's on him. And then, of course, the horrible loss against the horrible fight we saw last time. I've got to answer this call.
And I'm going to tell you this. Ashley Knuckles is starting to back off from being a David Benavidez fan based off what David has, what Team Benavidez has said recently. I'm going to drop a video about this.
BRB.
Yeah.
All right.
So Ashley Knuckles is starting to back away from it, where Team Benavidez says they're only got 1 or 2 fights and David's moving up to cruiserweight.
And that's the thing about David, bro.
So Ashley, that's why you're gonna start moving away from him, right, Ashley? Because he's moving funny, right?
Nah, listen, man. Stuff like that. See, things like that might dig at you, or your panel or whatever. That don't bother me. I like him for his skills and the beatings he put on motherfuckers. I don't care about how many weight classes he want to jump. If he feel he can't keep that weight off like he can, then move up, handle your business.
Hold on. So wait a minute, Ashley. Wait a minute. He gonna move up and not fight no killers? He got better than Bivol right here. He not gonna fight them.
Listen, man, if the killer don't want him next, after he beat up either Yard or Callum Smith, he can't twist motherfucking Bivol arm to do nothing. So
wait
a second.
He said he got 2 fights to move up.
He already twisted his arm to get his belt.
That's the thing. I thought he was next anyway. I thought after the rubber match was over, David Benavidez was the next man in line. Ain't that what it was supposed to be?
You know what he did. Heyman's holding that belt hostage, bro. He ain't gonna let them. He ain't gonna let him go over there. That belt is held hostage over there.
Man, listen here, man. If Turkey tell that man, more millions than he ever pulled in his motherfucking bank account, he's going to West Bubble fuckers. He telling them to go under your favorite grandmother's bed. That's where they're gonna fight at. If the dollars, Benavidez just talking out his ass, man. That man never had that kind of money a day in his life. And I'm a fan of his, but I'm gonna tell you, he talking out his ass. If Turkey tell him bring your ass over here to Saudi Arabia, I'm gonna give you about 10, 15 million. That's where the fuck he's going. Trust on it.
Let me say something real quick. So you're saying that they're saying he got 2 more fights so he can move up to cruiserweight?
Yes.
What was all that talk about? Oh, I can make 1 more fight at 168. It just seems like Benavidez's team has been all over the place.
And not only did he say 2 more fights, Carlos, he said, so David Benavidez's team says it'll be 1 or 2 fights and he's moving up to cruiserweight. So maybe he'll fight Callum Smith a Yard and then he moves up, or maybe he'll have another fight. But then he's moving up within the next 1 or 2 fights, so he can move up a lot sooner than anybody thinks.
When you look at the cruiserweight, can you name the opponents he said he's going to go back to 168 for? Can y'all please tell me?
Can I comment on
He said he go back to 100. I'm gonna let Fight Sports go real quick, but before then, I just want to say he said he moved to 168 again for Terrence Crawford if he beats Canelo. I've actually heard him say that. So
I heard that. And if he was to do that,
he's never. Hold on. If he were to do that, what, Ashley?
If he was to do that, for one, I feel that wouldn't do shit for his career. That would be a dumbass move. The only way I would see him doing that is for money.
But would you call him out for it? Would you say, no, that's a bitch move from David?
$50 million fight or some shit like that, then by all means, yeah, go ahead.
I know, but I'm saying, would you call him a bitch for it? Like you moving funny. Would you call out David for that? Does that stand with your code of ethics?
Yeah, I just said, I didn't. I just said because I feel that wouldn't do shit for his career. Because it's not like, I don't even think Bud would stay at 168. Even if Bud was
let him finish.
Even if Bud was to beat Canelo, I don't see Bud staying at 168 trying to defend his titles. Like I said, I think Bud is not going to keep fighting. This is his dream fight right here.
I just gotta say something real quick about David.
Hold on one second, Carlos. Hold on one second, Carlos. Hold on. Before everybody goes, I just want to say this. Steel Mill says the minute David Benavidez moves up to cruiserweight, his career is over unless he pulls up fighters from 75 and 68 to fight him. He's not beating any of those guys at cruiserweight, and that's my brother Steel Mill's boxing.
I'll have
You
fight
know,
sports
and,
and
and,
everyone
and,
else
and,
and
and,
everyone
and
else.
that's
IBP, can I
I
say
keep
one
you
thing
know,
on
and
this?
you know, you know that
I'm
statement
gonna
Still Mill
let
just said.
Ashley finish this, then fight sports and hit then Carlos.
You know that statement. You know that statement. Still Mill just said that you just stand with approval.
Yeah.
That shit. The only thing about that whole shit. That shit is an opinion. And an opinion is like an asshole. We all have one. That shit is
Anyway,
not the gospel.
IBP,
It is not the truth. It don't come from King James Bible. So for what I can tell you is just an opinion. So he think he can't beat
Anyway,
nobody.
IBP.
Cool.
There's one
So
guy
you
he
don't
can
think?
probably
Hold on.
beat.
So you don't think
Somebody
Steel Mills? So you think Steel
y'all
Mills is
been wrong
wrong?
all this time, having nobody beat him yet. So until somebody
I
beat
know,
him,
but
whether
I
it's
just
at
want to make sure
170.
because the next time we get Steel on the panel, you're saying Steel don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's completely wrong
No.
on
I
this.
ain't say he don't know what he talking about. What I'm saying is what he say is an opinion. We don't
Wait,
know.
IBP,
He said he can't beat
Actually,
nobody in cruiserweight. You know, he could take the weak
IBP,
dude in
did
cruiserweight
bring up
and beat him the
Andrade
fuck.
from 160?
IBP, can I?
Anybody could lose, man.
All
You
right,
got
all right.
IBP,
Hold on. Let me go to Fight Sports real quick. Fight Sports. What was your response to everything?
Yeah, Benavidez is never moving down to 168 again. Not for Canelo, not for Crawford. He's just saying a lot, and that's been my only problem. People think I'm backtracking on Benavidez. I'm not.
And people
That's
just
been my only problem is that he's talking instead of getting fights booked. If Smith is next, I'm happy. And if he moves up to cruiserweight, no problem. But first of all, if he moves up now, I'd pick Zerto to beat him, not based on skill, just based on size. But the Bivol, okay, if Bivol wins the trilogy, then they have to do the fight next year. And if not, if PBC gets in the way, if Al Heyman gets in the way, God forbid, I'm going to lose my mind. I don't think Benavidez will turn the fight down, but let's wait and see. I was not expecting him to turn down the offer from Turkey, I'll be honest. So let's wait and see. If he moves up to cruiserweight after
Have
3
y'all
fights,
seen a
no
pattern
problem.
here? Have y'all seen a pattern here?
Hold on a second. The only problem,
man.
guys, the only problem I'll have is that if they don't make the Bivol fight next year, because Bivol wants it, Bivol will take it, and I believe Benavidez will take it. That'll be my only problem.
Let me
All right,
say
hold on
real
1
quick.
second,
Let me say.
Carlos. 1 second, Carlos. I'm gonna come right back to you. I
Go
just got
ahead.
to get this last one out real quick. Steel Mills says, "Who can David Benavidez beat
I was gonna answer
at
that.
cruiserweight?" Ashy.
Like I
He
said,
can't beat
I
nobody.
don't know. He haven't been there yet. I just
I
He
know,
can
can't
beat
but
say.
just
someone.
your
I'm not gonna sit
opinion.
here.
Just your
I'm
opinion
not
as
gonna
of
sit here
right
and
now.
say
Who
he's
would you
going to
say he
beat
can beat?
anybody from cruiserweight because
He
I don't
doesn't
know
know
who
any of
he's
the
going to
fighters
beat.
from 175.
Wait.
So Ashley just doesn't know any fighters from
Let
cruiserweight,
me
and so
let
that's
me
why
answer
he can't
that.
really give
Doubt
an
him and say,
opinion.
"Oh, now that he's going to cruiserweight, he's going to lose." Why? And why I'm not going to say that is because what people fail to understand too, man. He got a certain kind of body. Some people can't hold weight off their body like that. It makes them
That's all.
sick when they drain like that. So maybe his body is getting to that point he can't keep
Let me
shit fucking pounds. He's a fat kid. He's a fat
let
boy.
me let me
He's a
say
big
something
guy,
real
man.
quick.
He's probably in a heavyweight body. He probably need to be fighting up there
Yeah,
in
of course they are.
He can beat somebody in cruiserweight. Sadly enough. If you look at a pattern with David Benavidez, Benavidez had let Canelo for all the work. He did all the work. Right? He did the same thing 175. He let Bevo Better be and fight each other, and he's gonna do the same thing at cruiserweight. Sadly
man.
enough, the only person hold up. The only person that he could beat at cruiserweight is the old man Badu Jack. He's gonna let Sudo Ramirez and
And
Jay Apatow kill
Bobby
each
Jack will
other.
fuck around and give him that work.
You think so?
Yo,
What is you
crazy.
talking about? The fuck
You
is you
think so?
talking about?
I'm gonna tell you
I'm
what's
just
really
saying.
What
crazy.
is
I'm
you
just saying.
talking about?
I'm
And the
I'm
gonna
just
old
saying.
ass nigga that you
Only
talking about is
beat
a
up
world
twice.
champion. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna blow y'all mind right now. I'm gonna blow y'all mind right now about David
But he's
Benavidez.
a
It's
WBC
crazy.
champion, so that's
Don't say
different
nothing
though.
crazy,
It's
Ashley.
crazy
What are you
because
gonna say, Ashley?
I
They
said I'm
love
gonna
him.
blow your mind with David Benavidez. A lot of people
I'm
don't
more
like David
impressed with
Benavidez.
Badu Jack career than I am
A
Bud.
lot of people don't like David Benavidez on these simple facts. One, because his father talked a lot of shit. Two, he attached it a lot of his career to Canelo, which is a lot of people's, favorite fighter, which I understand. But what people what people fail to understand is once Canelo leave, man, once he fucking retire, who else? It's not going to be too many people in that division that's going to be able to hold it down for the Latinos. Like if he was in Reynoso camp, if he was in
Are you asking
Canelo's
who the
camp,
next great Latino fighter is?
basically what I
Please
wanted to
don't
say
do
is
this.
if he was part of Canelo's
Please
crew,
don't do this.
if he was a fighter for Eddie Reynoso, everybody would love David
So
Benavidez.
Don't do this.
Even with his
you think
cocaine charges and
Please
even
don't
with
do
the
this.
bullshit he got running behind him.
If he
so
was
But
a
you think
fighter
he
of
a
you
Reynoso, he
think
would be
he's a
undisputed already.
PBC fighter. A lot of people don't like PBC. It's
Guys,
just a lot come behind
If
that
he
shit
was
with David
fighting with
Benavidez.
Guys,
Reynoso,
get
he would
fucked.
already be a legacy fighter.
He probably would. And the thing is, y'all can't say he don't have the fight in him. Like he be ducking motherfuckers. He's scared to
So
fight
yeah,
motherfuckers.
Well, no, he do be ducking niggas, but that don't make your first point not true.
Listen, man. So you're telling me if he was getting guided right, like I said, like by a Canelo type crew, y'all telling me y'all wouldn't love David Benavidez right now? That's
We
what you're
already love David
Well,
Benavidez. That's the whole point of why we want him to fight the best.
Nah, I ain't saying. Listen, man, you talking for yourself. A lot of people don't like him.
Let me
Okay, hold on. Let me pause everything for 1 second. Hold on, let me pause everything for 1 second. There was one response I wanted to give. Steel Mills, if you're listening, I just wanted to say that I do believe that David Benavidez can get a win at cruiserweight. He can always bring Demetrius Andre to cruiserweight for the rematch. I believe he wins that 10 times out of 10. I believe David has the skills and ability to stop Andrade at cruiserweight. That's one.
Listen, man, for all y'all who be on here laughing and giggling and shit, y'all be on YouTube. Y'all be on YouTube listening to motherfuckers talk about what be going on in the motherfucking camps,
He's getting emotional. He's getting emotional.
I'm not getting emotional. I'm just letting y'all know. For all those who be on YouTube, y'all be on there looking. Y'all be hearing about what be going on in the motherfucking sparring camps. And when you in the sparring camps, everything don't just be play. No motherfuckers get down and sparring. So anybody know anything about boxing, y'all gonna understand what I'm saying right now.
Ashley. We haven't touched on a few guests. We got to get to Edgar. We got to get to Clavo. And so we can round out the circle.
I need to say something.
Hit kid, you first, real quick.
All right. So here's my problem with Jose Benavidez, and I've been talking with Luke on this. I'm liking David's energy, in the interviews and all that, saying he wants these fights and all that. But pretty much, I will bring it back onto David if you don't fucking go and tell Samson to make the Callum Smith fight. Make the fights. Make the Callum Smith fight. That would be David's best fight on his resume by far, and it's a 50-50 fight. We would love that fight as boxing fans. What I don't want to see is you trying to accuse other fighters when you're, not fighting anyone.
Let me answer that after you're done.
So answer this question.
And by the way,
David Benavidez can tell Al Heyman and all them that's putting up his money.
Yes, he needs to tell Al Heyman and all them to get fucked.
He can't make them put up the money, man. What is he talking about?
They work for him. They work for him.
His promoter. If they can't get him to fight, he needs to leave them.
Look,
end of story.
Let me add to that because I've seen various comments saying that Canelo didn't want to fight him. Back when Canelo was under the Eddie Hearn banner, you had Eddie Hearn in an interview say, "Hey, I'll give you 2-fight contract," when his contract was coming up for PBC. A Berlanga fight, and then the winner gets Canelo. He was telling him that he offered them that. What did Benavidez said? He said, and I quote, "No, I don't want to have a 2-fight contract." And then there's like, okay. And then I offered him 1-fight contract, and I will try to make that Canelo fight. And what did he say then? "I'm a PBC fighter. I only fight for PBC. I'm loyal to PBC." It's the same shit that he said, I don't want to fight in outside of the U.S. U.S. is my market. And what happened? I don't want to fight in Alcatraz. Dude,
okay, but answer this for me then. So that means Canelo was willing to fight him at that time, right?
Dude, they're offering him the fight.
Hold on. Just answer the question, yes or no.
Yes, they're offering the fight.
Okay, let me finish. So since Canelo
we're going to come back to it, Ashley. Hold on 1 second, Ashley.
Let me just answer this question. If Canelo wanted to fight him right then and there, what happened that now he wanted 150 million? What happened?
What is happening now? He's talking so much shit. He said that Bivol ducked him when it clearly wasn't a duck. You really think someone's going to want to do business with a guy like that?
Shit? That's why he boosted money up to 150 because he was talking shit.
So actually, your point of 150 don't make sense because Team
Benavidez agreed with the 150. That's what Canelo said he was fighting for. He said, if y'all want to see me fight him, pay me 150 to 200 million.
And Team Benavidez agreed with that.
Then at that time,
Team Benavidez agreed with that. You're missing the point. They agreed. Your point doesn't make sense. Hold on, fellas. Let me go to Edgar real quick. Hold on, let me go to Edgar, then Clavo, because we got to get everybody.
Somebody just answer that.
What's up, Hashi? Welcome to the show.
What's up, man? How you doing? Appreciate it, man. How y'all doing?
Good. Edgar, you want to go first, my brother?
Yeah. I mean, I feel unless Clavo wants to go, I'll give him the floor or whatever, bro.
And Edgar.
Oh no, you got to go. Go ahead. I got after you.
I'm just
I
asking.
got you. No, like I'm just jumping in. I guess I was driving home from work and kind of listening in, and then made it in. First off, I mean, I hope Munguia is clean or the B sample exonerates him. But I
Yeah.
mean, it's a bad look for the team. But you know, in this day and age, everyone's a fucking keyboard warrior. They're gonna put the blame on the coach, but again, like we know, the nutritionist plays a big role. So until that shit comes out, I mean, like I'm gonna reserve judgment. And
That's the smart way to go about it.
and I guess on the other stuff that you guys were talking about, it's sad, Nuke. Some men, not people, I guess. Some men just never learn that lesson. Once she's a hoe, she's always gonna be a hoe. You get what I'm saying? I hope you understand what I'm saying.
And I'm still can somebody please answer my question? I've been asking this question forever and everybody always don't answer the question.
Okay, well, ask your question, buddy.
What
I
question?
said at that time when he said they wanted to make the contract for David Benavidez to fight him. I said since he wanted to fight him then, what changed from then to now that he need 150 to 200 million to fight him? Like what happened for it to change? If he was
Well, if
willing
he's
to fight him then,
offering
Because
and now
because
he
that
need all that money to fight him, what
guaranteed,
changed? What changed?
because
well, if
that
he's
proves
offering
that
75
David
million,
should be hold pissed up. off.
Wait,
One at a time, please.
why is Benavidez trying to demand 175 to 200 million? I mean, it doesn't make sense. He's pricing himself
No, no,
out.
no, 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 no. You're not answering the question I asked you. We ain't talking about David Benavidez didn't ask for that type of money. Canelo asked for that kind of money. So I'm asking you, he was willing to fight him at that time when the dude said he was willing to make that contract with him. That David Benavidez didn't want to fight. So I'm asking, what happened from that time that he was willing to fight him that now all of a sudden he need 150 to 200 million? What
It's
happened?
this simple. Listen, Ashley. It's this simple, bro. Financially, they did not fucking agree. It is a negotiation. That's something you don't understand because you said you're a businessman and all this other bullshit. But
So why
whatever
you
you
need all
do,
that money?
whatever you
You're
do,
still not answering the
whatever you
question.
do, whatever you do, you're not gonna do it for $1. I don't give a fuck what you say. You're not gonna do it for $1. You're gonna
let me
look
ask
for the biggest
Edgar.
fucking pay
Oh my
that you
god.
can possibly get. You're not gonna
Hold on,
sit there and be
Edgar.
like, oh well, oh yeah, I'll do it for $1 when knowing well that you can charge $100. So don't
So
be a
why he
dumbass.
That's great.
didn't,
That's a
so
great.
why he didn't
That's
want
a
Yeah,
great
but that's a great
response. Hold on,
response.
everybody. That's a
That's a
great
great response.
response, Edgar. Edgar really
Edgar
hit the
body
nail on the
bag.
head on
why
that.
he didn't want the 150 in the first contract?
You don't
The first
understand.
time.
You just
No,
don't
the first
understand
You're
time
not
numbers. That's
getting
your
it,
first
Ashley.
time
problem.
when
You're
he was
not
going to
getting it.
fight him,
Yo,
the first time that he decided he was going to fight him, why he didn't want 150 million then? That's what I'm asking.
nah, nah.
You
Hey,
simply
Ashley, I
don't
don't give a fuck
understand.
what
Hold
you
on, guys.
talking about. That was before David was a champion. Now that David's a champion, he should ask
No,
for
David wasn't
250
a
mil. Fuck
champion.
is you talking
David
about?
wasn't a champion yet when he said he wanted that 150 million.
That's the
Hold
whole
on.
point of what I just said. Now he should ask for more because he's a champion and because it's legacy now.
That's a body
Wait,
bag for Park
That's a
Street.
body
But he
bag.
The
wasn't
guy
a
That's a
ain't
body
lying.
Damn.
bag.
Listen,
yeah,
man, how
hold
is
on.
that a
That's a
body
quick
bag when he
body.
listen, man?
Hold on. Hold on, guys.
You don't even
Edgar,
make sense.
when did
Nah.
Benavidez say he offered Canelo 100 million or whatever
When
ridiculous
did Benavidez say he offered Canelo 100 million, Ashley?
was it before or
Who
was it
said, listen, man,
after?
who said they no? I said Canelo asked for 150 million
No,
to
that
fight
was
David
after.
Benavidez.
It was before when the fight wasn't being made that David Benavidez said, "Oh, me and Samsung offered
No,
him a
dude
hundred
just said
million."
David Benavidez wasn't a champion then, right?
Well,
At the
he said
time,
in
the
an
first time,
interview that
no,
he said,
the first time when he wanted to make the contract to fight David Benavidez wasn't a champion. He didn't want 150 million. So I'm asking now that he wanted
well,
it
hold
then,
on,
because when he
I'm
asked for the
asking, hold
150
on,
million,
hold on,
he didn't
just
beat
hold on,
he
hold on.
didn't have the email
Wait,
champion belt yet. He
damn it,
wasn't the
actually, shut the
WBC
fuck up.
champion.
Wait, Clavo. When did David Benavidez said he offered Canelo 100 million? Was it before the comment that Canelo said 150 million, or
What
was
is
it
you talking about?
after?
David Benavidez offering?
Hold on,
David
Ashley. Let him get
Benavidez
it
can't
off. Let him
offer
get
no
this one out.
150 million. What is you talking about?
No, hold on, Clavo. When was it that David Benavidez said that shit about offering Canelo $80 million or $75 million? When did he say that?
You're
Did he
you're
say it
you're asking
before?
you're asking me?
Yeah,
Well, well, no. Well, first remember it was 50 million, and then it turned into like 70 million.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Did he do that before or after Canelo said 150 million?
That was before.
That
That
was
was
Yeah, it
before,
was
I
before.
think.
before.
Yeah, that was before.
He
Yeah,
didn't say
okay.
he
So
offered. He's saying the PBC offered.
No, he
He
said
went
David
offering him.
Benavidez offered him. And
Well,
hold
no.
on,
Come on, man. How that don't even make sense, man. He's a boxer. He
he
don't got that
fucking
kind of
said
money.
it.
Oh
His
my
friend
god.
just said it.
I
Man,
didn't
That's
say
what made
that.
it a
I said
lie when he
Canelo
said
said he
he
wanted
offered.
100. Man, don't
That's
even
what
Ain't
put my
that's what
nobody
name
made
on
it
better
a
that,
than
lie.
man.
himself. Ashley, ain't
Hold on.
nobody
We're
better than
gonna come
himself.
back to this. We're gonna come back to this, Ashley. You seem to be stuck on some money that
Nah,
don't
y'all
make any
stuck on
sense.
some
Hold on,
other shit.
Every
hold on.
Yeah, I'm
every
stuck on it because you
hold on
can't
one
answer the
second.
fucking question.
We'll come back to this. The only thing I want to say is every time we have these conversations, Jaime Munguia pops dirty, it's Canelo's fault. And then somehow it goes back to Canelo ducking David and an offer and all of this. Somehow it always does that. My brother Clavo, welcome to the show, my brother. Talk to us. What do you think about Jaime Munguia popping dirty and the criticism of Eddie Reynoso and everything you've been hearing all over social media? What's your take on all this shit, Clavo?
Nah, what?
man, it's a bad look, way. It's a really bad look already. I mean, you got Oscar Valdez for the Phenermine, Canelo with the clean butyl, but of course, I mean, he got exonerated. But and then you got this too, bro. I mean, it's they ain't really nothing you can say
MFAO.
to defend it, to defend the shit. I mean, we gotta wait till the other sample comes in. But the thing is, Eddie Reynoso's the trainer and manager, but who is the strength and conditioning coach? Because that would be where the PEDs will be distributed with him, unless I'm mistaken.
Diet system too.
But
Like
other
also the
than
diet matters too. I mean, what you eat, like because some of the food could be contaminated. We don't know what type of stuff like preservatives and chemicals and stuff
Nah,
they
don't put
pump
no
into the
words in
food
my mouth. Y'all
nowadays.
niggas
So
be lying.
it could be in that. It could be in the supplements they take. We don't know.
man, all we can do is we could just wait and find out,
And that's
what the
true
next
because
sample is
they be
gonna be.
poisoning the fuck out of these foods.
But regardless, I mean, and I'm gonna point this out, dude, because I'm gonna tell you like this: you bringing up the 150, 200 million bucks on that shit. That was irrelevant. I see what you're doing. You're just using that to basically to not acknowledge the point that round 105 just pointed out. Bro, he just pointed out that when fucking Canelo had that matchroom contract, that Eddie Hearn was trying to make a fight with David Benavidez with a contract with 2 fights, a contract with 1 fight. Okay, boom. That dude, you're not gonna acknowledge that. That's a duck. And also on top of that, Eddie Hearn a second time tried to do it again, but of course Samson Lickowitz said we want the broadcasting rights. Bro, I know why you're asking that question, because you don't want to acknowledge that that's another fucking duck on David's part. I can see that. So I mean, how about you let us know how you feel about that part? Fuck the
I
150
didn't you that.
million. Fuck the 200
Listen, man.
million.
We was already talking about that when you jumped in the conversation.
No
So the
shit. And I
point,
didn't get a chance to respond to that. Yes, that's why I'm bringing it up now. Because again, you don't want to acknowledge the fact that a homeboy just pointed out that David was offered the Canelo fight another time. So your boy has the
no,
trend
I mean,
of fucking skipping
and where's the
stones
proof of that? Can
and
you
not
show me the
fucking
proof
taking
of
the
that?
fights that he should be taking.
Hold up. So I just supposed to go off what your boy said? Can you show me some proof of that?
And we're
Or we
supposed to
just
go off
going
what
off
you
word of
say?
mouth?
We're
That's
supposed to go off
public
what you say?
knowledge.
Well,
The
I'm not.
medical
What you mean going off
field.
what we said? We all heard what Canelo said out his mouth. What is you talking about? It's not
And
coming from me, bro. I didn't make
Bro,
this up.
you're just delusional and retarded. That's my
Okay, I'm
assumption of you.
delusional
You're
and
just
retarded
delusional and
because
retarded.
Canelo made this
the one
statement.
That's
See,
the simplest
but
way, bro.
I get it,
I'll
man. I
study
get it.
before the
I get it.
with
Y'all
this
fans,
and
and y'all
but
can't
in
answer
all
that
of your
question.
arguments.
Sometimes there's difficult answers that you can't answer, and I understand.
So there's no
The
difference.
question's
I
stupid.
understand, man.
That's it. And again,
Uh,
you're just using that to not have to
I'm
answer
not
the
just
other
using that.
questions
No, I'm just
that they were
you know
giving
what it
you.
is,
So I get
Clavo.
it, bro. You're
See
stuck.
what it is, Clavo. You know that's the answer that you can't
Okay,
answer.
it looks
You
like
know
Hit Kick
that's
got
the
approved.
enigma. That's the question mark that you just
Boxing
You
news,
can't.
mean
boxing
you're
news
telling me that a
24.
fighter? Wait a minute. So you're telling me that a
You
fighter
can't.
like Canelo can't ask for 150, 200 million dollars, the draw that he is, the king of the face of boxing? He can't ask for that. I say he can.
Look,
Yeah, he can.
you can listen.
He's
You can
getting
ask.
it.
Listen, you can ask for all you want,
And
but
you
the
know
point
who
I'm
else
saying,
said he can
listen,
too?
man. You can
David's
ask for.
team.
Yes, you can ask for that. You are the face of boxing. You are King Nello. But the point I'm trying to make is why you didn't ask for it the first time. What
He
changed that?
did. What are you
Hold
talking
on,
Hold
about?
on, let
everybody.
me let
What
me finish.
Hit Kid
Let me
has
finish
something.
it.
Hold on one second, Ashley. Hit Kid has something for
Just to
you.
body bag this
Listen,
over
man.
the right.
Hit
I'm
Kid's
gonna
got a
tell
quick
you.
body
Because
for
this is
you.
I'm
because
gonna
that's
tell all your
bullshit.
Canelos this to
One
my
second,
face.
Because
Ashley.
that's
One
I'm gonna
second.
bullshit.
give
Hit
you.
Mute
Kid
him.
has something
Mute
for
him.
you.
I'm gonna
He's
get.
not going to speak. Mute
I'm
him.
gonna get muted after I say this, but it's all good. What y'all fail to understand is y'all favorite fighter. He know that David
Are you
Benavidez
gonna let
is
Hit
a
Kick?
matchup
Are
You're
you
partner
gonna
gonna
let
for
me
let
Canelo.
Hit
speak.
Kick?
talk.
You're
He
gonna let
know
me speak.
that
You
he's
fucking
coming in.
idiot.
Canelo know I'm coming into the fight by 180.
Listen, you bald
It's
headed
a
cunt. Shut the
Listen,
fuck
possibility
up.
Ashley,
David
nobody cares if
Benavidez
you get
is
muted, Ashley.
six
Nobody
foot
cares if
two.
you get
I'm gonna
muted.
start calling
6 foot
Ashley the Green Goblin.
About 2
And
Green
him
Goblin's
being as
crazy.
it's going to be
Spider-Man.
a matchup problem for him. He
Him
already
being
know,
as
man,
a
he's not
Spider-Man
going
and
to go
Ashley
toe
is
to
the Green
toe
Goblin. He
with
can
a
kick goblins and make
28-year-old
nuts.
Let,
young
Fuck
buck,
you talking
let
man.
me
about?
kick talk.
Y'all done seen he done slowed up. He already know that
Oh my God,
he
let
can't
me
go
hit your
No,
12
talk.
no,
rounds with
I'm waiting
Benavidez
for
in
you
his
to
face.
finish. I'm
Put him
waiting for
12
you
rounds.
to,
He's
get
going to
done
go
with
out
your
on his shit, but
drivel,
he don't want to do that
lowering the
in his
IQ
camp.
of normal
God
And I'm
boxing
damn,
trying to
fans
Ashley,
tell
you
you,
still
merely.
talking? Let him finish. Let
eventually,
Hit Kid respond.
Man, there's a
Hit
whole
Kid,
lot
go
of
ahead and
I'm
nothing.
waiting
say
to
it.
respond,
everybody
but
just
this guy
talking,
takes
saying
all
that's why
night.
I can't win because I got like 100 people talking
No, but
over me when I'm talking.
no, you don't win because you're a fucking idiot who doesn't know
Okay, I
boxing.
could
Let me
be an
make that
idiot,
very
but like I
clear to you.
said,
Let me
like
make
I
that
said,
very
I
clear to you.
understand.
The only
A
reason
Man,
you
fucking
don't win is
idiot.
because you don't know
listen,
Say
boxing,
it
you
again,
stupid
he's a
cunt.
fucking idiot.
Say it
I
again,
understand,
kid.
man.
Like,
I
like,
know,
like, like, that's the truth. You
I
don't know
know it hurts
boxing,
your
but
feelings because you
hold
were
on. You
making
done that.
money
You done that. You
in
done that.
boxing.
Yeah. Before you drivel off anymore, why don't you fucking just get on with this?
I
Boxing News
understand, man.
24. Matchroom promoter Eddie Hearn revealed he had talks with Samson Lekosowicz, the handler of David Benavidez, about putting together a possible clash against Canelo Alvarez for May 4th. This was last year. While
Yeah,
Hearn
that was
initiated
crazy.
negotiations to show
No,
Canelo
Yo, Pop, I can
Benavidez'
you
fight
in.
on the zone potentially, Larigot Sampson reportedly wanted the Canelo Benavidez US TV rights on
Right,
Amazon
exactly.
Prime Video, which is
you
what
know
Dumbass.
what that
BBC
shit
hosts
sound
their
like right now,
fights.
man. I'm pretty
So,
sure
like,
Body
everybody.
bag. Put
I'm
them
pretty sure
bombers up.
everybody on here seen the cartoon Charlie Brown. Y'all remember when the teacher used to talk and how the fuck that shit
wait.
sounded?
Are you
That's what
going?
you sounded like just now.
Wait.
You should.
I'm
That's
being
exactly
called.
what you sounded like to me this
Nah,
morning.
nah. Do you remember how the
Wait.
coyote I was trying to go for the
Sit
road
your
run? The
Charlie
coyote
Brown
gets his
ass
ass whooped. That's
and,
you.
Wait.
and shut up. You're not saying nothing, man. You just talk and hit like you
I'm
always
being
do.
called Charlie
You're not
Brown. I'm
fucking
fucking
anything, man.
Marvin the
Just get
Martian
in.
here.
Just listen, man. Just relax. Get in your place and listen to grown men
Wait, me
talk, man.
getting my
Just chill the
place?
fuck
I'm
out,
in
man.
my
Sit on the
place.
side,
I'm
play your
comfy,
side
motherfucker.
like
I'm living
play your
life.
side like Clown
Fuck
Fight,
you.
man. Play your side.
Fuck you.
I'm telling you, man.
All
Fuck
right,
you,
Listen, man.
Ashley.
Dot your
all right.
I's and cross your T's
Hold
when
on.
you
Fuck
talk
you.
One
professional
second.
levels,
One
man.
second, Ashley.
I
One second,
told you.
everybody.
Fuck you.
Well, hold on.
Bro,
One second. One second.
Ashley, did you pop dirty for Peds too? God damn.
Hold on. What did you say, Clavo? Run that back.
Did you pop dirty for Peds too? God damn, motherfucker won't stop. He keep on going, bro. I like it. I like the energy, but you ain't getting nowhere with it.
I
All
know
that
I'm done.
yapping, bro, that means you're losing the
I'm done.
conversation. You ain't trying to let nobody talk.
Over
Listen,
here.
That
man.
means you trying
Listen.
to keep the body bags from coming to you, but they're gonna
Sh-
keep coming as long as I'm here. They're gonna keep
Show
coming.
over for me, man. You got it. Y'all
Yeah,
got it,
all I
man.
got to say is Ashley done popped up dirty for Benbuterol. That's what the fuck he done popped up dirty for. Them goddamn nuts on that chin.
Oh, hold on. Let me pay some. Hold on 1 second, Ashley. We're gonna get right back to this. Let me just pay a few
You
bills
hear that
first.
dog barking right there? That's what you just sounded like. A little
Hold on,
chihuahua.
Ashley. Hold on, Ashley. Let me pay a few bills, and we're gonna come right back to it, man. Lord Conte 69 says, by the Eddie Reynoso haters' own logic of guilty by association, then Bud and Bomac are guilty because they are openly associated with Victor. I can beat
I
any
mentioned that.
drug test Conte. So we already know Victor Conte's probably one of the maybe the best drug cheat in all of sports. And so that's a good point. A lot of people
Yeah.
try to blame Eddie Reynoso for something that happened with Munguia. Well, you got to keep the same energy if Bud and Bomac are working with an open cheater in Victor Conte.
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep the same energy.
Yeah, you got to
You
keep
don't
the
have
same
to.
energy.
Bud never popped dirty, so
It doesn't
Exactly, because
matter.
he's working
It
with the
doesn't
best
matter.
cheater of
Guilty
all
by
time.
association.
If you're working with the best cheater of all time,
don't
do you
matter.
think you'd pop dirty?
Do you even know who
Listen,
Conti is?
work on
He
No,
don't
he
know
don't
who
know.
long
He
Conti
as you
doesn't
is.
know
ain't
who
got
he is. He
nothing
He
doesn't
in the
know.
doesn't know who
system.
Conti is.
You all good.
He doesn't know.
Let me
So
guess.
Ashley
Conti ain't got
Knuckles,
nothing to do with
I'm
it.
gonna do a quick experiment. Ashley, who is
Many
Victor
people
Conti?
affiliated with them.
Okay, so who's Victor Conti? Ashley Knuckles, who's Victor
Victor
Conti? What is
Conti
he
is the
known
mother.
for? He who?
He's a what?
He's known
He's
for
the
like the
what?
nutritious, and you know the word.
Is Conti a convicted
Motherfucker,
felon,
that's
Ashley
you know what I'm
Knuckles?
talking about.
Is he a
It don't
convicted
matter he a
felon?
convicted felon. What he a convicted felon
What
for?
you mean it
So
don't
what's his
matter?
What the
Oh
connection to
my
boxing?
What you
fuck?
mean
gosh,
it don't
what?
What's
matter?
his connection to
Oh,
boxing?
fuck.
You just
Listen, man,
body bagged
I don't
yourself,
give a fuck
fam.
what he got
You just
going on.
killed
He's
Yeah,
yourself.
we always
connected
got
to
to
it. Belong.
explain.
Did
And
Crawford pop
see
dirty?
when
Yes or
he's
no,
backed
man?
into a corner, hold on, when he backed into a corner, I don't give a fuck about what he got going on. So you
Yep.
don't know who Victor Conti is. You
Yep.
don't know the history.
Ashley only
You
type of
don't
dude to
know any
fuck
of
a bitch
this.
Listen, man,
raw.
I just
Nick,
told you
Nick,
he the
Brother,
you're
we
white.
ain't
you're
I
got
don't
you're
know if he
you're
MSRP
you're
and
Italian,
you're
kill
whatever
that.
he is.
you're
Fuck it, I don't
Nick.
care.
Ashley's reminding
Listen,
me
man,
of
I
not
don't
going
care because
boxing when we backed
Crawford
him
ain't
into the
pop
corner
dirty, so
over
I
Tank
don't care what the
Davis.
fuck
That's true.
Victor Conte got going on. That's the
That
point I'm
means you're
trying.
stupid. That means exactly. That means you don't know what the
Yeah,
fuck
You
you're
you're
asked
talking
me a
actually
about.
question.
illiterate,
You asked me a
Ashley.
question about Bud Camp. Bud ain't never popped. People in Reynoso camp have popped. So that's the
You don't
difference.
even know who Victor Conte is, so you really can't
It
speak to
don't
that.
listen, man. It don't matter.
What
Long as I
God?
know,
It does matter. You
long
got
as
to
I
know
It
who
know
does
Conte
people
matter,
in,
is.
Ashley.
long as
You
I know
fucking
Crawford ain't
retard.
It
top dirty.
matters.
I don't have to know who the dude is.
Yes, you fuck. In this case, yeah, you do, dumbass.
You
Yes,
do.
you
Yeah, you
do.
gotta
You
know.
do, bro.
You gotta know
That
because
means that you're arguing something that you don't even understand.
Yo. Ashley's the type of guy that
So
don't give a
hold up.
fuck if this bitch just got ran
So
out by
because
100 guys. He'd be like, I still love her. I still love her.
She's still my
That's fucked
baby,
up.
though.
I'm
She's still my
still gonna
baby.
buy the house,
quick
He's
question.
still like, wipe that mayonnaise off your face.
and I'm
That ain't
gonna
nothing
put
but
it.
mayonnaise.
Oh my God! I be too.
Nuke, isn't David Benavidez under the snack program as well?
I believe so. I believe so. Is that true, guys? Is that true? I believe he's been a
I
part of
see
the
him
snack.
with a snack T-shirt. That's
If
Hey,
he's wearing the shirt, he's been a part of it.
Snack got some sketchy business. Haney rehydration over a middleweight and 135 pounds. It's a lot of shit you gotta question, man.
Mike Trey just said it. Mike Trey just said it in the chat. Ashley don't care because he's black.
Oh, that's it.
By the way,
Let's not do that, man. Let's
by
not
the
do that.
way, if you just type that in on Google and you look at the AI, it says David Benavidez has a strong connection with the SNAP nutrition.
Oh, and
program.
he's wearing
yeah.
the gear. There's tons of picture of him wearing the gear. So even if he's not at the moment, I'm not sure, but I know he has been at points. So we know that. And the fact that actually you might need to do your research on who Victor Conte is, then
Just
get
put it
back
as a
to us.
casual.
But let me go ahead and finish paying these bills. Violet says if this is the case, didn't Alicia Baumgartner test positive while being in Bill Haney's camp, and they didn't say anything about Bill and Snack? You got to keep the same energy, but Ashley don't bring that up because he don't know who Conti is, and he probably don't know who Bill Haney is.
The silence is
Bill
so
Haney,
reassuring. The silence is very reassuring.
Ashley, who's Bill Haney? Ashley,
He's
who's
emotional.
Bill Haney?
Damn, bro.
I sense the
This
rage
nigga
quit
don't even
coming.
know.
He don't know. He don't know. We're gonna keep paying bills. We're gonna get to the next. So he don't know. My brother Fernando says Ashley just hates anything around Canelo or his team. This is proven to be a fact. You mentioned Canelo. Oh, Canelo just got a new dog. He got a German Shepherd. And Ashley 10 minutes later, fuck German Shepherds. And that's the attitude he has. That's the attitude he has.
It was just one redheaded whore that broke Ashley's heart, and then Ashley said, "Fuck all redheads."
That's fucked up.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask you, Ashley.
I'm so happy.
Is Ashley,
Cole,
you
you
know
see me just drop that pussy?
Ashley's having a hard time right now. That's why he was yelling at his wife. They got into a domestic dispute because she bought some cinnamon for the house. Get that shit off my house. He got really
that
upset.
dog barking? Is that his wife?
Oh, I didn't say that. That's
Oh,
fucked
Put off my
up.
man.
By the
goddamn
way,
table, bitch.
can I quickly say this as well?
Yeah, say
If fucking David does decide to go up to cruiserweight, if I hear of either Mirage or Ashi that David beats either Serdo or especially Jai Opataya, then that will prove ultimate casualness.
Man, hey, Ashley Knuckles already claimed that fucking David will beat Zurdo in previous lives.
I know, but if he ever says he beat Jai, that's when I will
He
watch.
already done
But
it.
Ashley's delusional. Everything that comes out of her mouth is delusional.
But was it
Because
crazy?
I mean, right before I joined, y'all asked him. I go, who's David gonna be at cruiserweight? I don't know. I don't know. He's got to go up there first. I don't know. Look, man, I don't know.
He don't even know who the hell Victor Conte is. I was in the background screaming, trying to help him. Like, yo, that's not Antonio Montana of the PE. Man, what are you talking about? How you don't know who this dude is?
Yo, hey, Nuke. Just to touch on what Hickett said about, or he brought up
He's
Mirage.
the Greg
So remember,
Popovich of boxing.
so remember last live somebody was telling us Mirage made a video
Yeah.
about this. Like I went to like search for it, right? And I didn't even watch the whole stupid video. But like I see the views, and I think it was like I even commented 349 views, laughing my ass off.
Oh man.
Wait, why did Mirage make a video?
He made a video. I didn't watch the whole thing, but he made a video of us.
I watched the whole
supposedly-
thing. I watched
You
the whole
did?
thing. It
Of
was all
us
about.
like praising Canelo.
Hey, yo, why
he made a video of us
why
praising
does
Canelo?
Ashley disappear
Yeah.
when I get on? Why he be
She
leaving?
just ran. She just ran. Bye, Felicia. Let me just say this.
Yo.
I find it funny. I find it funny that Mirage is making videos, considering from what I've been seeing on
Mitch.
social media, his missus has been around quite a lot.
Oh, hold on. We got some more bills to pay. This one is from Mrs. Mirage. She says, hold on. Mrs. Mirage says, my husband is a big fan of the show. Mirage, make a video about that, bitch.
David Benavidez. I love David Benavidez.
Bitch, make a video about that, Mirage. Your masculine ass wife. Make a video about that.
His own wife,
Keep
his
the
own
same
wife is
energy,
on this
Mirage.
channel.
A couple lives back, Mirage was saying, "Oh, you Eurobum for Smith," and now I bet he's gonna be like, "He's a great fighter. He's a great fighter."
By the way, have you seen the video on Fight Hype where Jose Benavidez is saying, "Oh, we're moving up in the next fight"?
Yes, the next 1 or 2 fights. Yes, we're going to get to that. Let me finish these bills, and we're going to definitely talk on that.
Sorry, Benavidez Senior. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, Frontline says Ring IQ believes the majority of top fighters are juicing, which I sort of believe. What's your thoughts on this statement? I wholeheartedly agree.
That's what I said.
Preem, Clavo, do you guys agree? Edgar, do you guys agree the majority of fighters? And shout out to Ring IQ. You guys believe the majority of fighters are juicing?
Yeah, that's what I said, bro. There ain't no motherfucking way, especially
Even
after 35. After age 35, bro, in order for you to handle all that shit, the fucking training camp, the fucking whole 36 minutes, bro. Yeah, man, some of these boys got to be juicing. But some people just know how to mask it better than others.
They know how to hide it.
So wait. Like Clavo, wait. I mean, yes, I agree with you what you're saying, but I think like in certain in not in like this, like someone else said it, the standards of like drug usage or the amounts in the American, like in the on the American medical side are different than other countries. So like if the fighters were fighting in Europe or I don't know any other fucking country, then the amounts that are allowed over there are not necessarily the amounts here, and vice versa. So like if American fighters had to go to Europe or South America or Asia to go fight, then the shit that they take here might not be okay over there. So we could be seeing the same shit on the other side of the street.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean that could be the reason why a lot of people they accuse Inoue of using PEDs because he always fights in Japan versus here.
Right.
And
but like
he proved everybody wrong when he got here. So that's how.
But like, but yeah, like as you get older, it does. You know, the fucking the exercise, the training, the dieting, it's harder on your body. So yeah, I'm not gonna say that these guys are all saints and they don't take something to help them either lose weight or fucking retain energy, whatever it is, to get through fight camp.
Or just to have a competitive edge.
But there's new drugs coming out every year.
Preem, I got a question for Preem. Preem, why would an almost 40-year-old Bud Crawford have acne all over his face?
That's because he juicing.
That's it. Something's wrong. 40-year-old man don't break out with acne on his face.
Nope.
He juicing. He doing something. Yo, y'all haven't seen the movie The Program? Remember how Homeboy used to flush his system out and it still stood in his system? Like the dude that was playing the lineman. They do that shit for real, bro. They do that shit for real, bro.
I know.
They do that shit for real.
I know this is a different sport, but imagine if UFC fighters was getting tested the same way as boxers.
Look
They will be dirty left and right.
Carlos,
there will be no UFC.
Go ahead.
Carlos,
there will be no UFC.
Carlos, let me put it like this. They still have John Jones as one of the figureheads, who, by the way, is ducking right now. He's ducking Tom Aspinall, and I'm making that abundantly clear for any MMA fans who are watching this. He's ducking Tom Aspinall. But this fucker has been a drug tweak twice, and they've welcomed him back. Twice! With steroids and all that. I'm not even bullshitting. UFC's a hodgepodge for it.
It is. Borat's mustache says, I'd be more concerned with Memo in David Benavidez camp. Ashy Knuckles, are you there, my brother? Ashy Knuckles, where are you?
He's crying.
Well, I got some breaking news.
Hold on. Ashy, where you at? Ashy, are you not concerned with Memo in David's camp? Ashy?
Nah, he don't give a fuck. Remember?
What's the
Oh yeah,
breaking
that's
news?
true. He don't give a fuck.
What's
He
the
don't give a
breaking news?
fuck.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Okay, you're right. He don't.
I'm
You
just.
have breaking news.
I have
What?
breaking news, but it's a news that I'm happy about.
Break it down, brother.
Let me see.
They just announced it's confirmed. Saturday, July 26th, and my birthday week, Xander Stein is gonna fight Chino Garcia for the 154 WBO
Yeah,
world
yeah,
title.
That's great
yeah. That's
news.
on. That's
Nice.
on.
Oh man, I'm
That
so
That's
happy,
on.
about that.
title for Dora
For my
Duck.
Damn.
Yeah, let me tell you
my
something.
birthday
I
week,
don't know. Listen, I'm
that
personally,
July 12th,
I'm
July
personally
19th, and
picking.
11th.
I'm personally picking Cambosis to beat this kid.
You're picking Cambosis to beat Hitchens?
Yeah, yeah. You know why? I just got like
Cambosis.
a crazy thought. I want him to whoop Hitch's ass so he can get this belt and he can call out Teofimo Lopez and let's get another round 2 of that.
I
Still got to prove himself.
Preem, you my brother from another mother,
wanna
Preem.
know
I can't
something?
agree with you on that.
Yeah, bro, I don't know,
Y'all want
Phil.
to know something? I know we're all calling Supreme crazy. I'm actually going putting a $5 on Cambosis to win that fight over
I can't
Hitchens.
do it.
What?
I can't do it.
What?
No!
What?
What type of
Nah,
I'm telling you now, man.
y'all for real,
Listen,
though, for
he
real.
just still ain't got no power. My man Cambosis
He
got
hasn't
more
got
power
power.
than he do.
He hasn't. He's
I'm
got no
telling
power.
you, man.
Bro,
I think it is screaming upset.
Bro,
Cambosis.
he's like he's like the fucking IKEA Devin Haney. What are y'all talking about? He's gonna get his ass whooped.
Speaking of IKEA, here comes IKEA, and
Oh man.
and also to further the point, I actually think Cambosis will win the fight because he's got a lot more big fight experience than Hitchens.
Hell
I actually
yeah.
really fancy Cambosis in an upset.
Yeah, and I want to see him fight Tio after that. Get the belt.
Fancy
Call Tio
Cambosis in
bitch
a
ass
big
out. Put him in the
upset
fight.
over
Fuck that.
Hitchens.
Hey,
Hold
Nuke,
on.
I didn't
Let me announce a miracle real quick. Ashley Knuckles has donated to the channel, says Eddie Reynoso should be investigated 100%. He up to some bullshit.
Crazy.
That's a miracle. Let me screenshot that. Don't take it off. I just screenshot it.
Thank you. Hold on. Garage, do you believe that Eddie Reynoso should be investigated?
Yeah, yes, he does.
He's clearly running his steroid factory. He's been exposed.
Oh my God.
Investigations. Let's just pretend Jose Benavidez fighters four got busted. What would you gentlemen be saying? I don't think you'd be very charitable. You wouldn't be very charitable at all. This is clearly dodgy. Munguia exposed. Canelo exposed again.
Back in 2019,
This confirms that what everybody's already thought. Canelo's still on it.
Do we not see the double standard?
They've all been exposed.
Why are you bringing up Canelo? Why is Canelo's nuts on your chin?
Because he's part of the gang. He's part of the gang.
Did not get busted for an illegal
I think cocaine gets you more hyped up than that PE shit. If you ask me, but that's just me saying.
But it's still an illegal drug, is it?
Hold on, Xander, I got you. I'm coming up to yours next, Xander. I'm coming up to yours in a few more. Let me finish these super chats.
I would ask you IBFP. Can I just ask you something, man? Did you enjoy my video?
Go for it, Mirage.
Did you enjoy my video? Because I know you watched it. Don't pretend. Oh, you bullshit artist. Carry on.
What is the video about?
Firstly, I know you watched it, and in case you haven't watched it, you're missing out on some great comedy.
I really did not. I promise you, I did not watch your video.
It's about you. It's about you. It's a tribute. It's a tribute. It's a tribute to IBFP.
Thank you,
Mirage.
Mirage.
You should check it out.
Thank you, Mirage.
Because I respect.
I do give credit. I don't believe this thing for nothing.
No, he probably on there hating or something. I don't care about that little garbage content, man. It's all good.
No,
I commented when it was 349 views. I haven't checked. Maybe it's got 351.
Look,
and it's going to go up.
For you,
Guess
Mirage.
what? It's going to go up every day.
And Mirage, look. I really want to say this from the bottom of my heart, Mirage. I'm really happy. How many subscribers do you have over there, Mirage?
Oh, I got a couple hundred.
Okay, so it just
you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere
out there. Hold on, there's a couple hundred meat suckers out there that love this content. So there's always a fanboy group everywhere, man. So I'm glad you're collecting all those similar guys that think the same way. Good for you, Mirage. You always welcome over here, Mirage. See, that's
well, you haven't put me on the panel the last few weeks. You didn't put me on, so I was wondering if I was welcome.
Studio.
Now forget about them.
Man, he just heard. He just heard that you didn't put him in, bro. That's why he made the video too.
Question here.
I think Barrage and Ashley have the wrong channel. They should be over at Boxing Eagle.
Well,
They
that's
should
the
be over
thing.
there with Sun. They should be
They
over there
they
with
don't want to. They don't
Southpaw.
want to go
That's
with
where they need
somebody's
to
going
be
to
at.
agree with them.
Hold on, let Clavo get this one. Say it again, Clavo.
I'm just saying, bro. The reason why he's here is because he wants to argue, bro. This is what they want, bro. Ashley and Mirage, they're like fucking
Are you
pissed off
complaining now? You're gonna
ex-wives
have a wing?
that
You're
can't
gonna,
get
you're gonna
over
have a
this
cry?
shit.
I'll be RB.
That can't get over
You're
this
gonna have
shit.
a
Y'all like
cry?
pissed off wives that can't get over it, bro. Y'all can't move on. So of
Let it
course,
out.
bro.
Get it all
That's
out,
why y'all
Clavo.
get
Let
kicked
it
off.
all out.
That's why the fuck y'all got kicked off every panel. And you take about 15 to 20 minutes to make videos about Nuke and Ring IQ, bro. Be honest, bro. The only reason you
And I'm
made
gonna
that
make
them
more,
videos is
and I'm
for
gonna
Ring
make you a
IQ, bro.
star. I'm gonna make you a
Right?
star, blockhead. More. There's more
Sure.
coming. Don't worry.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Sure. It's all good, Mirage. I feel
You
you,
done?
bro.
You done? You feel better now? You let it out?
Nah, I didn't let nothing
Hey,
out,
Nuke.
bro.
Hey, Clavo. Hey,
Suck
Clavo.
my dick so I can let the rest out.
Yo, Clavo, for all the business talk that these dumb fucks talk about, you would think Ashley would donate more than $1.99. Apparently,
Boom.
he ain't a big
That's all
baller
he
like
could
he said he is.
afford.
Boom.
He ain't a
That's
big baller like he says he is. And I never
all
see
he could
Mirage
afford.
give anything but nothing but a comment.
That's
Yeah.
it.
So I donated a couple bucks. So far,
Your
Canelo's
shitty ass
busted.
opinion.
Munguia's busted. Guess who hasn't busted positive for PEDs? Take a guess.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh man.
listen!
Monster.
Don't say
Oh,
David
your
Benavidez.
baby
It's only
daddy.
because when you give
For
him a
eight
fucking
ball,
hand
yeah.
job, he's wearing a
Because
condom.
he doesn't need
Yeah.
PEDs. Yeah, monster.
Mirage just
It's
popped
He need,
all
for
natural.
Benadryl.
he
It's
need
all
that
Really?
eight
natural,
ball. He
baby.
need that 8 ball.
Well, hold
Oh.
on. I got another few comments here. Fernando says, Ashy, so in this case, we're going to put it towards Mirage since Ashy's not on the panel. Mirage, David Benavidez making 168 pounds again is not suspicious to you. He said he'd be willing to move down to 68 again for a fight.
Yeah, look,
Mirage,
I keep
is that suspicious that he would be able to make 68 easily again?
I keep it real. I'm not ruling out using some sort of weight loss supplements. Yeah, I'm not ruling that out because I keep it real. But steroids, that I'm not convinced. Yeah, so he's innocent of that. But yeah, to these guys all probably take shit to lose 20, 30 pounds. Yeah, probably do.
I agree. I
Mirage.
agree that,
Well, hold
most
on.
people take things, and I agree with Mirage. I don't think he would take steroids. I don't think David would take it
That's
because if
exactly
David
what
would, he'd
some
have
people
some
are.
knockouts, wouldn't he? At 75, he
I mean,
wouldn't
wait a
be getting
minute.
all these UDs. Edgar, how you on the juice and you getting UDs? You the UD champ. That don't make sense.
Well, he
Yeah,
wouldn't be
yeah,
skinny fat.
you're being
He
called
wouldn't be
a
skinny fat.
monster for fucking decisioning motherfuckers.
Nah. Hey, Nuke. His angle is just taking fucking truckloads of cocaine to fucking stay within weight. To stay within weight.
Hey, he's living it up, man. He's having a few lines, living it
Hey,
up.
So
You're just
cocaine is
jealous. You're
okay.
just jealous.
So
You're
cocaine is
broke. You're a
okay.
broke ass
Cocaine, a
motherfucker.
banned substance is okay.
that's
So
what
now
I
it
was
doesn't
talking
count.
about
So now
earlier.
it doesn't count.
Recreational.
Hey man,
I never
it's a lot of periquico ping ping.
So I mean, you're not. So
You
wait,
couldn't
so
afford a line of cocaine with your life savings. That's why you're
nah.
jealous.
So wait,
Hold
so
on.
you're gonna
Hold on.
tell
What
me?
was it,
So
Clavo?
you're gonna tell me? Hold on, you're gonna tell me that during the fucking Vostok fight, during the beginning, there's a picture of the motherfucker. He looks like a bag of spoiled milk, but on the day of the fight, he's got a 6-pack. That don't fucking look suspicious to you, dumbass. Shut the fuck up.
I didn't see no
Whoa.
six pack. I saw a skinny
told me to
fat
come
dude. I
in.
didn't see no six
Oh, there
pack.
you go.
Dude, that's
All
that.
natural, man. All
Let's act
natural.
stupid, Mirage. Let's act stupid, bro. It's okay,
That's
We
that
man.
got another
Ozempic.
comment. Hold on. We got another comment from Mrs. Mirage here. Mrs. Mirage says, this Ashy Knuckles guy sounds like a real clown. Mirage, tell you what, thank you for constantly donating.
She's giving more money than you.
I'm single, man. I'm single.
Hey,
Then who's the
hey,
next?
I don't
Who's this
blame the bitch,
masculine
and
thing
I don't
right here
blame the
that's
bitch.
fucking with you?
No idea, man. One of my fans. I got a lot of fans.
Yeah, sure. 150 fans?
Oh, that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. The Mexican 6'9" killer says, David versus Morrell 2 at cruiserweight, laughing my ass off. Is that the rematch that's going to happen at cruiserweight? I hope not.
It depends if he gets through the Russian.
That's going to be a good fight.
Both of them
Who's
actually.
going to fight him? Who's going to have the balls to get in the ring? That's all. I'm just waiting to see who's man enough to get in the ring with the monster. Let's see.
Who's man enough to get in the ring? That's an
Hey,
interesting.
Correct.
Mr.
Hold on. Are you implying that Callum Smith is not man enough?
Well, has he got in the ring yet? We're still waiting
Well,
to see.
I mean, hold
waiting.
on, Clavo.
David
Hold on,
not man
Clavo.
enough.
Didn't David turn down the first
They
Callum Smith offer?
They turned down the fucking first offer, bro. Have you not seen this shit or what?
Yeah.
So David
For
wasn't man
an
enough
interim
initially,
belt.
right?
David doesn't fight for interims. He's a real champion. Now let's see if Callum wants to fight David for a real
What you
belt.
mean? He was undisputed
see.
interim champion. What the fuck is you talking about? He don't fight for an interim belt.
David's got a real belt, Callum. Come fight him. Don't be scared.
Hey, Mirage, who did he
sound
beat
like
to
a
win that
clown.
belt? Who did he beat to win that belt? The fax
sound
machine?
like drunk clown.
No, he did
He beat the fax machine.
Not just that. What the fuck is David doing next? What's
what
his
he
next
did,
move?
he scared the undisputed champ
Hey,
so
he
much.
beat the
he
fuck out of that
dropped the
fax machine.
That's what he did.
No,
He's
what he
scared.
did was he activated his mandatory like he didn't do against Canelo and forced them to
So
choose
are you happy
side
that he
fight.
did
That's
it, or
what he did.
are you happy that he did it, or are you gonna criticize him for it? Which is it?
Hold on. What do you think about
Exactly. We're going to criticize it. Why did he do that Canelo? That's a duck.
Oh, so he didn't do it for Canelo, you criticize. He did it for Bivol, you criticize him. Okay, that makes sense.
Hold on.
Exactly.
So
He's
are you
a fucking duck.
hold on
That
real
proves
quick,
he's a
Mirage?
duck. What are you
Mirage,
talking about?
hold on one second, Mirage. Do you have are you praising David or criticizing for activating versus Bivol, but not with Canelo? Are you criticizing or praising?
No, I'm praising him for doing everything he could to fight the undisputed champion. That's a
Okay.
real fighter right
And
there.
hold on, I just want
You
to
don't
point
like
this
it
out. Hold
apparently.
on.
You don't like it.
I just hold on one second, Mirage. I just want to point this out for Edgar and Clavo and Carlos and everybody on the panel. This is the same Mirage that if we go back a few episodes ago, he was saying there's no such thing as activating the mandatory.
Exactly.
Now all of a sudden he says there is.
Yep.
Make a video about that.
Yeah, body bag. That's a body bag.
No. Wait a minute, Nuke. Nuke. That was
a video.
Clavo,
wait,
go to
no,
Clavo
Nuke. That
real
was
quick. Hold on, fellas.
He
Clavo.
just confessed he saw
Bro,
a
that
video.
was what the whole video.
Mirage, go to Clavo real quick.
Bro, that was what the whole video was about the fucking there's no such thing as activated mandatory. That's the what he based that whole video off of.
That's a body bag.
And then he comes back in here with this shit.
Contradicts his own video.
That's a trash
Hey,
bag right
Green,
there.
this nigga doink the clown, Green.
So wait, Mirage, let me ask you a question. Mirage, let me ask you a question. You said there's no such thing
He's
as
a
enforcing the
bozo.
mandatory, right?
Yeah, so do you agree with me finally?
No, I'm asking you, dumbass.
No.
Okay, no. Then why the fuck is Gustavo Oliveira, the fucking president of WBO, asking him why didn't they enforce the mandatory with the fucking David Benavidez and Canelo?
Because he's not the president of the WBC.
So you know more than the president of a sanctioning body?
President of the WBC.
So you know more than the president of a sanctioning body, dumbass?
Clearly, because he's fucking lying out of his ass.
Subscriber says he does.
Oh, he's lying.
Hey, prove me wrong. Gustavo, whatever your name is, prove me wrong. Show me evidence. Show me evidence.
He doesn't even know who these guys are.
He don't even know who he is.
Knuckles. He don't know anybody in the sport. He's just spouting.
But he got these people on the boxing channel that don't know nothing.
Let me ask
So
you.
do you agree with me or not? I'm
That's where he
confused.
get his
You can enforce the mandatory or you can't. Do you agree with me or not?
Mirage,
Yeah.
what do you think about Callum Smith?
Hold on. Let me pay. Hold on, Mirage. Let me pay some bills. George, the last Patriot, says fantasy fight. Duran versus Shane Mosley, 135. Preem, who you got? Duran Mosley, 135 fantasy fight. Who do you got next?
At that time, both their prime, I'll take Duran was fast at 135. I'll take Duran. I'll take Duran fast.
Damn.
Who do you
He's
guys
fast.
got? Duran Mosley, 135 fantasy
He was
fight.
fast. Don't
Dude,
sleep on him. He was fast.
Dude, Duran was
No,
bred to
man,
fight
that's a
15
hard
rounds
fight, man.
non-stop.
Hit. Who you got? Duran or Mosley? 135. Hit.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I got Duran, man. Dude, that dude
Bro.
was bred to fight.
I got
15
Duran.
rounds.
Bro, Mosley was
Duran is
nice
Duran.
at one. Mosley was nice at 135, bro,
actually
but I don't
50
know.
to me. Yeah.
The hands of
Roberto,
stone, bro. I gotta go with the hands of stone.
Listen, you got to see it, man. 135. That's how much he weighed almost
No,
when he
but,
was
but you know why?
I'll
sparring
take-
Rocky Balboa in the movie.
I'll say
You
it
know
like
why?
this.
It's too fast for him.
Go ahead, Ed.
You know why I would take Duran? Only because Shane Mosley. I mean, because he's part of the last, I guess, decent generation of boxers where they came to fight. Like he would engage. When
Yes.
Duran lost to Leonard, Leonard figured out that I cannot stand in front of this dude for way too long. I got to fucking stick and move, and he
gotta
outboxed
run.
him. He outboxed. Well, I'm not gonna say run because he landed clean shots, but he didn't stay in the
Ran.
pocket. He didn't stay in the pocket long enough to get any damage. He didn't let him get himself cornered or anything like that. Mosley would fucking engage, and Mosley, it would be a testament of like how much he would want to engage, but that would be his fault. Duran would take him out because of the
Yeah, I
engagement.
think I'll go with Duran because it's like Durant faced a lot of killers, man. You know what I mean? Not saying Mosley didn't, but it's like
again, it's because of the engagement. Engagement will provide a good fight and back and forth, but that's why I believe he would beat Mosley. If Mosley,
He would have
I
knocked
don't know. I mean,
Mosley
we
out.
never know. But if Mosley would fucking
Mosley
hit the
was a
switch and be
knockout
like, all right,
out,
let me move away, maybe he pulls it out. But in a toe to toe back and forth, Durant's gonna beat him.
And there wasn't that many weight classes back then either. So you had a lot of big men fighting at 135, and they were natural mix.
Yep.
Borat's mustache says Ashley's real name is It because he's a damn clown. Salute to Borat's mustache. JMA says in Mexican culture, disrespect is a no-no. Salute to you, JMA. Lord Scante 69 says Turkey came in the picture. Ashley is so lost. This is earlier in the conversation where Ashley was getting body bagged about the financials. Salute to Lord Scante 69. Mrs. Mirage says Ashy Knuckles is sundowning. If you don't know, that's a form of mental decline.
Yeah.
What?
You can apply that. You can apply that. You can apply that to fucking Mirage too. Like if you would be honest.
Like Mirage. Oh, go ahead.
I want to give IBFP props for the video. The video, David is moving like a monster.
Oh, turn it up.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that, Mirage.
Mirage, how you don't know who Gustavo is?
Let me finish this off, then we can get back to the conversation. I promise. We're almost done. Real Talk Combat says, put Ashley backstage while others try to speak, bro. Ashley was interrupting a lot, but then he rage quit again for some reason. Ashley, why'd you rage quit?
He saw me.
He saw Preem and got
came
scared.
on, he hauled ass.
Oh shit, emotional.
They said Ashley's so fat. They said Ashley's so fat. They told him to haul ass. He had to make 2 trips. That's fucked up. And one baller says, "I'd rather get dating advice from Hit Kid than Ashley Knuckles." Damn, that's Hit Kid's giving that dating advice.
England.
Mr. Mirage says, ask IBFP why is he scared to let me on the panel? You just body bagged your dumb ass, Mirage. Why would I be scared to let you on the panel? Who are you, Mirage?
That's a donation, $2 donation. There you
I
go.
appreciate that, Mirage. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on, and thanks for saying crazy shit like that. Because I would never be scared of a guy like that.
Man, make it $5 next time, oh.
Yeah, $5 next time. That's right. Thank you. Xander says having Victor Conte in boxing is like having a child. You know what? Straight out of prison, working. I can't say all these things on YouTube. But basically, it's one of them type of things that shouldn't be happening. Salute to you, Xander. I appreciate it, my brother. Noah says, do y'all think they should allow PEDs in boxing, but to a certain limited dosage? No. Usyk Dubois, too, is about to be fired. You're absolutely right. And what do you guys, do you think we should allow PEDs in boxing to a certain limit or a dosage? Because it seems like mostly everybody's doing something. Do you guys agree or disagree?
I mean, I say yeah, because a lot of times, maybe somebody being on PEDs will give somebody the better edge and, what actually help somebody win a fight, but the other person could get hurt behind it. They found out the other guy was on PEDs. Well, hey, you already know what it is. But if everybody's on PEDs, it's fair and fair. And also, if they're on PEDs, that means they're going to give it more than usual. That means they're going to have more in them. Maybe more of an entertaining fight. So, yeah, I'm with it to a certain dosage. Yes. I agree.
Do you agree with that, Mirage? Are you with that, Mirage?
That's a tricky question. Have you guys seen the swimming competition that's happening at the moment? It's like the PED swimming championships. Everybody is allowed to
Mirage, are you watching that?
Everybody's allowed to just juice to the gills. It's happening right now.
Mirage is watching that. Mirage is watching it because he's trying to see all those guys in speedos.
So does that mean you agree?
If you allow PED
you agree
use,
to have PEDs in the sport more or no?
So the problem is the sky is still going to be the limit. There's still no limit even to that. They're not just going to use one. There's going to be cocktails and cocktails and cocktails. So
No. The problem to answer that question is the problem is
But I want to hear the point. What was the point? The swimming contest. What happened? They're juiced up to the gills, and what else?
They've created a swimming competition right now, championship, where they actually allow and encourage people to fucking juice. It's the juice championship. So it's interesting how they find that angle. But It's the problem is it's dangerous. The
What
problem
I
is
think
that's
about
why
it, what
it might be even, but it could be very dangerous.
So,
More
that's where I'm
dangerous
having a
now.
hard time.
So, Mirage, would you be for it or against it?
I don't know. I have to think about it. I don't know.
But
That's
I mean,
tough.
think about how you could benefit. David could start getting knockouts. Would you be happy with that?
Well,
Oh man.
the thing is,
Nuke, bro,
David's already
you a fool, dog.
scary enough right now. Imagine David on PEDs. Imagine that. I fear for the health of the other fighters. To be honest, I'm
Imagine
worried.
if he was with Snack. I couldn't
Yeah,
possibly.
like Jose
Man,
Benavidez said.
Mirage. If David was on
Canelo would not
PEDs,
be
he'd
worried.
break
I'd be
your
worried.
back permanently.
Bro, I mean,
It's
Mirage,
just
look.
a hard question to answer.
What David could do on
Hey,
PEDs, man.
you don't think David?
Destructive.
You don't think David's too big for 168? You don't think he had to use some kind of fucking fat burner to keep on making 168
Shit,
for a decade?
He's already
He was using
dangerous enough.
Ozempic.
He's already dangerous enough. They already won't fight him. Imagine if he's actually on PEDs.
Oh
He'd never
my
get a
God,
fight.
bro.
David's
He'd
on
never get a
Ozempic.
fight. You can't.
Ozempic. That's what
This
he was
guy is
using.
full of surprises, bro.
He on that Lilo shit.
I don't
He's
know
on
why.
that cocktail.
I do gotta say this. PEDs don't
Hey,
make
you
you
on that
better.
Lilo
You
shit,
feel like
man.
it's fundamentals.
My name is Mirage, and I'm on the cocktail.
Hey, you notice when Lilo was on Ozempic, she be acting different now. That's what Benavidez.
That's what I'm saying.
David started thinking he the shit ever since he started taking them Ozempic shots.
Oh man. But to answer your question, man, it's
That's what
it's a
he took,
dirty.
Manjaro.
It's a hard question to answer because for the simple fact you look at the situation with Genjiro, boxers can lose their life in the ring, and it's like I don't know, man. I just don't know if
The
allowing
problem is,
PEDs.
yeah,
Go
like
ahead.
the issue is like you can't, because in boxing you're not trying to swing a bat at a ball and hit it out of the park. You're swinging your arms at someone's face, so you can hurt somebody. But the if you let a certain amount, whatever that list of certain amount is only gonna fucking be used to mask other things, to hide underlying things. Now you just open the gate and it would just become a shit show.
I'm gonna say this: a lot of those medicines enlarge hearts and cause premature deaths. So it's not only harming the other opponent; it's harming your body significantly.
Well, it's gonna
Yeah.
harm your body because you're also so juiced up that you're there and you're like, I don't care. I'm gonna take all the hits that come at me. You know what I mean? So people keep forgetting that your brain is not juiced up. You know what I'm saying? That could swell at any moment. You know what I'm
And
saying? That's
another
why
thing,
boxing is dangerous. Boxing is dangerous. I would say nobody juicing is not the way to go because you could kill yourself just like that, man. Out of
and
nowhere,
another thing, and another
And
thing.
hold on one second. And I agree. I kind of don't want to see nobody do it. Even though to be fair, I don't want to see it. I want to keep the fight game, basically safe with guys like David. Just take the UD, man. And so
But
you don't need drugs. Just take the UD, and we cool with that, man.
But when it's
Just
like
take
these
the
weird,
right, Mirage. Just take the UD.
Hey, why is
Mirage,
Canelo
you don't have to
scared of
wait.
UDs? Why is Canelo scared of UDs?
Fucking Nuke, dog.
Canelo's scared of UDs.
Oh,
I wanted to ask Mirage something.
Oh
in
my
particular.
gosh, niggas trying to kill me over
Where was
here.
you made
Canelo's last
you
KO
made my
again?
eyes
Somebody
water,
remind
Man,
me.
I'm
man. What
still
the
out here, man.
fuck?
I'm still out here, yo. I'm
When
still
was
out here in
Canelo's
Florida,
last
man.
KO?
I'm
Somebody
still out here
remind
in
me.
Florida living it up, man. Still out
That's
here,
what I
man.
thought.
Hold
I think
on, Mirage. You're asking about Canelo's last KO. Is Canelo called the monster or is David called the monster?
Exactly.
David, it says
You
it
gonna
on the
answer my
thing, the
question?
monster.
So
You
hold
gonna answer my
on. I
question?
am answering the
That's
question.
what I
Shouldn't the
thought.
monster be the only one that's held to the standard of getting knockouts every fight?
The
Yes.
Mexican monster.
A monster beats down people. David beats down his opponents.
How
That's
They
you
what
didn't
I
beat
beat
thought.
down
somebody
all
with
the
a
No,
monsters.
no,
UD
no. A
and no
monster is
drugs?
a person that knocks people
Then
down.
no, then why was Morel still standing after 12 rounds? 11
yeah.
fights.
Morel's the beast. Morel's the
Hold on,
beast.
hold on.
Morel's one of the best fighters in the
Was
world.
the last person got knocked down by Anyway? Yes, right?
Yep.
Ooh,
That's a
That's
that's
a
a
monster.
real
real
monster.
monster.
That's a real
That's a
monster.
real monster.
That's
All
a
right?
real monster.
We
How
got
the
That's a
fuck?
real
David
monster.
How the
knocked out.
fuck? How the fuck are we calling David Benavidez a monster while he's decisioning
Oh,
motherfucker?
hold
Just
on.
got
What's he
knocked
going to say
out on
about
his last
Inoue?
fight. What are you talking about? Is that it?
Hold on. Let me ask
He
Wait,
was
Mirage
wait,
knocked
something.
wait. Did
Hold
Mirage
on.
just
Hold
say
on.
Inoue almost got knocked out in his last fight?
Yeah, it was on his ass.
Oh my god.
He got up and beat the shit out of
No,
him.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
He gonna
I'm
stress you
done.
out. He gonna
I'm
stress
off.
you out.
I'm off. That's too far.
Nah, his
Why are
kid.
monsters
Nah, his
almost
kid.
getting
Don't
knocked
leave.
out?
Don't make him
I
leave
quit.
you.
This
Don't
guy
make him
is
leave you.
this guy is completely
Is that a
deluded and
promise?
not
He's
sane.
Well,
delusional.
Is that a
nah,
Don't
promise?
don't
worry
let
about
him
it.
win.
Don't leave here, kid.
Fight
This
his
guy's doing
kid. Tell him to
retarded.
suck your
Hey,
dick.
kid's about
Everything
to
he
rage
sees is a
quit.
mirage. You hear me? He's a fucking
Why
mirage.
are we talking to this fucking idiot now who just said a new age took a shot, acknowledged it, got back up and beat the shit out of
And
the
beat
guy?
the crap out
Exactly.
of him.
I
Yes.
just gotta ask this
Hey,
question though.
I
Hold
saw
on.
David
That means
Benavidez
being knocked out.
touch the canvas multiple times, and he don't finish his opponents.
Of course
Ooh,
not.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
That's a good
Well,
point.
listen,
You mean he
what
Mirage,
he
got
you
can't
tripped?
remember
finish,
seeing
what he
David on the
can't finish
canvas?
You
is a
think
big
getting
ass
tripped is
sandwich.
a knockdown?
Mirage,
You think getting
let
tripped
me
is a
ask you something.
knockdown?
Yo, let
Hold
me
on.
tell
Did
you
he
something.
knock out gravel?
What he
Did he
can't
knock
finish
out
is
gravel?
two lines of coke, and a big Subway sandwich. He can finish that shit quick.
Hey,
Let me
how
ask
many
Mirage
Subway
something.
sandwiches have you had today, Supreme?
Mirage,
How many?
Oh,
What's your
man.
None. I just came
What
out
are
the
we up
movie from
to?
watching The Karate Kid, and that shit was fire.
let me ask Mirage something. Mirage, what do you think about Callum Smith as an opponent?
It's a solid opponent. It's probably the
You
best
hold
one
on, hold on,
available.
hold on.
You said
You
he was a Euro
said
bum, bitch.
you said he was a Euro.
Ooh, body bag.
Body
Body
bag
bag.
He's the
anytime.
Body
best opponent
bag. Body
available.
bag.
He's the best
Wait a
opponent
minute,
Oh my
Mirage.
available at
God,
the moment.
Mirage,
shut the fuck
Mirage.
up.
I have a request,
I
Mirage.
mean, David Morrell's a much better
Hold on,
opponent.
Mirage. I have a request for your next video. Can you admit that you were wrong about calling Callum Smith a Euro bum? Can you say, I'm Mirage, I fucked up. I called him a Euro bum, but now when he's about to fight David, he's a solid opponent. Can you at least
Bro,
make a
No, I
video
wasn't
about
wrong. I
yourself
don't have to
admitting you're
apologize.
wrong?
Could someone
he
Are you
got,
please
going to watch my
he got,
video?
Can
I'd be okay
someone
if I
yo,
do.
I'll
Clavo,
watch it if you do that.
Can
yo,
someone please
Clavo.
Look,
Yo,
it's the best
Yo,
available. Like,
is it
what are
me?
you going to
Is it
do?
me, or this guy got some like some
guys,
Ayo
Supreme,
Paul type shit on his thing? It said Mirage,
Hold on, what's
the
that?
monster is coming.
Soup.
yeah.
Can the panel please explain to me how David Morrell, who had only fought 11 fights before he had fought David Benavidez, was never a world champion at a weight division going into that fight, is a
I know
better
where you're going.
opponent, is a
I know
better
where you're going.
opponent than Callum Smith, who was a weight division champion,
Unified.
unified champion
Mhm.
at 168.
Can you
Yeah.
explain that, Mirage?
The lineal champion as
I
well.
judge a
Can someone
fighter
please
in the
explain
ring.
this to me? I've lost
I
logic.
judge fighters
Hold on, you
when
judge a
you
fighter
judge
in the
them on
ring, Mirage?
BoxRec. That's the
So you
difference.
judged him off 11 fights.
Exactly. Thank you.
Against what
No
match?
Correct.
respect,
And
man. Let the
Loma
video
was
about
pound for
that,
pound.
bitch.
Against
Loma was
what?
pound for pound. Hey, ain't you guys Lomachenko fans?
Can
You
I
were on
say
his
something?
dick after
He
like two
fucking
fights.
proved it.
How
After
come
two
David
fights, you were on his
Benavidez?
dick.
How come David Benavidez never unified at 168? I just
He
want to know
could have.
why.
He could have. He could have gone to the Super Series and unified and
Oh,
beaten
he could have been the man, but I want to know why. Listen, since he says
Nobody fought him. He
the
didn't have a
monster
chance.
is coming on my back. That's what you should put. And let me tell you something. That's what you need to put.
Whoa.
And you
Hey,
need to
why
let me
did it
know.
take
You need to let me know
Bivol
why
7
didn't
years
he
to unify?
unify?
Mirage,
Why
you're
didn't he
making
take over
Why did it take
168?
Bivol 7 years to
Why
unify?
didn't he take 168 over? I need every David Benavidez fan to let me
Because they
know
wouldn't get in the ring with him, man.
he did not take over 168 since he's the monster that's coming on your back.
Here we go, guys.
Because they
Hold
wouldn't
on,
get in the ring.
let
They
me pay
wouldn't get
these
in the ring
bills real
to fight
quick.
him.
Mrs. Mirage, shout out to you, Mrs. Mirage.
Damn, Mrs.
Mrs. Mirage. Mrs. Mirage says that Mr. Mirage pays more attention than Benavidez than he does to me. Mirage, why is that? Why are you more worried about David than your wife?
Your wife.
Clown, bro.
That's a lot of
What,
silence.
Mirage?
Let me tell you
Don't
something
tell me
right
about
now.
the rage quit, Mirage.
Not me, man.
Real quick. Dude, David
Yeah, I don't
Benavidez won
really
all
entertain
of
the trolls. You
Canelo's
can look
He's
after
leftovers.
mad
the
because his
trolls.
wife is on right now talking about him.
Hold on. His wife also left another comment. Mrs. Mirage says, now he want to act like he don't know me. Last night he was letting the monster unleash all over his back, but now all of a sudden he want to act like he don't know him.
Let me ask you, why does Benavidez want all of Canelo's leftovers?
That's a good
Because I
question.
got belts. Because I got belts. Because I got the belts. I mean, are you
Smith?
criticizing for chasing Bivol? What's your question?
No, he's chasing Smith, which was Canelo's leftover.
Okay, who do you want David to fight next? Let's make it simple. Who should David fight next? Who should David fight next? Tell me, go.
Guess what, Mirage? Guess what, Mirage? David should have
Yeah,
fought Payne in
that's what I thought.
2019.
Fight Opataya.
Hey,
He should have
Mirage.
fucking fought Zurdo in 2017.
Okay, can I get
He
an
should have
answer,
fought
say it
Better Be
again.
in 2020.
Hey, Mirage.
Motherfucker.
8 of you. Can you come up with an answer between 8 of your brain
all,
cells?
all that Benavidez been looking to fight is the fax machines for the WC
Who
belt.
should David fight next? Go.
Bro, the reason why David doesn't have an opponent right now is because of his dumbass choices that he's made before in the
He should
past.
be fighting
He's done
Callum.
some choices,
This
too.
He
motherfucker should
made
have been
bad
undisputed
choices.
at 168 and 175 a
Yes.
long time ago, dumbass.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Who should
David is a
David
duck.
fight next?
The only thing that he's gonna accomplish is an email belt. That's it. It ain't gonna be anything else after
Yeah,
that, bro.
maybe. Yeah, and Bevel, if Bevel's going to be a bitch and drop another belt, he's going to take it. Another belt.
Instead of
And that's
fighting,
okay. And
That
it's
was
okay to get an
bullshit
email
from the
belt. It's okay to get
WBC.
an email
That's
belt.
Why are
Roach
you
is coming to
criticizing
take
Bivol
it.
for dropping his belt? That's what I want to know.
hold on. Instead of fighting Gosdick, he could have fought Smith
WBC fuck
right then
Bivol
and there.
order.
Fighting a better fighter in Viterbius. Stop writing things.
Hey, the rumor is, hey,
Exactly.
did you hear Jose say he's heard a rumor?
You keep
He's
coming
heard a
in
rumor they're not even
positive for
fighting next.
Benbuterol. Stop
Did
it.
you
The
hear that
rumor.
rumor? He's maybe not even fighting Beterbiev next. Imagine if that happens.
No,
You
he
guys
might
are going to
fight
be
Skull.
wiping
There's a
ink off the
contract
faces for
signed
next
now.
year.
There's a
Don't
contract
David
in it
nuts
after
like
the
they
fucking
did
second
Sunday.
There's
fight.
a contract signed already.
You know about the fucking contract that was
You
put in
saw
place
it?
if Bivol were to
You
win,
saw the
right?
contract, asswipe?
You guys,
Did you see it?
Mirage is right. He wants to fight Skull. Benavidez wants to fight Skull because he got
Oh,
beat.
if that
He wants
fight
to,
happens next, I'm walking off.
Hey, Bivol, keep dropping those belts. David will take it.
Don't
No
leave.
worries.
Don't
You
leave.
don't want to defend? No worries, man.
Listen, all David Benavidez is doing is waiting for everybody to drop the belt. So he
Well,
can just
already
get him, email him. He ain't gonna fight nobody,
So
bro.
this is
Guys are bum.
he said send him by fax him to him.
That's it.
I already
This
know
is
what belt
habitual
Benavidez about
behavior.
to
He's
get.
already done this before.
He's gonna get the bitch belt.
Uh,
There's a new one coming out.
No says I got it. Noah says I got another one. I know my brother IBFP is excited for the upcoming fight of the year. Tank versus La Cucaracha 2.
Oh my god.
I love water bugs.
Oh man.
I don't know,
Who
man.
you guys got in Tank Roach 2?
Roach.
I mean, I
Can
hope
Kid
Roach
got
pulls it
brother.
off,
Who do you
but I
got in
don't
Tank
know.
Roach 2?
Hey yo, you know I doubted La Cucaracha once. I ain't down La Cucaracha again. I'm going for the water bug.
I gotta go with Tank. I don't know if Roach can strike twice.
Let me get on this. Well, it's not
I
about
don't know.
striking twice. It's about knowing your opponent. He knows Tank very well.
But
So
then Tank already felt. You think he's gonna come back and say?
and listen, and he took his best shots. He took his best shots that was supposed to that knocked down everybody else. I ain't see him go down.
I don't know.
Man, I hope Roach pulls it off.
Roach had hair grease on his He ain't have no fucking hair grease shit. That's what it was.
No,
He got punched in the eye and kneeled down like a
I
bitch.
hope Roach wins, but I lean towards Tank because I don't know, man. I don't
He
see
had some
Tank
of that
fighting
P.
like that
Diddy
again.
baby oil in his fucking eye. That's what it was.
But imagine Roach pulls it off. Oh my god, I cannot. Oh my god, social
Are
media
they
is
going to
gonna
rob?
fucking.
Hold on, Edgar. Are they going to rob Roach again?
No, they can't.
Oh, that's a possibility.
No,
Like he has to beat the brakes off of him
If
for
it's a
it to be
PBC
even
show,
more.
He's got to listen.
if it's
To
a
me, he wanted
PBC show, that's
convincing.
what's gonna happen.
Listen,
They wouldn't
go ahead,
rob him.
Clavo.
Cucaracha against the Tank.
The fuck was that?
What was that, bro? What the fuck was that?
One man will be standing at the end of the rounds. Who would it be? The Roach or La Tanga?
What the fuck?
That just sounded legit.
That just sounded creepy and legit. Wait.
Man, that's my fams on the side. My family on the side. They
I don't
wild.
think they would keep roaching it because if he shows them,
one
dude, that
punch,
shows will be
one
worth
promising
money.
haymaker.
He said one promising haymaker.
I mean,
Like I said, I'm gonna go for the Cucaracha, man. I gotta go for Roach, bro. I feel sorry that they robbed him, but to me, he won the fight convincingly.
Very sorry.
I mean, I agree, but the thing is, I think I got Tank winning this one. Tank is probably
I got Tank.
maybe this was an eye opener for him, and maybe to take shit more serious. Well, with this fight at least.
It was an eye opener. It was an eye opener for the Roach.
Would it be that Tank?
Maybe he got now the Roach is like, I gotta go in and knock this nigga head off.
Hopefully,
Man, I gotta say something.
I'm just
I got
gonna
a question
say.
for y'all.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Edgar. Then
I'm just gonna say, if Roach pulls it off, if Roach wins and pulls it off, Twitter and YouTube is gonna go fucking on fire.
Oh, it will be.
That would be a sweet trilogy right there. Money right there.
Here's a quick one. if Roach beats Tank, which I think he will, because I thought he won the first fight clearly. If Roach beats Tank, we should all for a bit of a laugh do a funeral procession to begin the thing of the LDBC.
If Tank loses, that's the end of PBC right there.
We should
That's the Titanic right there.
Legitimately, to start the live, if Tank loses, 10 bell salute for the PBC and LDBC.
You got a trilogy, bro. They're gonna milk that. They're gonna add a trilogy on if he loses.
I want to say this real quick. Y'all, I mean, what y'all think about the WBA? I feel like the WBA be doing nasty work for a while. They have David Benavidez as the regular light heavyweight champion. They have Rolly Romero as a regular WBA champion. So that means if Bruce Ennis moves up to 154, he gets elevated to become a world champion. How could there be how could there be two champions in one division of the same belt?
David's a real WBC champ. What do you mean regular? What are you talking about?
The WBA, dumbass, not WBC.
Este cabrón retardado.
So what?
Fucking loco, bro.
Fucking dyslexic. He said WBA, not WBC. Not everything's about David, bro.
Now that David's got the Reggie belt, suddenly you hate Reggie belts? Is that the,
no? We're not talking about the same body.
About that Pinoquito Ping Ping.
I mean, Mirage, that's funny.
David Morrell for the belt.
Mirage, that's funny coming from you because you were clowning on Canelo fucking getting trout for a Reggie belt at age 22 versus your boy at 28 fighting for fucking 2 Reggie belts.
But you're clowning David for having the belt.
That's another body bag.
That's a body bag.
That's a body bag.
Body bag. It makes like the
Hey guys, you know what? I forgot to tell y'all something, guys. I was actually just going to YouTube and I was listening to other boxing content, and I run into a live where Mirage is in it. And bro, and now I understand what's happening, bro. Mirage, this is some kind of sickness because David got you so tightly unwound that David's got you talking bad about other people's kids.
What?
Damn,
What?
man. How come you go so low?
Over David?
All over Canelo and David, you're gonna talk bad about somebody's kid, bro. So I know.
Hey, why you spazzing on some people's kids, man? You ain't gonna get no fucking shit from Benavidez.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't remember who it was?
No.
You're not
You
gonna
don't remember somebody named Haplo? Somebody named Haplo.
Okay,
Hey, listen, Mirage, you're an idiot. That's it.
I'm just still playing.
Is that the best you got?
You're a damn idiot. No, it's just.
Is that the best you got for night ahead?
You're an idiot. Seriously, you contradict yourself. You know what you are? You know what you are? You're just like Tupac said.
If you're insulting someone's family over boxing, get the fuck out.
Yeah, he's
exactly, bro.
Listen,
How you gonna?
Bravo, listen to this. Every little city, listen, Bravo. Every little channel you go, every channel you go, you see the same hole.
Hold on. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Hold on, wait a second. I have a comment for Supreme. Supreme, are you implying that Mirage is a channel hopping hoe?
Listen to the song. Every YouTube you go, and every YouTube you see, and everything you know, that Mirage is a hoe.
Damn.
YouTube hopping hoe.
And just to clear the air, no,
kid is taking no prisoners.
Hell no.
The WBA regular championship is not a world championship. It's considered their interim belt, pretty much.
You channel hopper. Look what Hick is my guy. I like that, Hick. I like what you put.
The P Diddy of England.
I mean, there's no way, bro.
There's no need for that.
So there's no way that you can get that much into somebody that you're gonna talk bad about somebody's kid, bro. That's not even normal anymore.
On this, fucking, we can all insult each other over boxing. I don't even care if you would call me a name. You don't talk about someone's fucking family, kids, mothers, fathers, whatever.
Hey, Hit Kid, I'm curious. Hey, Hit Kid, hey, when did you last get some pussy?
You are scum.
When did you last get some pussy,
I don't
Hit
even
Kid?
want to talk to you. Fuck off, you scum.
When was the last time you got
the subject, Raj? Stop changing the subject. You're a piece of shit.
I'm not even a boxing fan anymore.
When was the last time you got some pussy? Let's talk about that.
You're a piece of shit, Mirage.
I'm wasting my time with you. Nuke, I'm heading off for the night. I don't even want to talk to this.
That's what I thought.
Bye-bye.
Mirage, when's the last time you got some ass, bro? Please. And don't lie.
I got your mum.
And your mama doesn't count either. Your mom doesn't count.
Your mum's the other night. Any other questions?
Yeah, well, hey, man, my mom's 70-something, bro. Have at it.
Hey, Clavo, have you
No,
ever
that's
seen
fucked up.
Oh, wait, what? Yo, man, Lord have
So I don't know
mercy.
why you got on this personal stuff. We're talking about boxing, and you guys are really
Bitch, you're the
immature.
one asking
You're
Hickens.
the
When's the last
one
time you
making
got
fun
some
of his
pussy?
family.
Hit a nerve.
Hold
Now
on,
you're
quick
trying to
shout out to
speak on
Body
somebody
Bags. He
else.
just had
Somebody
a
else
baby
nobody
girl.
even knows on
Shout out
here.
to Body
You're
Bags.
bringing them on the
Salute
panel.
Body Bags.
Shut the fuck
Everybody,
up.
Salute, man. The good work.
with
Congratulations, Body
Salute.
salute,
Bags.
man.
Yo,
Salute Body
Mirage,
Congratulations.
Bags.
salute to Body Bags.
Salute to Body Bag, my guy. Yo, Mirage, you a dumbass.
Congratulations, Body Bags. Fuck you, Mirage, in the ass with no
This
Vaseline.
nigga's a YouTube.
Are we
Yo,
back to
No, no, no,
boxing yet or what? Are
no,
we going
Clavo,
back to
Clavo,
boxing or
Clavo,
what?
that's the
Clavo.
YouTube. I'm
David
telling
does
you, bro.
that. David does that. Don't worry. David does that, Clavo.
I'm
David
telling
Are we
you,
going to
bro.
talk about boxing or you
Man, this
guys done
guy's
yet or
so
what?
stuck on David. I know he got a tattoo of his name on his back. Some straight up AO shit.
At this point,
Mirage,
at this
Mirage,
point,
don't
yo,
talk
Canelo
about
Dick
Supreme.
Rider
At
Mirage.
this
Don't talk
point,
about. Let's get
Yeah.
back to boxing when you're asking somebody
Yeah,
when's
let's
the
talk
last
about
time they had
boxing.
sex. Bro, you're stupid, bro.
at this
Are we
point,
done?
he's gotta have David tattooed on his ass cheek.
What
No,
y'all?
he got the no nigga. He got the face. He got the face on his ass cheek.
How many Canelo tattoos you got? How many?
He got.
I
You
got a
know,
lot
he
of
got one. As
tattoos,
a
but
matter of
no
fact, hold
Canelo
on.
You know, it's
tattoos.
hilarious. You got Canelo
Let me
Dick
say,
Riders
yo, hey,
accusing
yo,
other
Mirage,
people of being
your
fanboys.
mom's
Wait,
got them tattoos.
Canelo
David's
Dick
hands
Riders
tattooed on her
accusing
tits.
others of
Her
being
old ass. So when
fanboys.
she go like this, those are his speeding hands, like this. When she go like
Yeah.
this, with
Hey,
them
hold
old
on,
ass saggy
Mirage.
tits.
Mirage, which one of us? Hey, tell me, which one of us has a picture of a fucking fighter on our profile, bitch?
Body
And it says
Bag.
the monster's coming on his
Stupid
back.
That's a
motherfucker.
Body Bag.
Yo.
Wait.
Yeah,
I gotta
you
clear
got a
this up,
picture of
Mirage.
yourself. You
Hold on,
got a
Mirage.
picture of yourself like it's fucking Tinder, you fucking
So what?
faggot.
Because that's a
Yeah.
fucking
This is a
profile,
boxing channel.
idiot.
Why do you have
It's
your
a
fucking
profile.
potato
It's
head?
supposed to be about
Bro,
Wait,
do you
you.
reckon anybody
hold on,
wants to
fellas.
see
Hold on,
your
fellas.
fat head? Do you think
Hold
anybody
on.
wants to
Let
see
me be
that
the judge
fat
of this. Hold
blockhead
on. Mirage.
on the fucking panel? Take that shit off.
Mirage. Let me be the judge of this, Mirage. Mirage. Who on the panel is a Canelo fanboy? Am I? Am Clavo? Is all of us? One of
Yeah,
us? Two of
literally
us?
all of you.
All of us,
We're
bro.
Is that
okay.
is that a
I
trick
just want
question?
to set the stage. Now, Mirage, why do you have a picture of David? Do you consider yourself a David fanboy?
No, I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
He got a
So,
picture
but
of
why
his
do you
Oh
have his
my God.
picture on your
You a
profile?
liar.
Yo, Clavo,
You want to know the
he doesn't
difference?
have a
Hey,
picture of his face. He got a picture of his ass.
you want to know
Exactly.
the
No more that
difference?
shit
Well,
going on.
Hey,
no,
David's ass.
in
Hey,
fact, David,
David's
yo.
why do you
ass.
have a picture of David's ass on your
you want to
profile?
know the difference
Yes,
between a
he
fan
does.
and a
And it
fanboy?
says,
Hey, it look like.
the monster is coming. That's some gay ass shit.
Hey, yo. It look like Benavidez
Hey,
giving a back shot to
Oh
Mirage.
man, that's
you want to know the difference between a fan and a fanboy? You want to know the difference?
oh
What's
I
the
my
can't.
difference,
god,
Go
bro,
ahead.
Mirage?
this
Let me
guy right
see.
here is off the chain,
A
though. Mirage,
fanboy like
suena
you
loco,
guys,
Mirage.
Okay, go,
Mirage,
Mirage.
tú
fanboys
eres
like
un
you
loco.
guys, shut up. Fanboys
Paletero,
like
tú lo
you
que eres un
guys will
paletero.
defend,
Paletero lo
will
que tú eres.
defend. Okay, you can't
Why
control.
you
You have
guys
no
cutting ass
emotional
up or not?
control. You have no emotional control.
That's you, Mirage, talking about other people's
Cool.
kids. That's actually you.
So,
Shut up.
You
so
way
Yeah,
you
too
yeah,
quiet,
defend
Mirage,
the
man.
that's it.
indefensible.
Mirage,
You
the only
defend the
reason we cutting
indefensible.
ass on you, the only reason I'm cutting ass on you because you said that thing about kids and stuff. That's why I'm
Yeah.
on your ass.
You
That's why I'm on your ass.
defend the indefensible. You defend the indefensible. You defend anything Canelo does blindly. That's a fanboy. I don't
No,
do
you're
that.
the fanboy
No.
because I
No,
got
for
everything
real.
Listen, from now on, your
If
name will
That's
be
David
wrong.
ducks
Warren.
somebody, if Dave,
I'm
hey,
not even gonna call
if
you Mirage
David
no more. It's
ducks
gonna be
somebody, guess
Warren.
what? If David ducks
Frank and
somebody,
Beans.
if
Frank and
David ducks
Beans.
somebody, I'll be the first one to call him out.
Did
No,
you
I
you
call
won't
him
No,
out
suck
you
for
your
won't.
ducking
dick
You're
like
gonna
a
make
Benavidez
an
at
Canelo.
excuse
2020?
as to why. Hold on, Mirage. You're not gonna call him out. You're gonna make an excuse as to why it wasn't a
No,
duck. You're gonna say, "Oh, that wasn't
no.
really a duck." You just gotta
You're
keep making
confused.
excuse
You
after
don't
excuse
understand.
after
You don't know me.
excuse.
You don't know me.
We know. Hold on, Mirage. We know your style. But Mrs. Mirage
Mm.
says I blew out Mirage's back last weekend.
Hey,
Oh
Mrs.
man.
Mirage, you're a cheap ass bitch. You're a cheap bitch, Mrs.
Yo,
Mirage.
Mrs. Mirage, man.
Don't talk
I
about
love
your
her,
wife
man.
like that,
Hey,
asshole.
Mrs. Mirage. Hey,
Damn.
I think Hit Kid might be interested. Talk to Hit up, Hit Kid.
Damn, bro.
He'll take anything he can get.
Hey,
Hit up, Hit
Mirage,
Kid.
Mirage,
No
you don't call
recommendation.
yourself a fanboy. You don't call yourself a fanboy, but you applaud the fact that fucking David Benavidez is is a cokehead. Oh, make that make sense.
It makes sense, bro.
Real talk, man. Real talk. Fuck you, bro.
Man, Mr. Barat,
Real talk.
you are a great example to to everybody.
Unity.
I guess Coke is better than championships.
Yeah, and you applaud Canelo being a fucking a PED abuser, and you defend him for that. That's a fair
Bro,
point.
he's talking about that he'll call out Dave for
First of
everything.
all, hold on. I'm about to body bag
Why
him.
would I care
Because just a
about a
few
fighter
minutes
having a
ago, you were saying
recreational
that it
drug?
was okay
for them to use small amounts, and then now you're trying to say that
Yeah, who cares?
Canelo.
Who cares? Yeah.
No, you're a fucking
Who cares
retard.
Who cares
You
about having
was
a bit of
just
coke?
saying that it was okay for them to
Yeah, it
use
is.
that shit to lose weight. So you just body bagged yourself, you fucking
Body
retard.
bag.
Body bag.
Cocaine? I never said
You
use
just
cocaine.
popped positive for Benviderol.
Hey, I ain't
Nobody
gonna lie.
uses
Hey, yo,
cocaine to
Mirage, I
lose
wish
weight,
you run for cover
idiot.
right now.
Nobody
Run for
uses
cover, Mirage.
cocaine
Well,
to lose weight.
hold
It's a
on, Mirage. 1
recreational
second,
drug,
Mirage.
dumbass.
Mirage. 1
Mirage
second.
was the type of dude that got COVID shots and was wearing masks during COVID.
Hey, man.
Hold on 1 second, Mirage. Mirage, 1 second. N1 Baller says Garage is the guy who gets friend zone and waits. That's fucked up.
Yep.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Hold on.
PEDs,
We got another one, Mirage. Hold on. We got another one. JMA says Benavidez ducked the whole division, and Mirage didn't say shit. He didn't unify nothing at 68, but Mirage didn't say shit. Pablo, how do you go to spend your whole career at 168 and never
I'm
unify?
telling you, man.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Like you gonna
Because
defend
they
that?
ducked
You ain't got
him.
nothing to say
Because
about
they
that.
ducked him.
Yeah,
They
but he
ducked
got
him, that's
nothing.
why.
Yo, he couldn't even answer that fucking question when I asked him. Why did he not unify 168, bro?
Because they didn't want
Don't
to
come
fight
back
him.
to this
Canelo
channel
ducked him.
until you
You seen
answer
the
the
news?
fucking question, you dumbass.
Let me
Because
ask
it takes two. It takes two to tango.
So
They have
who
to
was
get in the
so who
ring.
was first?
They
Benavidez,
So who
never
was
did.
first in
That's why.
168?
and tell
Canelo
me
or
why
Benavidez?
he couldn't dominate 168.
Yeah. Is it his
For
fault?
10
Why is it his
years.
fault?
Tell me why. You're not telling.
Why?
I
Because
need to know why.
they didn't get in the ring to fight him. They didn't give him the opportunity. That's why.
No.
But
Hold on,
Canelo,
Mirage. Caleb, I
Yeah.
don't know. Caleb Plant was calling and unifying. David said, no, we're going to wait. Why did David want
Yeah.
to wait?
Did he send the contract?
Why do you want to wait? I'm asking you a question. Why did David want to wait?
Did David say he
I'm
wanted to
asking
wait?
you a question. Why
Yes,
did
they
David want to
did.
wait?
He wanted
This
to
is a matter
wait.
of
Yes,
fact.
they did.
Who said
They
he wanted
did,
to
bro.
wait? Did David say that?
Samson
Yes, he said he
Linkowitz
wanted to
said.
wait. He said
Oh,
he
but
was
hang
in
on,
no
you said
rush to fight
Samson is full
Caleb
of
Plant.
shit.
He was no rush to
Why listen to
unify.
Samson? You said Samson's full of shit. You don't listen to him. Now you listen to him suddenly? Which is
Does
it?
he not? Is he not part of the David Benavidez camp, dumbass?
He has his own opinion, yeah. He said he sided David Morrell like a year ago and it never happened.
See, look,
That's
So
his
you're
but this
telling
opinion.
me?
hold on,
So
this
you
proves Mirage is a fanboy because really, this is exactly what he's doing. There's every reason and every excuse. Oh, he didn't unify because of Canelo. That had nothing to do with it. He was a champion before Canelo got there. Why didn't you unify then? It doesn't make any sense. He always
Because
has an
they didn't
excuse.
give him the
Hold on.
fight. They didn't give him the fight.
This proves you're a fanboy. The second thing proves you're a fanboy is the fact that you got a picture of his ass as your profile picture, which I can't even believe. And hold on. My brother
but
B.
we're the
Roger says,
fanboys.
my brother B. Roger said, I swear, Nuke, this channel is 90% boxing and 70% roasting session. I love it. Salute to you, Nuke, and the panel. Salute to my brother B. Roger. And look, that's the problem we have with Mirage. The guy is just all about being a fanboy.
Did David turn down a unification fight ever?
Yes,
Did he ever do that?
Yes.
Yes,
Caleb Plant.
with Caleb Plant. Yes,
No.
Caleb Plant.
Yes.
Show
And
me a
you won't
citation where he
accept it.
turned
You
down
will
the
not
fight, where he
accept
turned
it.
down an offer. I'll be waiting.
You
I
will
am
not
Mirage,
accept
you
it.
in a denial. Hold
And
on,
hold
look.
on, Mexican
Show me where he
6'9"
turned down an
Hold
offer.
on, Mirage. Mexican 6'9"
Now,
Killer
you
says
hold on.
Mirage is an example of why it's important to have a dad figure in your life.
I'm gonna say this, guys. That was getting whooped by King Gary. I use
Damn.
one and no fanboys.
Damn, that was cold, bro.
That
I
is
know,
cold, bro. Damn,
so
bro.
I know why Mirage is a fanboy. Every time I've been on the live and we're not talking about 168 or 175, he's nowhere to be seen. But then if you look at the comments, you'll start adding like little comments about David Benavidez when the topic isn't even about him.
You're always talking about David. You're obsessed
Shit,
with David.
we know he is Benavidez Glazer. We know round this. one.
Open up the
Yo,
stream
it's
today.
the
You're
same.
talking about
It's the
David
same.
every
It's like
day.
I said. It's the same, bro. Like the moment we're not around the 168 division, we're not talking about Canelo, Mirage, and Ashley like rage quit. They have nothing to say because they don't know anything else
But you're always talking
about
about
boxing
David and
except for
Canelo.
them. You know,
You're
and like
always
I
talking
said,
about him.
once a hoe, always a hoe. That's
Why
all
were
they
you
know.
lying? Hey, why were you lying earlier on? Why were you lying saying Canelo PBC sent David an offer to fight Canelo years ago? You literally just pulled that out of your ass.
No, dude. Even my god. Oh.
No, what?
Dude,
Yeah,
even
give me a citation. I'll ship fucking $500 to IBFP right now. Give me an article
Go
where
ahead
they
and send
sent
that shit
David an
right
offer
now,
to fight
Mirage.
Canelo. Go. Fucking lying motherfuckers.
Yeah, do the honors. You're getting the money out of BFP. Do the honors. Send them the.
Yeah, because
You better not back. You better not back up, Mirage. You better not back
Yeah,
up.
they
You better
said
not back
David had
up.
offered to fight
You
Canelo.
called
Give
your
me that.
shot.
Give me
You
that
better not
article.
back
Go.
up.
Yeah.
Mirage,
Go.
you're a walking condom commercial. Shout out to Dwayne Styles for that one.
Shout out to the small size condoms.
Oh man.
Hey, Clive, are you trying to pick up other dudes on here? That's why you got a profile photo up, trying to impress other dudes?
Is that why you start stuttering over here, motherfucker?
Is that
You
what you're
can't keep
after?
up with your lies or what? Talk to me right when
Trying
you
to pick
talk to
up
me,
dudes?
dumbass. Don't be coming at
This
me with
isn't
that
Tinder,
dumbass
man.
shit,
This
bro.
isn't Tinder.
Yeah. Hey,
You funny,
hey,
Mirage.
Mirage,
I'm
I
gonna
got a
start calling
question.
you
I got a
Boner
question
Garage.
for you, Mirage. They said that Benavidez got like 2 more fights at 175, and he's thinking of moving up in cruiserweight. And my question to you, who you think he's gonna fight in cruiserweight? Because I know damn well he's not fighting Jay Apataya or Zudo Ramirez. So he's
Don't
gonna
give him
pick.
names. He doesn't know who
So,
those guys are.
so
Firstly,
he's
you don't
so
know
he, hey,
shit. And firstly, if David moves up, he's going to fight the best opponents available, as he's always
Badu
tried to
Jack,
do
Yo, that
his
means
old
no,
man
no,
whole
no,
Badu
no,
career.
no,
Jack,
no. That just
No,
means
he'll
the
go after the best
Coke vendor
opponents.
at the fucking hot dog stand.
old man
Zerdo
Badu
and
Jack. Okay,
Jai.
I got you. I got you.
You reckon
He
he's
doesn't
scared to
know
fight
who Jack
Jai
is.
Pataya? You're out of your mind. He'll fight him.
So wait
Yeah,
a minute,
sure.
Mirage. So who does David beat at 175? Does he beat Opataya? Does he beat Sordo? Who does he beat at? I'm not 175 at cruiserweight. Who does he beat
Yeah.
at
In cruiserweight.
cruiserweight?
Zerdo's quite an easy fight. Zerdo's a B-level fighter.
Oh my
David
god.
So
will
he's an easy
easily
fight for
outpoint him.
David.
Easily.
Okay, and what about Opataya?
Opataya would be his toughest opponent. Opataya's a badass fighter.
And
That'll
Badu
be a
Jack.
tough
Okay,
fight.
so wait
That'll
a
be a
minute, wait
tough
a minute. I
fight.
want to understand this. Hold on, Clavo. So I want to understand this. So he's saying that Sordo's an easy fighter, and Opataya is a hard fighter. So if he fights Sordo and moves up and fights Sordo, he's trying to cherry pick Sordo to get the easy
Right?
fight instead of the hard fight in Opataya. Is that what he's saying?
Bro, that's pretty much what he's doing
No,
now,
I'm saying
talking
one
about
fight
going
at
up
a
there to fight
time.
Zurdo.
One
Because
fight at a
Bevo
time.
already beat Zurdo. You know what I mean? So yeah, he wants the easier route. But you ain't gonna
He
point
want
that
to
out,
beat.
right?
He want to fight
Okay,
the guys that are
Zerdo's got
easier to
2
fight, not the
belts.
harder ones.
Zerdo's got 2 belts.
Hey,
And you're
Zurdo was at
But you said he
criticizing
was
him when
168
he
easier.
when
fights
Why don't he
Benavidez
Zerdo.
just
was
go
at
get
168.
Opataya first?
So you want him to fight the guy with 1 belt before the guy with 2 belts? Is
Didn't
that
Opataya
Well,
your
why
call him
argument?
not
out?
get rid of the best guy in the division?
Okay, why not pick up 2 belts, which is what any fighter would do?
Well, why not? Hold on. Well, if that's your logic and you're all about belts, why didn't you just wait your turn so you can fight Bivol?
Boom! Thank you.
Boom.
Exactly. Body bag.
Hey,
Get your bitch
there
ass
is
in there.
nobody guaranteed David the fight after the trilogy. Nobody. There's no guarantee. There is no waiting the turn.
David
The
literally
only
said,
Turn.
hold on, Mirage. Did David say that I don't mind waiting for the trilogy to finish?
Yeah, and then he got
dumbass.
sick of being a nice guy, and he said, "Give me my fucking belt or get in the ring." Yeah.
So you speak for David?
No, I just got a fucking brain.
No, you just
I know
suck his
occasionally
dick.
you should try sometime.
No, hey, Nuke. He tried to pull the same thing with Canelo when he was trying to make the fight with Canelo. He let Canelo do all the work, and then he wanted the fight to fucking get all the belts.
That's it. He don't want to put in the work to do
Haney,
it.
Bud, and Benavidez got something in common. All of their careers looking mighty similar.
Who?
Yeah.
They want
Benavidez.
that. They don't want to put in the work. They want that deal, man. Buy
What do you
one,
mean
get
put
3
in the
free.
work? What are you even talking about? The
Hold
undisputed
on,
guy's got
one
belts.
second.
Can't get any more
My
belts.
brother B. Raza, hold on 1 second, Mirage. B. Raza says Opataya destroys Benavidez single-handedly. I'm telling you, this is why David don't want to fight a guy like Opataya. It's because Opataya would put David to sleep within 6 rounds.
Okay, let's get in the ring and find out. Instead of you proclaiming before it's even happened, remember you said Canelo was going to fold David in half with a body shot? How did that work out?
They never fought,
How did that
dumbass.
work
What are
out?
you talking about?
Wait, didn't Opataya already call out Benavidez?
Yes,
Yeah, he said he
Yes, he
happy to
did.
fight David.
Yes,
and
he
David
did.
shut
He
the
said he'd
fuck
be
up
happy.
real quick.
Yep.
Yeah,
My
no problem.
question.
David will be
David's a
happy as well.
pussy.
And Benavidez is silent, dude. He hasn't said anything.
And if
So-
if
David
David moves
lost
up
his
to
nuts.
cruiser, if David moves up to cruiser and he avoids Opataya,
Okay, that's
I'll
your
criticize.
argument.
I'll come on here. I'll come
If
on
he
here and I'll
hasn't done-
criticize him for avoiding him. That doesn't mean he has to fight him first.
He
He has
okay.
to fight him. He has to fight him ASAP.
If
You know
your
what's
argument
sad?
is if your argument is if, then there's no validation on your point, dude.
What the fuck are you talking about? You don't even know what you're
You
talking about.
use the word "if," you moron.
Salute
Hey,
to Fight Sports. What's up,
what
Fight
if
Sports?
Benavidez did this?
Hey, what's
If
up, guys?
Benavidez didn't
Just
do it,
Fight Sports,
what's
did you
up,
want to
guys?
say something to Mirage over here, man? Because I know he's
yeah,
like your favorite guest.
yeah, your brethren Australian. With all respect.
No, my boy is
Nah,
from
Fight
New
Sports not
Zealand.
We're good.
Australian, bro.
We're
Come
good.
on now.
Motherfucker from
No,
Aussie.
Fight Sport is from New Zealand, right?
Yeah, I'm
I have a
from New Zealand,
DoorDash
and we're
order
look,
for
My apologies.
Mirage.
all
I
right.
have
Mirage and I are good. Okay, are you guys talking about
sorta.
Benavidez? All right. Are
Benavidez
you guys talking about
Frappe.
Benavidez moving up? What cruiserweight?
Yeah, we talked
Well,
about like he has like 2 more fights left at 175, then he's thinking about moving up at one cruiserweight.
Well, I just called. I was able to call back because I had a call to get onto. But
Yo,
yeah,
Boomer Sports is a fucking meat rider.
Why? What's he saying?
He
Yo,
talking
Nuke,
about
can you
Canelo and
put real
Reynoso
talk
busted
in,
for
Nuke?
cheating.
Yeah,
What the fuck is this guy talking about? Canelo don't got shit to do with this. These dudes be fucking meat riders. I swear to God.
Well,
hold on one
bro.
second. 1 second. Let's hold on. We're gonna pick right back up on that 1 second. JMA says, so how is he? So he's going to fight the best in the cruiserweight division, but never did in the other 2 divisions. He didn't fight the best at 68, and he's not fighting the best at 75. But he's gonna jump up to cruiserweight and fight the best. That shit don't make no sense.
Exactly.
And Mirage
doesn't
won't
make
call it
sense
out for
because
what
you're
it
an
is.
idiot.
It's a pattern of behavior from David that he's not fighting
They
the best.
didn't
in
fight
each
him. They
division.
avoided him, and you're blaming David. Are you serious?
Yeah.
David moved up. He moved up.
Canelo didn't want to fight him.
Couldn't
Bivol
fight. Now
literally
he's gonna
dropped his
move up
belt.
from
Yet
Bivol.
apparently it's
He's
David's
gonna
fault.
move up from
Are you
Bivol. He's
trolling?
It is David's fault. The reason
not.
why he lost the belt. The reason why
That's
Bivol
why
lost the
you're
belt is
fanboys
because
right there.
David activated his mandatory. The reason why David didn't fight Canelo is because he didn't activate his mandatory. What the fuck is you talking about?
Oh, it's not because Canelo refused to fight him and asked for
He
200
didn't
mil. That's not
refuse
why.
to fight him. What are you talking about?
So are
then
we
what
gonna
What are
act?
you
happened?
talking
What
about?
happened?
I mean, are we
Listen,
gonna
bro,
act like
you
David that
pick
wasn't
up
cool
your
with the
order of
trilogy?
Can I just ask? Can I just ask
Benavidez,
a question,
Nutland,
guys?
and Frappe.
Canelo didn't refuse to
Can I just
fight
ask a
David. Did you just
question?
say
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I'm gonna let you go. 1 second, Fight Sports. Mrs. Mirage says, how will Benavidez power transfer to cruiserweight?
They didn't even say
I
anything.
can answer that.
Mrs.
I can
It'll
answer that.
transfer good enough to
Wait, I
fucking
can
win.
answer.
Mr.
I can
Mirage
answer
is a
that.
David fan, but they're still together, and this shows love conquers all, bro.
All right,
Love
I can.
conquers all.
I
And
can
hold on.
answer.
The first, hold on, I'm gonna let everybody answer this question. The only statement I have is what power. But that's fine. Fight Sports. How does David Benavidez power transfer to cruiserweight?
It won't because he's not knocking people out at light
He didn't even
heavyweight.
transfer to
He'll have to rely on.
175, yo.
He'll have to. Yeah, he'll have to rely on his skill, and that's why if he
Hey,
is,
Nuke, I
if
gotta
he
drop
moves
out
up,
and log in with my other phone. My shit about to die.
All right, Park Street.
All right,
How
Park
how
Street.
does Zerto's
he-
power translate? I
he-
mean, isn't he
if
unified
he
champion?
Zerto's a much bigger than Benavidez, and if Benavidez does move up immediately, I do think right now the cruiserweights would beat him because he's hittable and he needs to build into the division. If he does build in, I think he beats everybody except Opetaya would probably. I'd probably pick Opetaya over him.
I think the only winnable fight is Badu Jack due to his age. That's just me, respectfully.
Yeah, but that's why you're a clown. You don't know shit about boxing.
Oh
my gosh.
Mirage, you can't
You were the
enforce the
same people
mandatory,
that saying
bro.
David's
No,
going to be food at
No.
175. Then he
There's no
goes up
such
and
thing
beats
as
Bostick
activating
and
the
Devin
mandatory.
Haney.
You don't know shit about boxing, dumbass. Shut the fuck up.
Hey,
Shut your
You don't
bitch
even
ass
know who's
up.
Okay,
Gustavo
penis head.
Alvarez.
Okay,
comes
penis
back
head.
with the pump.
Mirage,
Hey.
how does David
Hey, take
power
that penis
transfer to
head photo
cruiserweight,
down,
Mirage?
man.
Mirage, how does David's power transfer to cruiserweight?
Okay, it translates. He's going to win the fights. He's going to beat up his opponents. What do you mean
But how does it
That's not an
translate?
answer, you
translate to
moron.
We
How
asked
does his power
any
transfer
fighters,
to cruiserweight?
how did Zerto's
Answer
power
ever.
translate? I mean, what do you
the
mean?
fuck
What?
does
Are they
Zerto
going to
have
walk
to
him
do with
down? No,
Benavidez?
Answer your wife's question, motherfucker. Just answer it. Your wife is telling you to answer.
he's still going to be he's still going to be walking down his opponents just as he does at 175.
He is
There's
not
your
walking down any of those. He didn't even
I don't
walk
think he
down
walked
Bostick.
down
Really, he didn't
Bostick
walk
like that.
down. Hey, Morel wasn't on the back foot most
He
of the
didn't walk
fight.
down Bostick like that.
He did
Yeah,
walk
he
down
did.
Bostick.
Really? Go
Mirage,
rewatch the fight.
Mirage, put it
Go
this
rewatch
way.
the
Mirage,
fight.
put it this way. David can't get out of young ass fighter like Morel,
Put it
and he
this
can't
way.
get out of
You're
old
a
ass
fucking
fighter like fucking
dumbass. Put
Bostick.
it that way.
Can I just ask a question, guys? How do we keep coming back to Benavidez Canelo, even though that really
Well,
should have died off in January?
Because their butt hurt.
That's
Hey,
the
fight
only-
sport
that's the
because
only
their butt
relevance
hurt.
in
That's
Benavidez'
why.
time.
Their butt
Ashley was
hurt.
the guy to bring it up. Ashley was destroying Canelo
They are
about the drug
hurt.
test shit. Canelo this, Canelo that. That's why I had to hop back on and tell Ashley some shit, but that motherfucker dipped. But yeah, that's how we got in here because he's over here. Always Canelo. When we talk about Canelo, Ashley had to bring up David all the time. Like, come on,
Yeah,
man.
Canelo's going to get roasted for eternity for what he
Bro,
did.
then just
100%.
suck Canelo's dick then, bro.
Well, please leave my Canelo alone. Please leave him alone.
We
Get the
weren't
fuck
funny.
out of
That's
here.
how I feel with you and David.
Wait.
No,
I got
don't touch David. He's mine. He's all mine, David Benavidez.
Wait, I got a question for Fight Sport real quick. Fight Sport.
Go ahead.
Are you there, my
Go
brother?
ahead.
Fight
Yeah,
Sport,
what's up?
I know that
What
you're
up?
a David fan, and I know that Mirage is a David fan. Why do you think Mirage has David's ass on his profile picture and you don't?
Wait a second, IBP. You know that I like David Benavidez, but I'm not a
Nah, you love
fanboy
him.
of him.
That's why I respect you. That's why I respect you, Fight Sport. You don't have a picture of a man's ass as your profile picture. And that shows you that's two types of fans.
Bro, Mirage just came in here with like 3 different pictures of David. If you ain't noticed,
So gay.
3 of them.
Maybe I should start putting up selfies like you, eh?
Yeah.
Is this my profile or is
Maybe I
this
should start
Canelo's profile? Whose profile is this?
Being beautiful is
Maybe I should
eyebrows are.
start trying to impress men.
That even Ashley has
Putting
a
up a
picture of
selfie on here
David.
like a fake.
Dumb fuck. Is this my profile or is it not my profile?
He's just on his profile.
Bro, Mirage,
It's my fucking profile, bitch. The fuck is wrong with you?
Mirage, your argument doesn't
Yeah,
make
who the
sense.
fuck wants to see your profile? I don't want to see your penis head. Take that
What
shit
the
down.
fuck
Who the fuck wants to hear all your gay Benavidez talk?
I want to see his penis head.
Thank you, bro. Thank
Whoa,
Full
diabolical.
Full
Diabolical. Take
It
that
comes
back.
out. The truth is coming out
With a
slowly.
homosexual rigmarole.
I approve of the David Benavidez smack talk, but all the
look, I'm gonna tell you, this conversation is not
homosexual
IBFP
rigmarole gotta
approved.
stop.
No, it's not.
And Mirage,
Mirage
you can't
wants to
argue
live
with
like
somebody
that.
about their own profile picture while you rocking a man on yours. That's different.
Exactly.
Right.
Bro,
So
that's
David's
that's
I mean,
just
at the
David's
end of
going
the
to
day,
look
do
for the
you
best
not see how
fights.
sexy and beautiful
If
that
David
nigga's
can't get
eyebrows
the
is?
best fights at 175, if Bivol doesn't want to fight him, then he's going to move up like a boss. He's going to keep moving up and
Like a
taking on the best opponents,
Like a
and he should
boss
be
taking
commended.
on email
He should be
belts.
commended, but
nah.
apparently
He's
you
gonna
guys,
move up like a bitch to avoid the
you
Russians.
guys are criticizing him for wanting to move up and challenge himself. That's
We
fucking
want to
strange.
see him
Very
fight an elite
strange.
fighter at 75. Why move up before you get to fight?
So do I. So
No, you don't, bitch.
going to fight him? Is the guy going to fight him one day? Is Bivol
Bivol,
going to fight him after the trilogy?
that's a tune-up fight for Bivol, bro.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Let's go.
IBP, are you seriously saying that you think Bivol clears him out like he did Zerto?
Yes.
Yeah,
Of course.
competitive?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yes.
Okay,
When
well,
is he going to clean him out like Zerto? When? I want to put it on my diary. When?
all right. If the fight ends up getting made next year, can we talk about that? Because I could not disagree more. Bivol, Bivol's great, but I think Benavidez still beats him.
And
All right, so hold on.
we can
Question is, I got
definitely
a
make a
question
whole
for
episode
sports
about
talk.
that, man.
Because let's just be honest, who has better footwork out of Bivol and Caleb Plant?
Bivol.
Who's the better boxer out of Bivol and Plant?
Bivol.
Who has more power out of Bivol and Plant? And most importantly, who has a better gas tank out of Bivol and Plant? Okay, so if we see what happened with Caleb Plant at 168, completely outboxing and whooping David's ass, what the fuck do you think is going to happen with Bivol?
I can answer that.
Bivol with the gas tank, yes.
I can
And
answer
he's
that
strong, but ain't got the knockout power.
All right, I can answer that because I think Benavidez wins because one, he's better, and two, the way to beat Bivol is to back him up repeatedly.
No, I don't think that happens, dude. That's what I think.
How do you measure him being better?
I said Benavidez is better than when he fought Plant. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but he's not.
No, but you said that he was better than Bivol.
No,
Bivol and Plant fight differently. They don't fight the same.
No, yeah,
anyway.
but Bivol is the better counterpuncher than Plant. Plant don't counterpunch like Bivol.
He's not really a counterpuncher, Bivol, really. He's not.
What he has is a solid jab and a solid 1-2. He splits the guard.
It's his in and out game that makes him a better counterpuncher. His in and out game is high.
Bivol's not a counterpuncher.
No,
Bivol's not a counterpuncher. What the fuck is he doing to better be? How do you think
Well,
he
we
fucking
can.
won the second fight?
He sometimes counter punches in the same way David sometimes counter punches. He's not primarily a counter puncher.
He sometimes counter
Bro,
punches.
David
What do you
counter
Yeah.
punches
mean?
with
He
his
sets
face.
up shots. Literally, David don't set up
No,
no
he's
shots.
not primarily a counter
But
puncher.
Mrs. Mirage,
Oh
don't
man.
get your dick
Okay,
husband.
well we can. Okay, I'd love to
I
talk
feel
about
sorry
that
for your
if the
mother.
fight gets. Okay, I
He's not
feel.
primarily one. Do you understand the word? What the word means, moron?
Bro, this is a stupid ass conversation, bro, because
Okay, yeah, it is.
Bivos
You know
got
why?
better
Because
wins.
the fight. You know why it's dumb
Bivos lost to
conversation?
Benavidez better than any of Benavidez'
You know
wins.
why that? You know why it's dumb conversation?
Benavidez is undisputed,
Bivens never.
never undisputed. Bivol
Bivol,
undisputed.
yeah. Bivens never going to fight David. He's never going to offer
But
him the
will
fight.
be two
That's why.
undisputed
I
champions
disagree.
and unified cruiserweight, and you telling me he's not fighting David Benavidez? You sound stupid.
Yeah, I'm telling you now, and he already dropped the belt. And next year he's gonna
You
he's gonna
sound
go
stupid,
different.
Mirage.
He's gonna go
You
different.
sound retarded.
If,
Quote me, hey,
if
quote me on this. Quote me on this
Salute to
next year.
Dwayne.
all right, well, I disagree. I disagree on that. I don't think Benavidez is okay. As long as Benavidez fights Caleb Smith later this year, then I'll be happy. The fight should get made next year. The only problem is if there's a network issue. But
You know what's sad?
getting ahead of
You know
The
what's
only
sad?
problem is if people
I don't think
catch the
they'll be.
fight.
David Benavidez still hasn't fought a Hall
I
of
disagree.
Famer.
Why would Bivol duck Benavidez? He fought Beterbiev twice and he's about to fight him a third
Well,
time.
but
So
David isn't a 40-year-old opponent for starters. And
That
maybe
40-year-old is way better than Benavidez,
okay.
bitch. What the fuck you mean?
Okay, okay. When it happens, go call up Bivol and ask him why. Maybe
Hey,
he'll
you
tell
know
why.
what? There's a reason why Benavidez didn't take that fight in 2020. You dumbass. What the fuck happened there?
Correct.
So he knows what the fuck is going to happen to him.
Because he didn't fight in the division, dumbass. That's the reason.
He got
Congratulations.
moved up to that
You
division.
see the pattern. You see the pattern. Benavidez lets everybody do his dirty work instead of he doing the work in the division.
I disagree. I don't
Okay,
think
yeah, hold on. Fight Sports. Hold on, no. Fight Sports says he disagree. David's doing all the work in the division. What is David Benavidez's
I
best
didn't
win?
say
This
that.
is the way. I know. I just want to clear this up. What's David's best win?
Right now, I would say Morel or Plant.
And
Why the
yet
fuck
again,
would it be Morel?
What? Wait, what happened?
What's David's best win?
Oh,
At 175
Yeah,
Morel.
don't say Morel, bro. That's just stupid.
No, man. Come on, Morel,
Why is
bro.
it
Are you
stupid?
serious?
Morel's
Yeah,
not
that's
bad.
not even
Morel.
Can I say something? Can I say something? Fight Sports. Didn't you
175.
say?
His best win is Andre.
Fight Sports.
The man only had 2 fights at 175.
I can't hear the question. I can't hear the question.
No. Hey, Fight Sports. Didn't you say Boo Boo Andrade was better than Callum Smith?
I didn't say that.
Oh, bro, I swear I caught you on another channel saying that I was dying.
Hold on,
What? I did not say that.
wait. I gotta read this real quick. Samantha Stickler says,
I saw that.
I don't appreciate you being rude to others and not respecting opinions. I tried giving you a chance. I also don't like some of your guests, like Clavo.
No, that's the Ashley account, bro.
Shut the fuck up and get in that kitchen and slap that burner around.
Yeah.
Is this Ashy Knuckles Burner?
Hey, no way he got that up.
let's keep a little opinion about.
Why would he specifically diss Clavo? Like what?
For real, right? Exactly.
That's an yo, Clavo. That's an emotional ass message
see the
towards
flag?
you, bro.
You see the
Where's
flag?
Cream at? Where's Cream?
Look,
Oh, never mind.
Why would
I'm
Clavo catch it straight? Like what the fuck you mad at Clavo for?
It's because Clavo is drop dead.
I can't let it go.
Because of what?
Bro, they had, remember that other guy? Fuck, what do you call him, Clavo?
I'm emotional.
No pussy naps or some shit.
You talking about? Oh, you talking about Nap?
Yeah, I think it was him. It could be.
Oh, you talking about the never ate pussy?
Never ate pussy.
Bro,
Then whatever happened to him, bro?
Are you for real?
One thing is for
Samantha
sure.
Stickler. So Samantha Stickler is
Samantha
really Ashy
Stickler need to
Knuckles
shut the
Burner
fuck up,
account.
get in that kitchen and slap that bread around.
Man, I think so,
gotta
bro.
say this,
Bro,
guys.
Samantha Stickler is PC principal.
Let me say this, guys, because everyone's forgetting that Plant
was kicking David's ass until David hit him with an elbow and a headbutt that caused him to get a cut.
Okay, that is not
You
true.
mean when
That
he
is
hurt
not
him with a
true.
body shot, which
He
Caleb
didn't
Plant and
hurt
his
him with a
coach
body
admitted
shot. He
to?
hit him with his elbow.
Keep
And a
lying.
headbutt.
Let it out. Let out the lies.
Okay,
Go, you
that's
feel better.
all right. Round
Not a lie.
105. That is not okay. It was not a foul. Okay, Benavidez was getting outboxed. He lost 4 of the first 6 rounds. Then he started breaking Caleb Plant down. And if the referee didn't let Caleb Plant hold as much as he did, he would have stopped him. That's how it
Stop
happened.
using that
Correct.
holding.
Correct.
That's
The
cat.
moment, okay, we're gonna stop using this holding shit because he tried to
did hold.
Canelo. No, hold on. He tried to hold Canelo, and what did Canelo do? He took a step back and countered him coming in.
He
If
never.
you're
He didn't really try to hold Canelo much at all. Very rarely he
That's
did.
cat.
I
What
watched
are
the
you
fight.
talking about? You don't know what you're talking about.
It's literally on video. He was standing in front in the Philly show a lot of the
tried
fight. He
to-
wasn't clinching.
several,
He
he
wasn't
tried
clinching.
several times, and he got countered, and he stopped doing it. If you're a great fighter,
Exactly.
you're gonna do that.
Breaking a clinch is boxing 101. If you can't break a goddamn clinch, what the fuck is you boxing for?
Huck Street was.
It's
Huck
hard to
Street
break a
ha-
clinch when somebody
Hold on a
does it
second.
over and over.
Marvin Hagler wasn't able to get Sugar Ray Leonard to stop holding him when they fought. So sometimes
Dude,
if
Mike
somebody's
Tyson, they
grabbing you,
clinched the fuck out of Mike Tyson in his prime. That was the strategy. Clinch him and smother him.
We're not talking
Mike
about.
Tyson
What I'm
sucks.
saying
He
is,
can't break a
and if
clinch.
you can't stop it,
I'm
whose
just
problem
saying.
is that?
hold on.
I'm just all right.
Fight point. If
I'm
you're
just saying,
saying,
yeah.
if you're saying that Benavidez has all these skills to beat Vivol, how is he gonna deal with Vivol clinching and moving out of the way to just hit? Because that's what he did to Canelo. Every time Canelo tried to get in there, he would clinch, move out of the way, and hit him with the 1-2. So how is David Benavidez gonna do with that instead? If
Okay,
he was
Bivol wasn't really holding Beterbiev. He was just trying to move away, reset himself, and then throw.
He wasn't
throw
talking about
punches again.
Beterbiev. He was talking about Canelo.
I'm saying Benavidez can pressure at a higher pace than both Canelo and Beterbiev.
but
That's
you
why I
said
think
that
he'll
He's
be able
much
to win.
bigger than Canelo. He's much bigger than
But
Canelo.
being
What
a
are you talking
pressure
about?
fighter is going to give him his ass whooped. Being a pressure fighter is going to get his ass whooped against a dude like Bivol.
Okay, I disagree, but I disagree. I disagree because Ben. All right.
He's letting Plant.
Hold on, let him talk. Let him talk. Go ahead, Sports Talk.
Okay, I disagree because Benavidez doesn't just pressure you. He throws from awkward angles and he counterpunches pretty well. And Bivol doesn't like to fight on the back foot too much. So I think Benavidez.
Body work. David's going to attack that body and break down
What do
that
you-
body.
Hold on, hold on. You mean to tell me the top 5 defense, his in and out game is impeccable? You're saying he don't like to fight off the back foot? That's literally a part of his game.
You cutting out kind of part
you kind of cutting out.
He
You're going
didn't
to
miss anything
Alexis
anyway.
store.
Who gives a shit?
Hey,
Fighting on the back
Bro,
foot is
hold on.
part
Let
of
me just say
Bivol's
something real
game.
quick. Hold on.
hey, tell Pussy Justice to click the link and get on the
Let me
panel.
just say something real quick.
Yeah.
Mirage, shut your fucking pompous bitch ass up talking to people like that, you fucking homo.
Make me, bitch boy.
Bro, I will put my
This
top
isn't ring
co-star
like
down
you.
your
You
throat.
can't
You won't
mute me
say
here,
no.
bitch boy. When are your balls going to drop? When are you going to start sounding like a man? Real talk. When are you going to start sounding like a man? Then I'll respect you like a
Oh, should I
man.
start sounding
Instead,
like
you
this?
sound like
Maybe I'll
a
sound like
faggot.
a man. Should I sound like this?
Yeah. You sound like a woman. I know women with deeper voices than you.
That's fine.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute, fellas. Hold on. I heard something that didn't sit right with me. Hold on 1 second.
Me too.
Mirage,
me too.
hold on, Mirage. You're dealing with women with deep voices?
Yeah, hold up. Wait.
What's going on here, bro?
Deeper voices and real talk.
Hold on, bro. What's going on, man?
And that's not saying much.
Those are real
Don't have a
women.
deep voice at all, dumbass.
You been traveling to Bangkok? Pause.
Man, they
Chicks
putting
with
something in
dicks.
your ass.
Hey man, one thing for sure. Man, this shit diabolical. Hey, one thing is for sure. David Benavidez has not fought a Hall of Famer. At his age 20, around
He
age
hasn't
20.
even fought
Hear
top.
me out. Around age 20, Canelo has already fought Shane Mosley, Cotto, Lara.
And he was on his way to fight Triple G.
Because they got in the ring
We
before
don't
they gave him the opportunity. Do you understand the
He's the
opponent has to
only
give you the
fighter to
opportunity?
fight
Do you
more
understand
than
that?
pound for pound
Man,
fighters.
Park Street, your shit bugging out, bro.
Yeah, you kind of bugging out, man. But what I'm trying to say that Benavidez still has not have a Hall of Famer in his resume, and his age 20 has kind of wasted it. And Canelo, you see that in his around age 20, he was all about the smoke. He didn't care. He went to fight these fights.
Hey guys, hold on, guys.
What smoke?
Let
He
me
fought
point this
45
out, bro.
cab
Because
drivers before he even
nah,
fought
hold on,
anybody.
hold the fuck up, bro. Because this kind of doesn't make sense to me, and it's kind of funny. So David is
Dude,
the
1 plus
two-time.
1 doesn't make sense to you. That's the
I don't
problem.
give a fuck what makes sense to you, bitch. But all I know is this shit's funny right here. David's the two-time champion at 168, right? Two-time champion at 168
Yeah.
with only one fucking title defense.
You hear how sad
Only
he
one
sounded when
title
he said
defense.
yeah?
Okay, Bravo,
Yes,
Bravo,
undefeated.
Bravo, Bravo. I agree.
Can y'all hear me?
Everything, Bravo. Everything you
Yeah.
said is true about, but if Benavidez beats Callum, okay, if he fights Callum Smith, beats him, and then goes on to challenge Bivol, can we at least say, okay, he's moving much better than he has in the past?
Yeah.
Hold on. So he has
look.
to fight Canelo's leftovers at a higher weight and then go on to fight somebody that Canelo fought already again. That's what you're saying?
I'm talking.
Fought an opponent who beat Canelo's ass.
I don't know.
That's a
Fought an
different
opponent who beat
perspective.
Canelo's
That's
ass.
facts.
Yeah.
Hold on. I don't know who asked the question. I'm talking about him fighting
That
the
was real
best.
talk.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
your
well, I'm
daddy,
talking
bro.
about
Fucking real talk.
you love me. The real talk. I know
Bro,
you
you
love
know I
me.
fucking
but
love you, bro. I got you on my Instagram, motherfucker.
yeah, he's following me. Real talk is following me like crazy, like
Bro,
all the
that's
girls
my
do.
man right there.
But
What y'all talking about?
Hey,
all
yo.
right, I'm talking.
I thought I was your man.
At least he admits it.
That's
Can I
creepy
answer?
as
Can
shit.
I respond? I'm talking about him fighting the best fighters right now. Callum Smith is the top contender. No one disputes that. And Bivol is the best in the division.
Hold on, Canelo already fought those people, though.
So
Yeah,
what?
he
He's
fought
the
him. He got
best in
his
the
ass
division.
whipped by one of them. He got his ass whipped by Bivol. Yeah,
By
that's
one
Yeah,
big
yo, real
bitch.
talk,
When
real
is
talk.
Benavidez
Mirage called him a Euro bump, but now he's a good fighter.
Hold on. Let me say this. Didn't Benavidez say he could stop Bivol back in 2022?
And he's
Yeah,
still
he
saying it
did,
right
and he
now. He's
never
saying it
did.
right now.
Hold on. And yet, all of 2023, when Bivol couldn't get a fight until December, who did Benavidez fight? Andrade? Plant?
He was
Shut your
Benavidez.
bitch ass up, Mirage.
Andrade?
So people wanted to fight David in
Guerrero.
2023. Did I miss that? People wanted to fight him.
Mirage, lick the backside of my ball sack.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Lord, man.
People doesn't want to fight him
Damn.
now.
He
doesn't
said, I
want
don't
to
even
fight him.
want you
He proved
looking at
it.
me.
That is fucked up.
Damn, bro.
But yeah, so I gotta point this out. Canelo is one of the only fighters in the current generation of fighters to fight more than 3 current top 10 pound for pound fighters.
Facts on facts.
He
No one
fought at
denies
least
that.
4.
Who?
Well,
Actually, no
one
one
Triple
denies
G,
that.
Bivol. He about to fight Bud. Jamel
Bivol
Charlo.
wasn't pound for pound when
Lord.
Canelo fought him. Bivol
Yeah,
wasn't pound for
they
pound
were
when he
all
fought
top 10 pound for pound fighters. What are you talking about?
him. Not when Canelo fought him. You got to
Mayweather,
retrospectively.
that's 6. What are you talking about? Those are
You're at
facts.
3. Now you're at 6. What are you talking about?
I literally just told you.
Hold on. Because
Bivol.
if you're trying
He
to
fought
use the
Bivol.
argument, hold on.
Charlo.
was not
Let me
pound
body
for
bag him
pound.
right quick. I got y'all.
Yes, he
If
was.
you're
What are you
trying to
talking
use the
about?
argument that he wasn't a pound per pound fighter at the time, why the fuck are you using former champions? Were they champions at the time, bitch?
There you go.
Okay.
There you
Body
go.
bag.
There you go.
Body bag.
Body bag.
I said former champ. I didn't say they
shut
were
your bitch
champions. I said
ass
they were
up.
former champions. Bivol
that
was
cock
not
out the back of
pound
your
for
mouth.
pound. He's literally making shit up. Bivol was not pound for pound when he fought him. That's a fact.
Okay, and neither
He
and
was
Bozak
pound
wasn't
for
a
pound. What are you
champion when
talking about?
Benavidez fought him.
In
When he
2021, he was pound for pound. What are you talking about?
You
Okay,
talking
and
about Bivol?
Vosdick, Plant, nobody was a fucking champ until with Benavidez fought him. Only Darrell, bitch. One
And I never said
champion.
otherwise. I never said otherwise, idiot. I never said otherwise.
Oh, so you never got on here saying that Benavidez has fought 3 champions?
No,
Dumbass.
former champions.
Fucking
Former
retard, bro.
champions. He's
Fucking
fought
retard. You don't
former
even listen
champions
to
in a row.
yourself when you speak. You got to take
No,
notes on
you
when you
just fucking
speak.
lie. I said
Why
former
do I need to lie
champions.
about you,
Former.
baby girl? Why do I need to lie about you? You're not that important, mama.
Hey, talk to Pavo like that, not me, all right? You
Hey,
say that for
man.
fucking
Mirage, you're the same one that said David's he's gonna murder Vosdick, and then
He's gonna
Vosdick is a
murder him.
monster.
He's gonna
No,
murder him.
Canelo fought pound for
And then
pound.
Vosdick is a
He fought
monster.
Floyd. He fought Floyd Mayweather, yeah. Got his ass. He got his fucking ears boxed off. He fought Triple G. I mean, he sort of beat him. And
I don't know about y'all, but did y'all not
Charlo
see
was a
Plant
pound for
win the
pound
first
that he
like
dragged up
5
2
rounds
divisions.
out
All
of
right.
6 with Benavidez?
So he beat 2
Or am I
pound for pound
tripping?
fighters.
And
Congratulations out of 6 fights.
you beat a blown up David Lemieux. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
A blown up David
because
Lemieux
they
and a
wouldn't.
blown up Demetrius Andrade. So
Yeah,
where are
because
we?
those pound for pound fighters
Where
don't
are
want to
we?
get in the ring with David. He can't
David
kidnap them
ended up
and get him in the ring.
before Triple
I know
G.
You want David to kidnap fighters at gunpoint and get him in the ring? Is that what you want him to
Hey,
do?
I know for a fact Benavidez will never fight a guy like Laura uncomfortable.
Who the
Man, his
fuck is Lara, man? Morel is fucking way more dangerous than
what?
Lara, fucking track
Oh my
star.
god.
This
Oh
dude
my god.
retarded, bro.
Dude,
This guy's
Lara was
fucking retarded.
19-1 and
This
2.
guy's fucking retarded.
Accolades.
Lara was 19-1 and
This
2
guy's fucking retarded.
Laura could
Canelo
be
fought
one
him.
of the best Cuban fighters that we've
Oh,
seen
Lara, the
in the
great
modern era.
Lara. Oh, Lara. Get
Oh,
the
the
fuck
great
out of here, Lara.
Benavidez, the voids all the
David
risks.
Morrell put
Everybody does the
motherfuckers in
work.
comas.
Lara,
David
The
Morrell,
king of
David
Vegas
Morrell's
as
put in a
well.
coma.
Bro,
David
Lara
Morrell
is
put a
40 fucking
motherfucker in a
years old
coma.
and he's still relevant at 154.
Well, let's just call.
Who's irrelevant? Who did he beat? Who did he beat?
Beat
A
everyone.
shot Garcia, a shot fucking lightweight at
Fuck
fucking.
you, Edgar Moreno.
Look.
Okay.
Oh, I know who that
Hey,
is.
Lara,
when did Canelo
Lara at
fight
middleweight
Bivol?
is a farce. That's a farce. He beat nobody.
When did Canelo fight Bivol?
In May of
Early
2022.
2022.
Of
He
2022.
wasn't pound for pound. Don't even bother. He wasn't pound
You
for pound.
said
I know
he,
it's a
you said
fact.
he fought him in May of 2022. Is that correct?
That's correct. May 2022.
Okay,
Shut the fuck
Dimitri
up, Raj.
Bivol was number 9 on pound for pound. You fucking dickhead.
Okay. What pound for pound list?
Fuck is you talking about?
He was on mine.
The fuck
What
is this
pound for
guy
pound
talking
list?
about? What are you
What
talking
pound for
about?
He was
pound
on my
list?
pound for pound list.
No. What pound for pound list? Answer the
Transnational
question,
Boxing
Peanut.
Ranking
On
Board.
Real Talk
I just
Boxing,
said it. What are you
fucking
talking about? How many times I gotta fucking say it? The fuck?
Say
on
it
Ring
again.
IQ's pound for pound list, bitch.
This fucking retard.
You know your daddy.
Sports Illustrated Transnational Boxing
Bro, Ring
Ranking Board. What the
IQ is your
fuck are you
Is
father,
that
talking
an
bro.
about?
official pound for pound list?
Ring IQ is
Yes.
literally
What are
your
you
father.
talking about? What the fuck is this
Hey,
dude
real
talking
talk.
about?
Hey, real talk. Isn't his energy way different on here than on Ring IQ?
Oh yeah, bro. He acts
The
like
fuck
such
is
a
this
smug
guy
little
talking
bitch
about?
over there on Ring IQ.
I don't
He's a
go on
saint.
Ring
Hey,
IQ.
wait a minute. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. Is it possible that we could ask the great Ring IQ to be a guest here and just destroy Mirage at some point? Is that possible?
Listen, Luke. All I gotta say is
Bring it on.
that man Jules has very little patience for that fucker Mirage. So
Exactly.
Oh, the
you
Mirage ain't
asking a
got on
lot of
everybody's
you're asking a
nerves.
lot of them, man.
5,
Oh.
6, 7, 8,
I'm not
9,
mad at it. Mirage does this shit to
11,
everybody.
I wanted
12,
to ask y'all. I just, not to change the topic. I wanted to ask y'all what y'all think
Yeah.
about Teofimo's antics and disrespecting the Turkey, Alex Sheik, calling him a dictator.
Bro, that shit's funny, bro.
There's
That's
truth to
funny. I
that.
don't have no problem with
Yeah.
that.
That's just
Yeah,
funny, bro.
there's
That
truth
nigga
to that.
feels stupid. He burning his own bridges.
Bro, he's fucking
Yeah.
dissing on everybody that's helping him. He's dissed Bob Arum.
Yep.
He's fucking now he's dissing Turkey after this fucking fight that he made. Like, bro, what the fuck are you trying to do?
Now, you know what I think it is?
He dissed
You know what I think it
Canelo.
is personally? Because we talk about this over there at Ring, where he says that Tio he's like a fucking straight up copycat. He literally copies what everybody else is doing. Like if he wants to be a racist, that's Ryan. Now he's fucking talking shit with Turkey. That's Shakur. Like, bro, find your own shtick, bro, and stick to it.
For real. He started using that racial shit after Ryan did it. I go, oh, it must be okay. Ryan did it. Let me do it too. Yeah. Sounds
Yeah, he is a
about right.
copycat.
And
That's right.
I gotta keep it 100, bro. Like I didn't learn about Tio until about 2018, right? Back then, he had a way different aura about him. After he lost that Cambosos fight, I don't know what flipped in his head, but now he's like straight up retarded.
And annoying.
Nah, you know what? You know what? He probably, I don't know, man. To me, it's like, I think after the Loma fight, and then after all the cameras and shit were on him, I think it like his dad being his dad. I don't think they were able to cope with that kind of attention and stardom, and that shit just it was basically that victory. Unfortunately, it could have been the start of something great, but for him, it was the start of the decline.
Like, to me, I will say this about Teofimo. I will say this about Teofimo. You know, how do I put it? Teofimo fought Lomachenko. He beat him with no controversy. Devin Haney beats him with controversy. Should have rematched him, didn't, and yet they praise Haney and they shit on Teofimo. And then you see, Teofimo moves up, fights Josh Taylor, gets the win, and then Devin Haney beats Prograis, who's clearly not the same. They praise him more than they praise Teo. If you look at it kind of like Teo, you see that he gets a lot of hate. You see the guy want to fight Boots, then they say, oh, he's a ducker, he's a
Yeah,
pussy,
and
he's
he
a
doesn't get
coward.
paid the same.
And it's like, and I get his antics don't make sense. I get some of his shit don't make sense. But really, at the same time, there should always be more than one promoter. So fuck Turkey Al-Sheikh if that's what he want to say. It is what it is. He don't have to get money with him to be a star. Like, boxing got to be bigger than one promoter, one guy, one network, one everything. So, I mean, for me, I don't mind Teo, but my whole thing is it sounds like he's just trying to make himself more famous, more relevant. Maybe he's bitter, or maybe
somebody
maybe
coined
he's
the
aligning
term.
himself with guys like Punch Drunk too much, who keeps jumping all over the place,
Fuck
fighting
you,
with
Punch
every
Drunk,
narrative.
bro.
If
Fuck
I
that
see
guy.
Teofimo with a nose ring, I'm done with him.
No,
Oh
bro.
man,
Somebody coined the term Teo female, and that's the only thing I can think of when I see
I think
Teo female, bro.
Teofimo is just
Kill
frustrated.
female.
I think
Yeah,
Teofimo is
Tia
really
female. I
frustrated.
like that. I like that. Tia female.
Bro,
If
that's
you look
Teo
at
female, dog.
if you look at the Fatal Fury card, Teofimo being the only world champion active in that card, he got paid the less. He got paid like 900K thousand.
Damn, bro. I didn't even think about that.
And that's disrespect right there, bro.
Nah, that's straight up disrespect. Like, why
That's
the fuck the
disrespect.
champ got to play second
Yeah,
fiddle
I
to
know. Look.
Ganey?
That's
And look at Haney and look at Ryan Garcia.
Haney should have got paid nothing.
That Haney
Right.
fight should have been
And next
last.
time I want to see
Haney
Haney,
should
you
have
gotta get
owed
that
them.
UFC pay. 10K
Haney
to
should have
show and
paid
I'm
10K
not
to
gonna
fight.
lie. Showbiz been talking about trying to implement a no running rule, and I'm telling you right now, if they
Yes.
implement that shit, you're gonna see a lot of hoeing niggas. You're gonna see a
Now, you
lot of
know
hoeing
what?
niggas
I
for
feel
real.
like that shit's
Yeah.
gaining a lot of
Please
traction, though, bro.
implement the
That shit's
rule.
for real life gaining
Yeah,
traction.
please, man, take a point off, please.
No,
Add
real
into
shit,
it. You in
because
favor of the rule, Edgar? You guys in favor of the rule? Real talk. You guys in favor of the rule?
Fuck yeah.
All the
I
way.
mean, it's a
Better
for
yet,
me.
I got a suggestion. Hit that nigga in the kneecap with a bat if he's running.
No.
Damn.
No.
Fuck, I'm out here paying $80 for a fucking pay-per-view and you running like a bitch.
I'm gonna say this though.
Nah,
The
that's
problem,
tough.
the problem is, like, yeah, a real fucking boxing fan is for it because it's gonna lead to fights where guys are gonna need to exchange, and we're actually gonna be getting our money's worth when we're paying for a fight. But the problem is, how do you implement it? Like, it's gonna like what they're just gonna say. They're gonna tell the ref like, oh, it's up to your discretion. So if the ref doesn't think
yeah.
that fighter A is moving too much, he's never going to implement the rule. If the ref thinks that fighter B is
But
doing
it's
it,
not
how
about
much
movement.
Hold on,
leeway?
if I can paraphrase for you, bro, because I don't want to cut you off, but
I mean, it's
kinda
about the
run
lack
long.
of engagement.
Yeah, let me
No, I
paraphrase
get
for you,
that. I
bro.
get that, but
Was
it's
they
gonna
implementing a
ultimately
new
gonna come
rule?
down to the ref's opinion.
Hold on, I got you, fam. Implementing a new rule like that is literally just the same as implementing more gun laws. People don't give a
Entire
fuck.
time. That is the boxing. That is the art of boxing. He's moving the entire time, but he's also hitting you and beating the fuck up. So there's a difference between running and not engaging and utilizing
I
movement
get that.
and
I get that. I
engagement.
get that. I understand that. I get that, boys. But the problem is gonna come in when they leave it up to the fucking ref and it's to his discretion. That's the problem.
It's like,
It's his
man,
job to make sure it's a fight, though.
I know, but it's up
Did
to
you
his
not watch
discretion.
Adelaide Bird, one of the famous, one of the most respected referees, just did a video on this. And if you haven't watched the video, go and watch the video. He explains thoroughly what the job of the referee is, and it is to make sure that these niggas is fighting. That's his
I
job.
get that. I
One
understand that.
job is
I
to make sure that
understand
they're
that.
fighting. So it only needs to be at his discretion.
Bro, I completely understand that. I completely understand that. But there's gonna be a gray fucking area where
yeah,
one ref doesn't see it.
What's the gray area?
There's
every
gonna
ref
be,
is
bro.
not the same,
I'm not
though.
telling you. I'm not telling you. I know exactly what it is. What I'm telling you is that there's going to be a gray area where a fighter is either going to be not throwing punches, clinching, engaging, but the ref is going to give him the benefit of the doubt for way too long. Like, he's going to let that shit go till like the 8th round, 10th round. And at that point, taking a point is going to do nothing.
You got to remember there's two other referees on the side as well.
I mean, hey, if they can find a way where by like the 3rd or 4th round, they tell fighter A, like, yo, bro, you need to fucking throw some punches, by all means.
I know that rule.
Well, yeah, because you gotta understand the difference between, like I said, it's about the lack of engagement. So we're talking about multiple rounds, right? You would have to be doing it for a period of 2 or more rounds for it to be considered running.
Wait. Speaking on the lack of engagement, my brother Clavo, why is Mirage so quiet when we're not talking about David?
Because his baby daddy ain't the fucking subject, bro.
Yeah, it's like ashy.
I was about to get on that. Why the fuck are you so quiet for? David ain't the topic, so you ain't joining in? Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Clavo.
Come on, man. Say something about what we talking about. Come on, man.
It's a pattern, bro. It's a pattern.
I respect you a little bit more if you bring something more other than just fucking David. I got a feeling the only reason why we debating you is because y'all find yourself from time to time in the corner with David Dildo in your ass. That's the only reason why we debating y'all.
Hey, idiot. Firstly, I was in the fucking kitchen.
David. He had
I
a
wasn't even
dildo
here.
named
Hey,
David.
idiot. I wasn't even here. I wasn't even here the last 10 minutes. I was in the kitchen. I just came back, and I hear you talking about me. As usual.
Man.
No.
You
I
can't
believe
take
that he was in the kitchen getting his Oscar on.
Are you obsessed?
He was getting his Oscar.
Hey, maybe that filthy for me. Are you trying to impress me with that filthy?
Spatula.
Mirage the glizzy
So
handler.
what do you want to talk about? Yeah, you want to talk about the forcing fighters to engage. I mean, that might have prevented Canelo from throwing 150 punches in 12 rounds last fight, which was almost the lowest punch output ever.
And you do realize that he outlanded Skull too, right?
No, do you realize he barely threw a punch?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He landed almost 80% of his power punch. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about.
He threw 150
You don't know what you're talking about.
Rounds.
Okay, and he landed almost 80% of them. What are you talking about? You sound retarded.
You want fighters like Canelo to be forced to throw more punches. That would be a good idea if you could do that.
He doesn't have to be forced to throw more punches if the other person engages him. Do not realize. No. Because 2 fights before that, when he fought Jaime Munguia, he threw more punches than all 3 fights of the fights with Triple G. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Boom.
I'm talking about.
What are you talking about? We're talking about Canelo's engagement. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Skull throwing twice as many punches as Canelo, and you're blaming Skull for not engaging. He threw twice as many punches as Canelo. Did you watch the fight?
Exactly, and Canelo still outlanded him, you fucking retard.
We're talking about engagement. We're talking about engagement. You're moving the goalposts.
Skull not navigating the fucking
perimeter? He was there engaging the entire fight. That's the whole point.
Then why did he throw half as many punches if he was?
Because he kept on fucking running.
Because he was more fucking accurate. What the fuck are you talking about? He was engaging the entire fight. Shut the fuck up and take David's nuts off your fucking chin.
More punches. Learn to cut off the ring.
Take David's nuts off your chin.
Bro,
you need to shut the fuck up because you only make sense when you're talking about David. Shut the fuck up.
Your argument.
That's weird. Yeah,
you have no fucking idea what cutting off the ring is. You got no idea what the fuck cutting the ring off is. He was cutting off the fucking ring. And this dude had a fucking jump with both feet in the air
when he threw less punches and landed more.
Because he threw half as many punches. That's why I didn't engage, idiot.
The fuck are you talking about? He didn't engage. Okay, so all right, cool. Okay, so if he didn't engage, hold on, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. If he didn't engage, why are the commentators during the fight saying that when the ref is talking to them, they're not talking to Canelo? They literally that the ref ain't talking to Canelo about engagement.
Why they're glazing Canelo.
Skull.
Their job is to glaze Canelo. You haven't worked it out yet.
So is it or is it not true that Canelo controls the pace in every fight? Is it or is it not true that Canelo controls the pace in almost every fight that he fights in?
Body bag right here.
Canelo was walking around like a fucking.
That's a body bag. What the fuck is you talking about? Being active. What are you talking about? He controls the pace in every fucking fight he fights in. What are you talking about?
Slower than my dead grandma.
It don't matter how slow he was. If he
It
was
doesn't
so
matter.
slow, why was Skull running? If he was so slow, why
You get
running
fucking
the whole fucking fight? You fucking retard.
He was
Nah,
Skull was
better than that.
boxing.
Why
Skull
the
was
fuck is the
that.
bigger
boxing.
guy? Well, no, why the fuck is the
Answer
bigger
that.
guy running from the smaller guy?
Right?
Oh,
What the fuck
It's
kind of
called
Stupid
shit is
ass.
that?
boxing. It's
The
called
smaller,
boxing. Look
slower
it up.
guy.
Look it up.
Why is the bigger, faster guy, the more conditioned guy, running from the smaller, slower guy? You fucking retard.
reach
He
The
was
What the fuck
smaller,
are you
boxing
talking
older
in a
about?
different
guy.
boxing style.
You're
Now
stupid
let's
as
get
fuck,
back to
Mirage.
engagement. Canelo
The
didn't
smaller, older,
engage.
slower guy. The
Canelo
smaller,
threw
older,
and
slower
Mirage, can I
guy
ask you a
is the
question real
guy
quick?
that
Canelo
niggas is
Mirage.
running
threw
from. You just
Hold on,
proved our
Canelo
Mirage.
point
threw
why
11
Canelo is
punches
the
per
pound for
round.
pound greatest. Shut up, pussy.
Canelo threw 11 punches per round.
It don't
That's
Hey,
matter.
big
embarrassing.
dog, let me
Oh,
ask a
it doesn't
question
It
real
matter.
quick.
don't matter.
I thought you
He would
wanted to
have threw
make a
more
rule.
and Skull
I
engaged
thought you
him.
wanted.
If
Hey,
I
I
Skull
want
thought you wanted.
engaged him, he
Hey,
would have
let me talk.
threw
I thought
more.
you wanted to make a rule to make referees make fighters throw more punches. Didn't you just say that earlier?
The hell
No.
did you
Yeah.
just say?
Yeah, yeah,
Did you
crickets. That's
not?
It's
what I
about
thought.
stopping the running.
You're a hypocrite.
Stopping the
You're a
running.
hypocrite.
What are you
You're a
talking
hypocrite.
about?
No,
What are you
you
So
said
did you
talking?
not
How
hear
am
the
I
they
a
need to
hypocrite?
referee
engage
How
tell
am
him
I
to
a
throw
engage
hypocrite?
punches.
more? Did you
You
not
said
hear
they
the
need to
referee
How am I
tell
a
throw
him
more
to
hypocrite?
punches.
engage, to fight more, to stop dancing
What are you
around?
talking about? You
That was for
sound
William
retarded.
Skull, not for
So
Canelo.
different rules for Canelo, different rules for everybody else. That's our fanboy. There you
Hey,
It
go.
is
let's
different
move
rules
on
because
to
he's not the one running, you fucking dickhead. He's not the one lacking
Scream louder.
engagement.
Hey,
If he's the one
scream like
hunting,
a
what are you
hey,
talking about?
I
scream
got a
like a
question
bitch
for
You're
louder.
a
Raj.
Your boy's
fucking
gonna become
retard.
Country's
You're a
cooking is
fucking
good.
retard.
scream
You're a
like a
Hey,
bitch
retard. That's why
louder.
your mother
hey,
gave you up for adoption. Your mother gave
yo,
you up
if
for
this,
adoption, and your father don't love you. Shut
Yeah.
up.
You gotta
You
yo,
were
expose
yo,
this
adopted.
yo,
to
Your
yo,
parents
hypocrite.
didn't
You
Punchy,
don't
even
know what
love
you're
you.
talking about.
if fucking Mirage understands this rule, and then if it goes through, maybe David will
Okay,
get a
what's the
knockout.
rule? Give me the rule
Maybe
again.
David
Go.
will get a
Exactly.
Lay out
knockout.
your rule.
Exactly.
Lay out your
Hold
rule.
up, wait, because I've been trying to ask Mirage a question right quick.
Go ahead.
Is the weed over there just like exceptionally great, or are you just like retarded? No, because I got a
I
fly
don't
there right
smoke
now. I'm
weed.
about to spark up a bowl just because of your ass. But
I don't
is your weed
smoke
better? I
weed,
feel like
idiot.
your weed's better, bro.
I got a
Well,
real
you
boxing.
need to. It'll calm you the fuck down.
Hey,
You
real
Nah, he
quick,
sound like a
why
smokes
do you
crack.
sound
retard.
like an insult?
Nah,
Why do
he
you sound
smokes
like an
crack.
insult? Do you
Let's
notice
keep
Canelo fanboys
That
all
is
have
an insult.
squeaky voices?
We're
They all
Canelo
have high
fanboys,
squeaky
says the
voices. Do you
guy who
notice
has
that?
a picture of Benavidez.
let's
Yeah,
move on to
exactly.
Canelo talk. Hey,
I'm
Exactly.
surprised it's
Flavo.
not the front of his shorts.
I got a
So
question.
hey, what kind of rule do you want to implement? Let's start again. You want referees to do
Well,
what?
I brought up it's something that Showbiz was talking about, creating the no running rule that forces that it gives the ref the power to take a point from fighters who are lacking engagement. So I just
But would
brought
it
it
be
up.
like?
Engagement means
But would
throwing
it be like
punches as well or not?
excessive clenching? It would be like the same thing, like rule
Yeah,
wise, or like.
exactly. Just like excessive clinching, it would be the same thing. Excessive running and no engagement warrants a penalty, which is points taken away. And it makes
Okay.
exactly perfect sense. Especially since he's partnered with Adelaide Bird, one of the most, like I said, one of the most recommended and in the last 60 fucking years. There,
Excuse me, sorry, if I may. It's
Yeah.
not.
it's going it's something
It's
that they're
not about
talking
getting
about.
more punches per round. It's actually more about stopping the other guy from running
No,
out
wait,
the clock
hold
and
on.
disengaging at every turn.
Oh.
That's the
Okay,
Let's
so
real.
okay, all right. So because
Well, two
Canelo
things
cut
can
off
be
the
true.
ring, we
Two
want to
things can be
change
true.
the rules of boxing. So because Canelo
It
cut
has
off the
nothing to do
cut off
about
the ring,
what he was
Canelo cut off
we
doing.
the
want to
ring
It has
change
early.
the
everything
rules
to
of
do
boxing.
with Skull wasn't
We want to
doing.
change the rules of
What are you
boxing
talking?
so they stand
It's
right in
not
front of
just about
Canelo.
Canelo and Skull. It's
You
Is
not
do
that what you
just
want to
realize
about
do?
that
Canelo and
Canelo
Skull.
still outlanded Skull, even
Haney.
though
It's
he
about
beat the
Devin
best, right?
Haney.
It's about Devin
Oh,
Haney
What are you
too.
okay.
talking
Yeah,
about?
Okay.
and
All
Shakur
right.
It's
Stevenson.
about
All right.
it's
You
De Los
gotta
Santos.
understand
It's
this.
about
You gotta
we can go
understand this.
on about all of these fighters that is
You gotta
running. What is we
understand.
talking about?
You gotta understand this. This is for the sport of boxing, and fans spend their hard-earned money to see a shit show of what we've
Well,
seen
yeah, okay.
this
Yeah,
past
but Mirage isn't a
weekend of
boxing
May.
fan. He's a
MMA
Benavidez fan.
Pride used to have a rule like was a yellow card or something the referee could give when your fighters did sort of similar
Yeah,
shit to that. So something like that. I mean, I wouldn't
exactly.
oppose it.
So you're
I
familiar with
wouldn't
that
oppose
then?
it. Oh yes, I
Yeah. See,
am.
so you're
Yes.
familiar with that. Yeah. So we agree.
So you
Like,
might not be
But
dumb after all.
Mirage,
I
do
mean
you
that would
watch
I
other
would not be
forms of
against that.
combat
But I
sports, or
mean,
do you just watch Benavidez?
very very hard to implement.
I
Do
think
you
it should
just
be.
watch Benavidez, Mirage, or do you
Hard
watch
to
every? Do
implement
you watch all
because
of
you
boxing?
can get points taken from excessive holding and clinching.
Yep.
I think it should be.
Well,
between
excessive holding, they can already
and
do that.
excessive running and lack of
They can already
engagement.
hang on. They can already do that for holding and clinching. They can already do that. That's
But they
referee
don't.
discretion. Well, they don't. I mean, because that's fucking boxing. And
For
referees,
for
referees have got agendas. Sometimes they do it. Sometimes they don't do it, depending on the person. I mean,
Hey guys,
And
I
that's
kind
why I
of
Sometimes
said
they
want
it's
to
about
do
the
do it.
ref's
one side of it.
discretion.
but we can
I've
always
seen
implement
I've seen a
side
ref
refs.
that didn't even call a knockdown.
I would
So
not oppose it. Okay, I would not
Facts,
oppose your rule.
facts.
Okay.
Like I believe it should. I think it's more of a positive than a negative, that rule, if it's implicated, because for the simple fact, we have instant replays in certain parts of America, and it helps out. For example, look at Navarrete versus the one Filipino dude. Like, that wasn't a headbutt, that was a legitimate
That was
punch, and
bullshit, dude. Yeah, I was.
they can overturn that decision, and it can help out for a rematch. Like, why people are so against these rules is for pushing the sport forward.
absolutely, that's a great assessment, Carlos.
Mhm.
Let me read.
Oh, and
Let
you
me.
know another thing too?
Yeah.
Overtime boxing. Overtime boxing is dope because they don't allow draws. If the fight comes to a draw, then there's a 13th round, or they add an extra round. So that's
I
something that
said
regular
it.
boxing could take
Like like
could
like like an
could take a point
overtime,
from.
like overtime kind of thing.
Yeah, that's why it's called overtime boxing. It's literally
That sounds
the
hot.
name of it is literally
That
overtime
sounds
boxing.
fucking
I
hot.
want to
I'm
ask the
into
question
that.
of
That
panel
sounds
something
fucking
that I've been kind
fire.
of hearing about, and this is a
Oh, go
question
ahead.
outside of it. I've been hearing that Junto Nakatani may fight Inoue next year,
Yeah,
Yeah,
according to.
they've
yeah,
I've
already
that
heard
set
shit's
that
their
gonna
too.
be
face off and
crazy.
shit.
I got a question to y'all. I got a question to y'all. Do you believe if Bam Bam Rodriguez becomes unified July 19, beating Afu and 115, he will either go undisputed or go up 118 to challenge Junto Nakatani? What y'all think is the move for Bam
It
Bam
might go
Rodriguez?
undisputed because that's the thing to do now. That's the big thing to do.
Yeah,
It
that's more
depends how you make
accomplishable.
the weight.
That's yeah.
I mean, I just saw an interview with him. I think he said he's gonna fight like 2 more times and then move up.
Yeah,
Hold
that's
on,
what.
fellas.
Yeah,
Hold on, fellas. Let me get these bills paid real quick. A heads say Skull's corner told him to throw more punches because they're going to think you're dancing in Spanish. What the fuck? Mirage and Ashy have a kid and call him Benavidez.
Nigga said dancing in Spanish. Fuck
that's
that.
And one baller says garage comes from a land down under Benavidez nuts.
hey, Wayne Skull.
Mexican 6'9" killer says, no, he is right. David is better. That's why his face looked worse versus Morrell. Laughing my ass
No,
off.
dead ass, right? That's why his
For
face looked
real.
worse
Mrs.
versus
Mirage
Bo's dick.
says Mirage is mad because Clavo is better looking than him. Damn, you're
I
all mixed
agree.
in this,
Oh,
Mirage.
yeah.
I agree. I agree
Hey, yeah.
wholeheartedly.
I mean, fuck you, real talk, you motherfucker.
Look at them fucking eyebrows. It's gorgeous.
Hold on. Alfredo says Benavidez wants Crawford at 168 or at cruiserweight because Benavidez said he'd go to 68 for Bud. So I doubt he won't Bud at cruiserweight. Domo
He's
says
going for Bud at 168, but he won't fight Canelo at 168. Fucking pussy.
that's crazy. And Mirage ain't said shit. Domo says at Mirage, uh, why won't Shane Song Likowitz let him be the Saudi monster?
Shane
Mirage,
Song Likowitz is fucking hilarious.
why won't he let him be the Saudi monster, Mirage?
Because he's not international.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Mirage, answer the question.
Bro, that's
Because
He's a
Benavidez.
Vegas fighter.
David's not a sellout. He's a
He's a
Mexican
Vegas
monster.
Oh
fighter.
my
David is
God.
a
Sellout.
sellout.
He
He
doesn't
is a
go to
sellout. He's a
Saudi
fucking
Arabia and
duck.
hold hands with
There
other
ain't
men.
no bigger sellout than a duck. What are you talking about?
I know the Canelo fanboys are into holding hands of other men. They're into that.
Let's move
David's
from
not
that
into that.
topic, man.
He can let
I'm
Crawford
sick and
do
tired
that.
of hearing Mirage.
Canelo can go hold hands with those dudes. He's a real
David would never
Mexican
hold hands
monster.
with you. You're there to hold his nuts. What are you talking about?
Oh
He
my God.
No, there's
What
no
are you
holding
talking
anything,
about?
man.
Oh
We don't
man.
swing that way, bro.
Mirage holds it while
Don't
David pees.
project, man.
Hold on, we got one. We got one more. Mexican 6'9" killer says Mirage has David so far up his ass that he knows what he's thinking. That's why he's so confident about what he's saying.
Damn.
Oh
Bro,
man.
Mirage, you missed the point, Mirage. You saying that Skull this, Skull that. Skull was doing a lot of Sasha, but no picante. That man was
Look,
not
yeah,
engaging it.
look. Skull was running like a bitch. Yeah, he was. He
That
was.
dude
But
was
I'm
thick
saying
with a guile,
Canelo's
bro.
not
It wasn't even
blameless.
spicy.
Honestly,
Canelo's not
I'm curious.
blameless. That's my point. They're
I'm
both to
curious.
blame.
Who do you guys
They're both.
have?
Hold on, Mirage. We're moving on from Canelo and your lover. Okay, so who do you guys have, Nakatani or Inoue?
That's gonna be a hard fight. That's
I'm
gonna.
sorry,
I
fam. I'm
just
sorry. Can you repeat that one more time for me?
Who do you guys have between Nakatani and Inoue? I'm kind of leaning towards Nakatani.
If it's actually in the year, I'm gonna take a Nui.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
dude.
Hey, I got a
Anything
question
past
to
the year,
y'all.
I gotta go Junto, bro. His dimensions are just way better.
Junto
Yeah,
is hard, but like, who y'all got? Anyway, or Rafael Espinosa? Ooh,
In a way.
I'm gonna
what?
go with Inoue
Inoue.
too.
I
What?
still gotta go
Inoue.
anyway, bro. I think anyway can get in between the shots and he can get under that range.
Man, he's 6'1", and he throw that upper like from long range. If Cardenas and Luis Nery can drop anyway, bro,
No, he could
Rafael
probably
is a
drop anyway,
problem.
but I think anyway could stop him though.
All right, I respect it. I respect it.
What do you think, Mirage?
Mirage got
It's
nothing to
not
say.
undefeated. He
I
doesn't
think
think.
it's looks like a 50-50 fight if they actually fight. If that actually happens,
If who
Bro,
fights?
that was a country response.
the Nakatani and
Bro,
Inoue
dick riding the
you're
fuck
talking
out of
about.
that fan.
Bro, that shit sound like it almost hurt you to say something without David in it.
No, right?
Well, I'm not a big look. I don't hide. I'm not
No,
a big
dead ass
fan of
right, bro.
those.
Son is
I'm not a
fat than
big
a
fan of those
motherfucker.
midget
Wait,
divisions.
but hold
Really,
on.
I'm not a big fan.
He
You're a
had to
boxing
reword his
fan?
whole statement. He said David has it a 50-50 fight. I
I'm
mean,
not
I
a
have
big
it a
fan of the
50-50
midgets.
fight.
There you
No,
go.
wait, no. You said it was a
I'm
dude,
trying to
Mirage.
tell
You
you,
said you were a
bro, this is
boxing
an
fan.
obsession, dog. Nah, this
Mirage,
is
you said,
unhealthy, bro, for real. I'm
dude,
starting to
Mirage
get
said he was a
concerned, bro.
boxing fan. That he wasn't a casual and he wasn't a fanboy. But I'm not a fan of those midgets. You
Do you
kidding
have to
me?
be a fan of every single division to be a fan of boxing? That must be
Yeah,
Yeah.
weird because
actually, yeah.
Actually, yeah,
Actually,
Actually,
yeah.
yeah,
no, you
yeah.
don't.
yeah.
Yes, I am a
No, you
fan
don't.
of those divisions. Yes,
Dude, those
Hey,
Inoue.
hey,
divisions are
Bro,
Mirage.
more
he's
action
Hey,
You
packed.
still don't
Mirage.
know
he's a
shit
fan of
about
Mirage.
boxing.
boxing.
Yo,
You
hey,
Those
still
He's a
don't know
Mirage.
fan
divisions
of
shit
are
about
more
boxing.
boxing,
exciting
bro.
than the other
Hey,
divisions.
Mirage. Mirage, you're from Australia, right? You
Yeah, I'm
guys
from
play rugby,
Australia.
right? Yeah. You're from Australia, so you guys play
Yeah,
rugby, right?
rugby league. Yeah,
So
rugby league.
yeah. So do you only watch the guys that run the ball instead of the blockers because you don't give a fuck about the blockers?
You have no
Mirage,
idea.
Mirage,
He don't care about the
I
blockers.
mean,
He
that
only
shit
gives a shit
sounded
about the guys that
legit.
run.
Dude, those lower weights have
That's not
more
comparable.
action-packed fights than the heavyweights.
Yes,
Okay,
I
why do you think those divisions
fucking
historically
facts.
are nowhere near as popular as heavyweight? It's because people just are fucking
Because Americans
because
don't
most of those
dominate them, you
fighters
dominate.
come from
Because
Asia, and they
why?
you know,
have a whole following
you know
over
why
there,
they
bro.
Because
don't got a lot.
Bro,
little
those
ass
divisions are
motherfuckers.
huge in
They're
Mexico.
smaller
You're
than the average
retarded.
man.
For somebody
It's
who's a
just the way it
Benavidez
is.
fan,
It's because they have more
those
It's the
divisions are
conditioning,
same.
huge
they
in
have more
Mexico.
defensive capabilities, so they
They throw
last
more
longer. The
punches.
heavyweights usually end in knockouts. That's the difference. And people
And
would rather
Americans
see
don't
a
dominate those
knockout.
weight classes. Like real
Hey,
talk shit.
Even
hey,
Exactly.
hey, Mirage,
compared to
why you,
welterweight, even compared to the
Hey, shut the
middleweights,
fuck up and let that
they're
man give
Mirage,
me my
they're
props.
still nowhere near as popular
Mirage,
historically.
you really suspect, man. You want to see guys' body frames and comparing this. They're not like the average man, man.
Yeah,
You
bro,
you
you're
too
gayer
far.
than me,
He
bro.
only likes the
Hmm.
big guys because he likes to get manhandled, bro.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
gay.
he like the.
Yeah.
Dude,
He likes
I'm
to be
just
This
put in
saying,
his femininity.
dude,
yeah.
Japan has an actual anime of the country
He
it's
be like,
from.
if
Most people
he be like this. If it ain't
prefer
200, I don't want it.
heavyweights over the
Oh my
little
god,
dudes.
the
That's just the
mid.
way
Yeah,
it
Oh
because
my
is.
they like
god,
knockouts.
Hey, if it ain't
No,
No,
200,
it's
I
not
Mirage.
just
don't want it.
knockouts.
That's what Mirage wants.
It's
Mirage.
because of the
You
show. It's because of the
oh Mirage,
Mirage.
you're
spectacle.
you're a
They want
fanboy,
to
dude.
watch
You
real
You're a
size
fanboy.
you
dudes, not fucking
unironically
midgets.
act gayer than me,
You're
They don't
you're a
Mirage.
want to watch
fanboy, dude.
horse jockeys. Same as in the
Dude,
UFC. Same as in any combat sport. That's the way it
no, dude,
is.
dude. Oh, you're a fanboy, dude. I'm sorry.
Straight up,
You're
honestly, bro. There's literally no
Yeah,
other way to describe what you
yeah.
are, Mirage.
That's why
yeah,
those guys don't draw shit because I'm a fanboy,
dude. They
Oh,
get
Hold
paid
on
fucking
millions of
right?
dollars in
Benavidez
one
does
Japan.
less
second.
than 100K with
Yeah, it's
fucking
my
What does
fault.
Morrell.
Bam
Benavidez draw
Bam,
again?
Hold
What
on,
does
Bam
he
hold on,
draw
Bam
one
can't
again?
second.
fucking
One
main
second, one
event.
second. B Roz
Main
has a
event by himself.
question.
It's my fault, right?
Hold on,
Dude,
Mirage. Hold on,
Asian
Mirage.
countries
Pull
pay
your
millions
panties
to
up,
see
Mirage. One
them.
second. B Raza says a little bit off topic, y'all, but who y'all got between Berlanga or Shiraz? I got Berlanga by
Ooh.
decision.
Berlanga.
I got
Berlanga by
Berlanga
Oh
too.
knockout.
yeah.
Belanga's
I
going to
gotta
get
go
out box,
Berlanga,
man.
bro.
Nah,
Berlanga
I
sucks.
got Shiraz, bro. I don't know, bro. I got Shiraz,
Oh, you
bro.
I
got
just I don't
Shiraz?
nah. See, look, I
Yeah.
just don't trust Shiraz's
I
chin.
got
I
Man.
don't trust.
Berlanga by
I don't
knockout.
trust Middle
I think
I'm
Eastern
he gonna
chin.
sorry.
run from that to
Yeah,
get a little ass
if
whooping.
Berlanga lands something, Shiraz is done.
I'm sorry,
No.
but hey, man, Shiraz
It might
did
sound
not
fucked up, but I
convince
don't
me.
trust I don't trust Middle Eastern chins, fam.
Shiraz did not convince me when they gifted him that draw a 5'9" Carlos Adames.
When
Now
did
he's fighting.
Belanga convince
Now
you? When
he's
did
fighting
Belanga convince you of
Belanga
anything?
that is bigger than Carlos Adames. That's gonna rehydrate 200 pounds, and he has power. So I gotta go with Belanga on this one.
When did
But if
Yo,
he
Belanga
has
can I
convince you
just
he can
say this,
fight?
bro? Can I just say this, dog? Because what you got to understand is real boxing fans like all boxing, but
Yes.
fangirls like one boxer.
Yes. Thank you.
yeah,
Good
Yeah.
point.
Thank
I
Good
like a
you.
point.
lot.
Good
No,
point.
Yep.
I like a lot of fucking divisions in
Hey,
boxing,
you
just
you
No,
not
you
don't like
don't,
every
your
bitch.
single
monster.
one.
what
You
Don't
don't
fighters
like
lie.
you
the
like?
one who's on your
That ain't
I'm
what
fucking
the
not a
fuck
pre-
you
card.
just
I'm not a
said.
pre-
Fighter,
I'm not
you're
a
a liar.
pretentious little
You're
worm
a fucking
who
liar.
talks about some obscure
Little
fighter and
worm, a
to try
little
to pretend.
worm.
Oh, I know
Other
boxing. I
than
know a
David
You
fighter
look like an
Benavidez, who do you
elephant.
talk
nobody else has
about?
heard of. Oh, look at me. I'm an expert.
Wait,
Who
wait,
do
That's
you
a
wait.
talk
fucking
about other than David
pretentious
Benavidez? You never
what?
talk about
The
no one
bro,
else.
the only thing you're an expert on is what size Benavidez' dick is, bro.
Yeah, you're an
One
expert
second.
on nothing. You're an expert on nothing.
My gosh.
You're an expert on being a bitch, and that's about it.
Yeah, I
Nothing
am.
Damn.
else.
I'll
It is
wholeheartedly say that,
David,
motherfucker.
Okay, I'm
I
glad you
own
David.
admit
that
you're a
shit.
bitch. All
That's
right,
the
you
difference
admit it. All
You
right.
between you
want
and me,
David,
baby girl.
you
I
want
own my
David to
shit.
best you as the godfather of his newborn child, bro. He's never gonna let you have it, bro. Chill. Eh,
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
Bro,
a
Oh
if
my
I'm a
David's
god.
fan
not
of a
gonna
You
let you
throwback
hit,
fighter,
bro.
one of
David
the
not
an
gonna let you
exciting
hit,
dude,
bro.
you're
fighter,
not part of the
At
and
family.
least
apparently
Part
as
that's
of the
bad.
family.
no,
Apparently
at
that's
least
bad.
as
All right.
he's up front with not knowing fighters outside of
But you're
David
fans
Benavidez.
of a fighter who cherry picks and fights bums and charges you $90 to watch him.
Who?
That's okay apparently.
Who?
David
All right.
Benavidez?
David?
Who?
David? You talking about
No,
David?
David doesn't cherry
Oh,
pick bums.
hey,
I'm talking about
hey, I
Canelo.
know. Hey guys,
Yeah,
I know I know what's the
yeah,
hold
he
up. I know
definitely
what's the
does.
hold up. Hey guys, I know what's the hold up with David
He might
Benavidez.
not cherry
David
pick, but he
Benavidez, listen.
does.
David Benavidez has to wait for Tank and Roach to finish so he can be in the co-main of a next Tank fight.
Yes.
Hey,
yeah,
main event Vegas, man. Main
hey,
event
Fuck
Vegas.
man,
that
That's the
Main
bullshit.
event
Vegas
in
role.
Vegas.
Main event Vegas.
Main event in
co-main
Vegas.
is the PBC way, right?
Hey,
Oh
where's
man,
your
get
boy
the fuck
Bam?
out of here.
Has he even headlined the card yet?
PBC
Bam,
way.
your little hero, your little jockey, horse jockey hero. Has
It's
he
the
main evented
PBC
anything yet?
way.
And how's he more decorated than David?
Let's put
Woo!
Bam
Dead ass.
main
Bam has
event
won more
Vegas.
belts. He's
Let's
won more
put
belts
Hey,
Bam
from
main
more
event
champions
Vegas
in
and
more
see how much he
divisions than
sells. Yeah.
David.
How's he fought more champions than David?
Yeah. Then
you,
why
you-
isn't he main eventing Vegas pay per view?
hey, you're jealous
Because
that
Not every
Bam
because
fighter
unlike
main
is
event
taking up the
Benavidez,
pay-per-view.
Bam
mantle.
knows his place. You
Because
dumb
nobody
bitch.
gives a fuck. That's why.
No, because unlike David, Bam knows his place. You stupid bitch.
Dumb
Yeah, he
fuck.
knows his place, and
Oh
it
my
ain't the fucking
god.
main event of
Dude, not
Vegas.
every
And
Correct.
neither
fighter is
is
gonna.
fucking Benavidez. That's
And
why he
neither
has
is
to go on an
David.
undercard with
Oh,
David.
that's why he fought main event Vegas literally 3 months ago.
And
Bam
he's
is
No,
won
still
every.
and how
Bam is
much did
still
that
Yeah.
How much?
belt,
Bam is
girl?
still
That
How many?
Do
developing
you
and
like
shit
fighting
don't
bodying
mama.
champions.
yourself? Do you enjoy bodying yourself?
Dude, that
You're
shit
body
didn't even
bagging
sell.
yourself
That's
to
If that
gonna be
fight.
shit didn't even
unified in
sell
two
out, baby
divisions,
girl.
bro.
Hey, tell me
They're
the
not in the
pay-per-view
same
that you
argument. They're not in the same. They're not in the same
18,000
lane.
tickets sold
Bro, that no,
T-Mobile Arena. That's
you're
fucking
being
big time.
hyperbolic, mama. It was literally 12,000, excuse me,
No,
out of
David said
20,000.
18,000. I trust David
That's
more than
called
you.
60% filled, you stupid ass.
David said
He
18,000.
trusts David
Oh,
Show
more than
me a
because
you.
David
station for
said we
12.
should all take David's word that his
You
show
take
sold great,
yours?
right?
Who should we trust more, Real Talk Boxing or David Benavidez? Who would know more?
Who
Let's
would be
see.
more biased,
A guy
Real
with
Talk
real
Boxing or
talk,
David
boxing.
Benavidez?
You're the most
Bitch.
biased person fucking that exists.
Yeah,
real,
this
Yo,
might
You're
yo,
a
be.
real
You
hater.
talk,
got to
You're
put
a
real
some
talk.
hater.
response
It's
to
real
that, right?
simple. It's real simple. Real talk. Just go back to the footage of that fight, and you can't. And they don't ever pan out to
Por
the
eso,
crowd.
they
They,
literally
they don't.
fucking
They don't
screened
pan
off
out to the
everything,
crowd.
way.
They only kept it right there, nice and tight, close. Because in the stands there
Que
was
no, everything
nobody.
was zoomed in, right?
Okay, that's
Yeah.
bullshit. There's wide shots and it's fucking packed.
wait,
Right.
wait,
You want to
wait,
put a
Then
wait.
screenshot?
You're talking about
drop
you're
them then.
talking
I'll
about
Drop
put
them
a
on
the
both
fight
screenshot. I'll
sides.
put a
after
screenshot. Let
Listen,
me
You know
listen,
find
how
it.
you
Mirage.
always
the
You
ask
you
after
for
you live in
proof?
that.
closing.
Yo, Mirage, I get it. You live in the fucking outback and all you see is kangaroos, bro. Relax.
Look,
Yeah, man.
I even said
Kangaroos.
anything
Hey,
else.
all you see is
I'm gonna
kangaroos,
take his word.
wombats,
I'll take it.
koalas, and
Let
platypuses.
me give a comparison. When Canelo
I'm
has
gonna
a
Hey,
take
yo,
fight with
guys,
David's word
yo,
for it
yo, yo,
until
yo,
proven
yo,
otherwise.
yo, we got a whole nother dude in the fucking panel. I want to hear him because I'm seeing him talking grease in the fucking
Throw
chat.
in, Ja. Throw in
Go
on this
ahead,
shit.
Ja. I want to hear that
Okay, good.
shit.
Yeah.
Hey, John.
So
Who the
spit
fuck
that
got all
shit.
that background noise? Who's killing a cow?
Ja, who the fuck over there
Man,
got
who
the
the fuck is
bandsaw
that?
going?
Yeah.
Somebody got a lot of noise back
Jaw?
there.
Jaw, is that you?
You at a slaughterhouse or what?
Jaw, come on, man. Get off your lunch break.
Echoing off. It's
You on
echoing.
your lunch
I
break?
think it's the slaughterhouse.
Echoing off.
Man, somebody doing
No, it's
something in the
somebody else. It's
background.
somebody else. It's somebody else. It's not him.
It ain't me.
It's
ain't me.
Edgar. It's probably
It ain't
Edgar.
me.
Nah,
Someone
it
watching
is, bro. I
porno.
muted, bro.
I don't know, man. Someone sounds like they're staticky or something.
Someone's watching some porno, dude.
Oh,
It's good
word? What
now.
kind?
Nah, it
It's
must
good
have been
now.
Mirage in that
Somebody
porno because
muted
I
it.
heard no bitch moaning, so it must have been
All
Mirage
right,
porno.
all right, all right. Yeah, wait, yeah.
Hey, let this guy
That
cook. What's up, man?
All right,
What's
all right,
happening?
all right. So
All
off,
right,
All
all
right,
He
right,
said,
all
I
right,
Ja.
all
don't hear
right, all
no
right, all right.
bitch
Ja, welcome
moaning.
to the panel, Ja. Talk to us,
yo,
Get
Ja.
that
yeah,
shit.
yeah. First fact, yo, I've been trying to get on IBFP like stream for like the longest. Like your channel's been getting like shadow banned on my YouTube, and
Bro, welcome.
no notifications or nothing. So I've been trying to get on this. So shout out to IBFP for real.
Thank you.
For real.
Fuck yeah, welcome, bro.
Off the rip.
Sure.
I got some smoke for IBFP. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little bit of smoke for him
Well,
because
get it off your chest.
I think one of the craziest points that he brought up that I feel like a lot of people just go for, even though I agreed with a lot, that since David Benavidez didn't push his mandatory on Canelo, like that shows that he didn't really want to play. Is that still what you like kind of go by? Like that's still a point
Yeah,
that you
that's a fact.
yeah, facts, right? Yeah.
If he would have pushed his
Completely disagree
mandatory,
with
it's would you like me to respond?
yeah.
Yeah, so I think everything works off intent. So if I see a girl across the street, I'm like, man, I looked at her, but she didn't give me her phone number. I'm not really making an effort to fuck this bitch. But if I go across
Right?
the street, I talk to her, I drum up a conversation, I do what I got to do, then I can get then I can get the number, then I can make steps towards knocking her off. But if I'm doing all this talking and then I get in perfect position to call a shot, to make him, to get in the ring with me or drop his belt, and I don't do it, how can I say I really wanted that fight?
All right. So yeah, this is exactly how, right? I feel like there's several holes in this argument, right? All right. So first things first is disanalogous. Saying that he has to go up to the higher ups of the entire boxing, which is the WBC, to demand a fight, force him to get stripped, force his belt to get stripped, move to all those odds. They're not doing that for David Benavidez. Everyone knows that Canelo's bigger, has more pull than David Benavidez. Canelo says he wants this fight. He's getting that fight. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. David
Okay,
Benavidez.
so if that's true, why did the IBF strip Canelo?
Let him finish.
So David Benavidez, David Benavidez is so cruel. I think we all understand that they don't have the pull. They don't. He's asked for this fight, and Canelo's and this is on me too, because I'm a Canelo fan, so I do believe, like, you know what, he don't really have to. But with that being said, Canelo said, I don't want that. And I respect him for saying that, but we can't now knock David Benavidez for moving up, trying to start his own thing, start his own legacy instead of keep chasing this same girl. We got to move on to the next bitch.
Okay.
Bro, hold on.
Let me respond to this, and then I'll let you guys go. I'll let you guys have at it. I just want to respond to Jai on this. I hear what you're saying, Jai. It doesn't make any sense to me, and this is why. Because of what you're saying, what about David and enforcing his mandatory, that's literally exactly what happened with William Skull. William Skull stood there. Canelo ended up getting stripped, and then Canelo circled the block and ended up fighting William Skull. So if David would have just stayed there at 168 and forced his mandatory, got the belt, because he has no problem with getting the belt emailed to him because he got it with Bivol. So he can't complain that he got a problem with that because he's done it against Bivol. And so when he did against Bivol, now he's proudly talking about, but I'm the WBC champion. Don't matter. I'm the WBC champion. Should have did that shit with Canelo. If Canelo was too pussy to fight you, you were going to get the belt. And then you see Canelo had to circle the block for Skull. He would have had to circle the block for David too. David fucked up his own situation. Do you understand what I'm saying, John? Do you understand how Skull got the belt and how Canelo got stripped? You see how that shit could have played out the same with David? Do you understand that?
I think that's a great point, mainly because of the fact, like you said, he had to spin the block around for Skull. David Benavidez wants to be active. He wants to fight. Why am I going to wait around for Canelo? I'm going to move up. And I'm going to do
so David wants to be active.
Yeah,
hold on. David wants to be active.
I really do respect him for wanting to move
I'm just curious real quick. How many times a year does David fight?
David fight probably like once a year, maybe.
That's not being active.
That's not that active.
Right.
I feel like for heavyweight.
In his prime years of his
He's
youth?
not a heavyweight, bro.
He's not a
He's
heavyweight.
not a heavyweight. He fights at 175 pounds.
He
Just moved
fights
up.
twice a year.
Twice a year. 4 times a year.
I feel like for the division that he in, that was
Yeah,
fine.
David's not a heavyweight. Maybe on fight night he's a heavyweight, but he's not. He does not an actual heavyweight that's campaigning at heavyweight. No,
He doesn't.
No,
Yeah, he
I
doesn't campaign at heavyweight.
He eats like a heavyweight. He
I
eats
think
like
that
a heavyweight.
for everyone
He
that
sniffs coke like a
Well,
heavyweight.
hold on. Am I allowed to make an alternative point? Can I make an alternative point?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so look, if we have an issue and we understand that the WBC isn't going to strip Canelo for David, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
My issue then becomes, David, why are you still paying sanctioning fees to this organization that isn't doing their job for you? Why don't you then
Nice.
go
I
on
feel
to
like-
another sanctioning body and get your shit that way?
Nice.
Because
I feel like-
obviously the
I feel like-
WBO, the
I feel
IBF,
like-
and the
I feel like-
WBA have all ordered their mandatories.
I feel
WBO
like
too.
that's like
Especially the WBO, Gustavo Oliveri.
that's like legal thing. That could be a whole. There could be a plethora of reasons.
No,
why.
that
No.
taking your money out of
No.
Mauricio
I don't really
Sulaiman's
know.
hands and taking it
You
elsewhere.
wanted to ignore the
Yeah,
WBC, the most significant fucking sanctioning body in
Oh
boxing.
my
just to
God.
ignore
That's
it
not the most
forever.
significant
bro,
sanctioning
get
body,
It is. They're the
dumbass.
most
your fucking
revered.
mouth and
They're
can
the
we have
most
a regular
revered and
boxing
significant
conversation
sanctioning
for
body.
once?
No, they're not.
Historically.
Based off what? Based off of what?
History,
hold on.
history,
Based off
Hold
what?
on,
Because
history.
Muhammad
Time out,
Ali held the belt? Is that
Correct.
why?
And all the great
No,
champions, all the
dumbass.
great
Is it
champions.
No,
why
and
are
we
they
in
being
those
technical.
years.
And we being
They've
technical.
had
The
biggest,
WBA is the first.
The
biggest
WBA
fight.
is the oldest sanctioning body.
Exactly.
With the ring.
Yeah, thank you,
It
Clavo.
doesn't
Thank
matter
you,
if they're
Clavo.
oldest. They're not as revered and
You
respected.
just
They
said,
haven't
hold
had the,
on. You literally
they haven't had
just
the, they
said
haven't had the champions. They haven't had the
based off
champions.
of his story. What are you
This dude's
talking
a
about?
dumbass.
And then you're gonna say fuck the first fucking sanctioning body. You fucking retard.
Dumbass.
I'm
The
talking
fuck is
about
it?
the
What the fuck is
champions,
wrong with
And
this
it's
guy?
things like
the
that that
Hey,
makes
you
you
know
champions
what's
and the
crazy?
fights.
You
The
know what's
champions and
crazy?
the fights that have happened and the WBC.
You know what's crazy? The WBO was the last belt,
History.
but it's the most realest belt because at least they get these guys stripped. At least they
and
call it
Okay.
spade a
and
spade.
and look
Yeah.
and look right here.
No, some
JMA
real
says
shit.
Canelo got stripped at 160 twice, then again at 168. Here's the real thing. Too many people are too worried about what David has to go through to get a Canelo fight. You have to understand, David's not an A side. He's not a big draw.
Yeah.
He's not the big main attraction. So he needs to be able to get on his hands and knees and beg for the fight if he needs to, if it means that much for him.
For sure.
But if it does, no, I'm just being real. But if
For
it
real.
doesn't mean that much for him, then he can talk shit, not activate his mandatories, and then just hope he gets the fight. I mean,
No,
you
he
can
can
either
go
be
on
smart. Hold on, you
podcasts.
can
He
either
can
be
have his
smart or
daddy
you can be
speak for
stupid.
him.
Now, one thing I'm gonna tell you is this: nobody seems to be talking about why David has to go this route to get a Canelo fight. If David would have simply held on to his belt, Canelo would have got to him and unified. But David fucked up his belt twice and threw it away.
I have a
You're
question.
assuming. Hey, you just made a big assumption.
Rankings, David could have been looking at Canelo as a unification fight. Hold on, but he blew it.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
hold on, IBFP. What you got to remember? What you got to remember, IBFP, is that it's Canelo's fault that David got stripped. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Canelo's
Yeah,
fault.
yeah.
Because David
Hey, yo,
couldn't
real
put
talk.
down the
Hey,
chicken.
hey, real
He
talk.
couldn't put down the
And-
cocaine. You're right.
Hey, why would he have fought David? Hey,
real
IBP,
talk,
why would he
real
have fought
talk.
David?
And,
Why?
and, and it's also Canelo's fault that the most prestigious fucking sanctioning body, WBC, somehow automatically ranked David Benavidez 1 to get the belt again.
Yeah,
Oh, no!
Why do you assume?
Wow.
IBFP,
Wow.
Why do you assume Canelo would have fought David if he held on to the belt? Why do you make that
Canelo,
assumption?
hold on, Mirage. Did Canelo, hold on, did Canelo unify with all the champions in 11 months since moving up to 168? Yes or no?
Dumbass.
Yes, but you're not answering my
No,
question.
I'm answering your question. I'm asking you a question first. Did he unify every belt at 168 within 11
Yes, he
months?
did,
It
but
didn't even take
David
him a whole-
wasn't
hold
a
on.
belt
It
holder.
didn't- hold on. Mirage, can you please answer the question? Did he unify every belt at 168 within a year?
Yes. Now,
And
answer
David
my
has
question.
been there. Hold on. David has been there for
Why
years.
do you
and never-
assume he would have done that if David had a
Mirage.
belt?
Hold on.
No,
I'm
you're not
getting
gonna
to it.
answer.
So David's been there for years and never unified once, right?
Okay.
What's it going to do with the question I just asked?
I'm building the picture for you. So Canelo Alvarez.
You don't need to
track
build
record
anything. You
has
need to answer
proven-
my
Hold on,
question.
hold on,
Let
let me
him
finish,
the
Mirage.
fucking man host.
Canelo's
Why are
track
you
record has
ducking?
already
Why are you
shown you
ducking?
the fact that
Why are you
hold
ducking?
on, dude. The fact that Canelo's track record has shown you that he's not afraid to unify. He unified with the Caleb Plant that David put off. He unified with the Callum Smith that David didn't seem to be interested in. He
I get
unified with the Billy Joe Saunders. So Canelo Alvarez unified with all those guys. David Benavidez was nothing special to Canelo, especially at that time. It would have been an
Yeah.
easy tune-up fight for
Yeah,
Canelo. Canelo probably would have stopped him with a
yeah.
body shot. So,
Let me
so
Did
ask
he?
when we look
Hey,
at it like
did he
we're
fight
talking about a
Andre?
prime,
yeah,
real
let me
deal
ask you
Canelo,
this.
that Canelo
Did
would
he
have
fight
broke
Andre
David's
when
face
Andre
and
had the
made him
last belt?
quit in the corner, bro.
Cool.
Let me add something
Did
to
he
this.
fight Andre when Andre had the last belt
So how
and
many
was
times
standing
have
in front of
David
Andrade
him
got to
and
fought an
drop
elite
Nurmagomedov?
his first
opponent?
fight at
I
168,
Never.
think
dude.
David Benavidez fought 2 or 3 months before Canelo fought Smith, while Canelo was doing camp for the Smith fight. So had he kept the belt, they would have been next.
You're
But because he got
Okay,
stripped against Angulo, they put that WBC belt to the Smith and Canelo fight with the condition that Canelo fights Yildirim, which was
look,
Benavidez is mandatory.
I feel like this is look, all right. I just really feel like at the end of the day, we all know deep down in our hearts that not ever gonna fight Benavidez, no matter what Benavidez. That's okay, and I think that's okay for both sides.
Nah,
That's really
It's
No.
just history.
that's
History
really what
doesn't
nah.
lie.
that, you can't deny that, bro. That came out of his mouth, bro. He said that dude's too big.
History does not
Respectfully,
lie. Correct.
I
Canelo
think
refused to ever step
Canelo
in
said
the ring with
Well,
David
let
Oh
me ask
after
you
my
a
god.
question, Ja.
Canelo
I
kissed
got a
Rose.
quick
said it.
question for you, Ja. Hold on one second, Ja. I got a question for you. Do you believe Dimitri Bivol is ducking David Benavidez?
No, absolutely not.
Hey,
Why not?
can I ask you guys something?
That's wild word. No.
I gotta ask you guys something because I think I might. I smoke a lot of weed, bro. So I feel like I might be from an
Oh, so
alternate
that explains
dimension.
it. That
Hold on,
explains it.
I
All
might
right.
be from an alternate dimension where Samson Lukowicz was asking for TV rights whenever Eddie Hearn was trying to make the David and Canelo fight.
Yep.
Boom.
Or do I? Or
Boom.
Eddie
am I
Hearn
just? Am I
wasn't
from
trying to
some
make
other
jack
dimension or
shit.
something?
Yes, he was,
Hey,
dumbass. Yes, he was.
Didn't Samson Lukowicz confirm on the Boxing Voice that he was asking for broadcasting rights to go to Amazon, even though
Yeah.
Matchroom was going to be
You
the one
meaning the
paying for the
hypothetical
fight?
fantasy where Canelo left to go to Eddie Hearn and then the fight was going to
Are
happen there,
you
which
are you
never
saying
happened.
that there was
It
not
never happened.
Why are we
Are you
talking
saying
into
that there
like
was not a
yeah,
fallout between Eddie
There was a
Hearn and
breach
Eddie
of the
Reynoso?
contract.
A temporary, yeah, when Canelo temporarily left the PBC to
Yes.
try to run over to Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn couldn't afford to pay him, and then he ran back to PBC. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Couldn't afford to pay
Where did you
Canelo.
get that from? Because I never heard that, bro.
This
Well, because
motherfucker
you
pulling shit
live
out
in
of
an
his
alternate
pussy, dog.
reality. That's why.
You're switching them up, dude. PBC couldn't pay Canelo. They don't
Then
have the money to pay
why did he come back and fight Munguia on the PBC?
under the zone. Under, or was it under Eddie
No,
Hearn?
it was
The
a
co-promotion.
PBC event
It was
that
a
they shared.
co-promotion, asshole. It was a
No,
co-promotion.
no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Oh my
It
god.
was
I
not.
have a
They
question.
explicitly said it's
I
not
have
a
a question. I have a question.
co-promotion,
Point, go.
but we're sharing the pay-per-view. We're sharing the pay-per-view,
That's
but it was promoted
because
How
PBC.
are you sharing something but it's not a co-promote? Come on, bro. Make it make
You
sense.
fucking stupid shit that
Easy,
you saying.
That
easy. They
bitch
do
ain't
all the.
mine. We sharing her. What are
They
you
do.
talking about?
They pay. They
I
paid
didn't have sexual
Canelo. They
relationships
promoted
with
it.
that woman.
Dude, go
Come
ask
on,
them. They
man.
literally said it. Go ask
It's fucked up.
PBC. Don't ask me. They literally said it.
I'm the pappy.
Canelo came back to the PBC. Eddie Hearn couldn't pay him what he wanted, and they
no, that
dragged
was
over Munguia.
PBC, dude.
They dragged over Munguia to the PBC, and Canelo said Eddie Hearn's. Al Heyman's the best promoter in the world. I love Al Heyman. Remember that? It's on video.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
but PBC
Yeah,
couldn't fucking
yeah.
pay. PBC couldn't pay because in the past they had to pay their fighters a stipend from their fight revenue because they didn't have
Hold
any
on.
fucking money.
Yeah, they couldn't
Lucius
pay. That's
Adamas
why
is
they paid
saying that
Canelo, and he
No,
went
they
Lucius
back
didn't
home.
Adamas is
pay.
trying to bring up the fact that Canelo
Alternate
did actually
reality.
try to unify with Andrade,
Alternate
but the
reality.
IBF denied it because he had a mandatory in Devianchenko and he was stripped.
Yep.
Therefore, he went up in weight. You dumb bitch.
Dumb fuck.
Oh
Yeah,
wait,
that's
All
a
right.
160. Yeah, why are you telling me
I
the
wanna
160 story?
I wanna pose
Yeah,
a question to the
No,
panel.
I'm just saying
Wait,
that my man Adamas Lucius in the chat was trying to get your point across. I got you, man. I
Yeah.
got you, man.
Why didn't
Uh,
Canelo fight Devchenko anyway? Fight
why did
Devchenko
Benavidez unify with
and then
Plant?
fight
Because Lou
Demetrius,
DeBella
Demetrius
priced it out,
Andre.
dumbass.
Hold on.
Fight
He's
Demetrius
worried about
Andre and
Canelo
become
fighting
undisputed.
Devchenko. He should have been worried about the fact that David didn't want to fight Plant for a unification. He
Why
keeps
did they?
moving the
Oh,
goalposts.
you
He keeps acting
deflecting
like
Bro,
again
he
off your
forgets
feet?
Mirage,
all
I'm
this
Why did
shit.
telling
they
you, bro.
Why
really
didn't he want to
attack
go
me?
fight in Saudi Arabia? Like none of this
Mirage, it
stuff
would
makes
be
any
so
sense.
simpler
Because he
if he
wants to
just
be
leaned
his
towards
own
the
Mirage
man.
is
ball
just
sack,
making
bro.
up shit.
He wants to be his own man. He doesn't want to bend the knee to Turkey like a bitch. That's why.
But would you bend the knee to David? I think you would.
I didn't know that.
Wait, hold on. He bends the knee to Al Heyman saying, "Oh, I'm a PBC fighter. I only fought for PBC." It doesn't.
Because he pays him and puts him on pay-per-view in Vegas.
Okay, and Turkey pays him and
that's
puts
his
him on
man.
pay-per-view.
And he lost money on them. They had to
You
put
know
him in
it's
a
a complete flop, right?
Oh, they lost money? Show me the
Yo.
receipts. You seen the
So
books?
wait.
Give me a link.
Is David Morales
You ain't got to see the receipts. All you got to look at the fucking fight schedule from 2023 and 2024.
Bro, Mirage,
19
I'm telling you,
shows
bro,
to
this
5
would be a lot
shows.
easier on you if you just lick the back of my ball sack, man.
That too. That
No.
too. And when was the
Keep that
last time
between you and
PBC
Clavo.
signed
That's
somebody?
how Clavo rolls, man.
Nah, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Matchroom signing fighters. Golden Boy are signing fighters. Is
Who are they
PBC signing anybody?
Who are they signing?
Go back and fucking look, dumbass. Do your own research. When was the last time PBC signed
So you
somebody?
don't know. You don't
Hold
know.
on, everybody.
Thank you.
1 second. My brother right here says, why does every Benavidez fan acts like David already cleaned out the division? The man has never cleaned out shit. And that's what Benavidez fans
But
think.
the
They think that he
fridge.
cleaned out all these divisions. He has done nothing.
He cleaned out the fridge, the cabinets, and all the lines in the world.
No, he cleared out his fucking coke for his fucking coke plug.
He doesn't even clean out his fucking drawers. That's what he got Mirage for.
Hey,
That man did an avalanche.
Did Canelo clean out 168?
Yes.
Yes, he
How
did.
do you clean out a
Yes, he did.
division without fighting the number one contender for 4 years?
You beat all the
How does
world
that work?
champions.
You beat all the
Hold on. I'm at the body bag here.
So
I'm
you
at the body bag
didn't
here.
even beat the actual
You
best
see how
opponent?
you just said David was the number one contender?
Everybody's trying to jump on him at once. Hold on.
David was
So
the number
Devin
one
Haney
contender.
cleaned out
But Callum
135.
Smith was the number one fighter.
Devin Haney cleaned out 135. He got all the belts.
Beating all champions
David
cleans out a
Benavidez was a
division.
number one
So
contender,
Haney
and
cleaned
Callum
out
Smith was the
Completely
number one
different. Beating
fighter.
a champion cleans out the division.
IBFP. So Devin Haney cleaned out 135 when he had all the
He
belts.
beat all the champions?
So he cleaned all. He
Canelo
cleaned
beat
out the
all the
division.
champions. Did Devin Haney go and take each belt and beat all the champions?
He had all the belts. He
Then
had
you
all the
can't
belts.
even
didn't he?
compare it, you dumb shit.
Wait,
It's not
wait,
the
wait.
So-
same
No,
scenario. That's your problem.
He had all the belts.
Wait, wait,
There are
hold
no
on.
other
Beat all the
champions.
champions.
Wait,
There
You
hold
were no
allow
on,
other
him to get
champions.
the division.
Hold on. I do want to defend.
There
my
were
friend.
no other champions.
I do want to defend Devin Haney. I am a Devin Haney fan. I do want to defend Devin Haney. I want to talk a lot about Devin Haney. This.
Oh man.
It sounds
The
like
amount
it.
of slander, the amount of slander about Devin Haney is ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous.
Yeah, hold
All
on,
right,
John.
so
Hold on,
make
John.
your point.
Hold on, John. John, hold on 1 second. 1 second. We've been on about 3 hours and 30 minutes, man. We're gonna wrap up shop. I understand you're a Devin Haney fan. So hold on. I understand you're a Devin Haney fan. We'll get to this on the next live stream. John, the only thing I want to say is, hold on, John. The only thing I want to say is, fuck Devin Haney, just to kind of set the tone for our next,
Undisputed champion.
our next live.
Undisputed GOAT.
Fuck Devin Haney. Fuck Devin Haney's father. Fuck
All
his
facts,
fans,
no print.
and fuck
Whoa,
anybody that
whoa.
likes Devin Haney, because
I'm gonna
Devin
need that
Haney's a
smoke. I'm gonna need
bitch.
all that smoke. I'm gonna need
All
all that
facts,
smoke.
no
You
print.
can have it all too, my brother.
All facts, no
Hold
print.
on, we got one last comment. We got one last comment from the Kool-Aid man. He says, Mirage, since you're Australian, who would you have in a cruiserweight showdown, Jai or David?
David Benavidez all day.
Oh, smoking dick.
He doesn't even know who Jai is.
Big Dutch.
You stupid, bro. Oh, and wait a minute. We just one thing, bro. One thing, because he said that Benavidez was the number one at 168 during 2021 when Canelo was unifying, right? That's what he said.
Yep, that's what he said.
From the end of 2020.
He was the number one contender, not the number one fighter. He was the number one contender, not the number one fighter. Callum Smith was the number one fighter. Fuck are you talking about?
No,
exactly.
No, after Callum Smith lost to Canelo, end of 2020, David was ranked ahead of him.
David didn't have a belt. It didn't matter.
No, he
after
wasn't.
that point. You fucking
Neither did Callum.
No,
Neither
wait a
did
minute,
Callum
wait a
Smith
minute,
after
guys.
he lost.
Wait a minute, guys, wait a minute, bro. Because David Benavidez, he didn't really come back into that fucking ranking until he beat David Lemieux in May of 2022, and when he won the vacant WBC interim super middleweight title.
Go argue with Ring Magazine who ranked David number one behind Canelo.
Fuck.
Clavo
Go argue with Ring Magazine.
Hold on, Clavo got the body. Let me read this comment, and then I think Real Talk or somebody
Clavo got the body.
That's real talk, fam. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey, Clavo, I'm putting that in the song, Clavo.
Mexican.
Yes, sir.
Mexican 6'9" Killer says on Google it says that only 10,956 people attended the Benavidez Morel fight. How is that sold out? Were they fighting in a high school gym?
Dumbass.
I want to see a link. Give me a link to that because I've been looking and I couldn't find it. You give me a link.
Jesus.
You Google it and show me. You said you
Google it
Google
or,
it, show me.
or do it
You know
about
they
AI,
give tickets
man.
away, right?
Ring
Hold
in
on,
your
hold on.
hand like the
In Las
turkey.
Vegas,
Is David
in Las
Morrell a
Vegas, they
good win?
give
Do you guys
tickets
think
away.
David
If
Morrell's a good
Canelo says he's gonna fight in Las Vegas, that shit sells out the day before the pre-sale tickets.
Yeah, that
Benavidez,
shit sells out immediately.
Because his fanatic
hold
fan base
on.
like
That's it,
you
man.
fucking
If
hand over the
Benavidez
money.
sells a fight, they have to give tickets out as a promotion to staying at neighboring hotels so they can have the fight filled. They do
Okay.
promotions.
You
They
see
do
that? That's
radio
end of
shows.
year ranking,
I'm
super
final point,
middleweight
bitch.
2020. David Benavidez #1. End
Oh,
of
and
2020 ranking.
hold on,
Body
1 second,
bag.
1 second.
No.
1 second. I wanted Real Talk Combat to speak. Real Talk, did you have something you wanted to add to this?
Yeah, I just wanted to say to cap off, my presence here is fuck David Benavidez and anybody who likes him. Mirage, you smoke dick on the regular. We all can see it and we all can smell it on your breath.
Okay,
Uh,
bitch
I'm
boy.
good with that,
Okay,
bro.
bitch boy.
Oh, that was a
I'll
low.
own that,
That
baby
was
girl. You
pretty
gotta own
crappy
your shit
comeback.
though.
and
Are you
John,
gonna
I
get some
appreciate you jumping
testosterone? Are
on
you gonna
here,
get
my
some
brother.
testosterone next time before you come on the
I'll see
panel?
y'all on the next one,
Go
bro.
get
God
some
bless.
testosterone,
I'll see
bitch.
you over at Ring IQ,
appreciate you?
baby.
I'm definitely gonna be on the next one, bro. Appreciate
And
you
yeah,
guys.
and if anybody got any last comments, real quick, Clavo, Carlos, Mirage, round one. Real Talk.
I gotta
Anybody got
say,
any last
Yeah,
comment before we get out
Clavo,
of here?
keep them eyebrows crispy, baby. I gotta go.
I got you, baby. I got you.
Yeah, I appreciate
Motherfucker.
you letting me on.
I gotta
Letting
say
me
this.
on. It's been fun. It's been fun. Love you, Pete. Good
Same
talking
thing
to
I
you.
Always,
do.
Mirage. Mirage, you know I'm always let you on the chat, man. If it's full, bro. That's
Yeah.
never
All right,
personal.
man. It's all cool. Nothing personal. It's just business and a bit of fun. So yeah. All right. All
That
good.
I'm
No,
just
no, it's personal. You can tell, bro. Don't lie.
It is
It's personal
personal
with
with
just
you,
Mirage.
faggot. Yeah, it's
No, it's
personal
not,
with you,
bitch.
Clavo.
No, it's not.
Bitch.
Whoa!
Go eat some koala shit, bitch, and die
All
slow.
right. See you next time. See you next time, boy.
hey
All right,
yo.
fellas,
You
salute,
60 boy.
Later,
Hey,
guys.
take care. See you on the
All right,
next
guys.
one.
Y'all take care, man.
salute. All right, salute, Clavo.
All right.